Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Slappin Kpop podcast. Woo! Where today we are going to go and host the third annual Slappin Kpop Awards 2022 edition.
Woo. The most prestigious of awards, only.
So
the
prestigious.
Only award show that matters in this industry.
So much. But yeah.
Hey, it's the best award show.
Yes,
we give it to the true. We give all the awards to the people that actually deserve
You will truly never find an award show like this anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You really won't. That is a fact.
Yep. We had our nomination videos come out in
Like
December.
a month,
sometime.
like a month before this. So that was the nomination video. So we will be going through this year. Did we introduce ourselves?
Did what?
Did we introduce ourselves?
Maybe not. I feel like if they're
not,
here, you know who we are at this point.
You know who we are.
Hello.
I'm Sammy. That's Kayla. Maria's
Hello.
over here.
I
too.
did the intro. Hi. Sorry, I forgot to do
Okay.
that. Oof.
We kind of went off on a tangent.
Yeah.
It's
been
fine.
a day.
You know what?
You're also dying, so it's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah, totally.
So
Alrighty.
we're gonna start with the music awards, and then go through to groups,
The
and
group
then
awards,
non-K-pop
and then our
related
miscellaneous
awards.
category.
Yes. So our first one is Best Full Album.
Yes.
And our nominations for Best Full Album were G-Idol's I Never Die, Lucy's Childhood, Oh My Girl, Real Love, 17, Face the Sun, and Chungha's Bare and Rare Part 1.
I feel like we had no full albums this year.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot, surprisingly.
Then again,
it was kind of quiet.
I feel like every year we say that because K-pop never does full albums.
Mm-hmm.
People get full albums 2 or 3 times, except if you're SM and you're old.
Right.
Because then you get one full album every year, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones we got were really good.
We have really good full albums this year. It's one of our better categories for the awards this year because all of them were very, very good.
Yeah. And cohesive and had a theme.
Right.
I like this type of stuff for G-Idol especially. I think this was a very interesting full album for them to do.
Love
Yeah,
that
this
full
was
album.
this
It's really,
they
really
killed
good.
it with this album this year. I mean, this year in general they killed it, but
Mhm.
this was a pretty solid album from them.
Yeah. Lucy just made an emotional roller coaster of an album.
Yep.
Makes
As
me
we said,
rethink
cried.
my own
Cried
childhood.
listening to it.
Oh my girl, living, thriving.
Always good. 17 is always good as well. That full album.
17
was
never misses. Though.
Never misses on full
17
albums.
does
Full
too.
albums specifically are also
Consistently.
always really
I know. Some of their best stuff come from their full albums, but they just keep putting out bangers every time.
good. I know, it's so good.
And then Chungha
also very good.
was such a surprise because I never thought about Chungha's albums, but this one was so good.
Chana just
Really
is
good.
Chana produces solid music consistently.
She does.
Outside of her title tracks, it's pretty solid music. And I like
and,
it.
all of the B-sides were also really, really good. I don't know. It was great.
It was really good.
Yeah, she kills it. Yeah.
Yeah. But our winner for this category was 17's Face the Sun. It was so good.
Very good.
So
All
good.
of the B-sides on this were you had Hot, which was it's different for 17, but not super out there. You had Don Quixote, phenomenal. March, great. Even their English song, I liked Darling.
That
I
was
thought
not
Darling
bad. It's
was
probably my
very
least
sweet.
favorite song in the album, but it's not bad.
I thought it was cute.
Great. So our next category is then Best Mini Album.
Yes. And our nominees are Jin Jin and Rocky's Restore, Nine Eyes New World, SF9's The Wave of Nine, P1 Harmony Disharmony Find Out, JO1 Midnight Sun, and Twice's Between 1 and 2.
Again.
So K-pop has a lot more competition with the mini albums than the full albums.
Well, yeah, because people also just tend to release minis more than they do full albums too. So
everyone has 2 minis a year, and it's a ridiculous amount of music to have to wave through.
Right.
I loved Jin Jin and Rocky this year. I thought that they were
Jin Jin and Rocky
the
killing it
surprise.
that
this
was
year.
fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nine Eye is way too good to be
Way
a new
better
group.
than they have
what
any
in
right
the
to be.
Also, nice design on this album cover, gotta say. For
It's very
being
pretty.
I know,
Yeah.
it's very cool.
for being a very new company, they got they found someone who can do graphic design. Good. Nice job.
This is not a graphic design is my passion moment.
No.
This is an
actual
graphic
Like,
design.
that's why
design is good.
I wouldn't say
Yes.
anything about the cover otherwise, because I think it's a good cover.
Yeah.
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 SF9,
Or SF6 if you want to
SF6
call them.
really. This is like just
Yeah.
a really nice, fun summer album. I like it significantly more than
it's
whatever
one
they
of
were
the
doing
few
last year.
things
Like
this
it's
year
so
that
good.
actually felt like summer.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
I
It just
feel
like embodies summer. The whole album. It's just so fun and great. I love it.
Yes. This is P1 Harmony albums, the one that it was the one with
This is the one with "Do It Like This." Was the first
Like
one they
This.
released this year.
yeah, so it's the one from early this year. Such good B-sides.
Good B-sides.
On
It's
that
not
one, I think
even
it's-
my favorite album they released this year because I like their newest one better, but it came out too late in the year to
Yeah,
do
it was
anything
too
about
late
it.
for us to put it
but
on this.
This one's still very good.
JO1 never fucking misses.
Never misses.
This is the Super Cali album, and not even
It is.
Super Cali like
Super,
brings
yeah,
it down
Super
enough
Cali
for it not
is
to
like
be
worse than With Us, but like the B-sides in that are amazing.
So
So
good.
good. The B-sides are so
I love
good.
Phobia. Rose should not. I should, on paper, hate Rose.
Yeah, Rose should be such a weird song, but they do it
And I love
so
it.
well.
Rose is so good. And then Twice just making bangers.
Yeah,
I love
Twice
I
continue-
love this
Continuously killing
era
it.
of Twice. It's great.
Look at that. Between the first Twice 1.0 and now Twice 2.0. Lovely.
So good.
Love it.
Great for them.
Mm-hmm.
And our winner is JO1's Midnight Sun because
I don't think
it was just too good.
look. And the other thing I'll give this mini album, Super Cali should be a disaster of a song. They pull it off as good as anyone could. That song is not bad.
It's not.
It's not great, but it's not bad. I like it more than I should.
Mhm.
All right,
It's
so
very
our
good.
next category
Best music
is
video.
best music video. Who get good visuals?
Yes, yes.
Look at those visuals.
So our nominations here were P1 Harmony's Doom to Doom, Purple Kisses Nerdy, Moonbin and Sana's Who, JO1's With Us, Chungha's Sparkling, and Oh My Girl Real Love. This
I honestly
is
now feel like
definitely-
we have more to say in this category.
This is definitely a more legitimate category than it was
Yes.
last year for sure.
Oh,
Because it
yeah.
was like what was happening with music videos
last year. I
year.
feel like we had not good music videos.
No.
Yeah, not
This
as
year
good
you
last
have
think
year.
all
so
of
many
these
good
have-
music videos.
I think Do to Doom has just like a fun, weird concept. Like it's really random.
It is.
But in like the best.
It has
but in,
like
a
some
way
really
that
nice
works
like
with the
editing
song.
in it though.
It
So yeah,
does.
it's really fun.
And it also has this weird like the CG in it is random, and you can tell it's CG, but
Yeah.
it's happening so constantly that one, it's obviously a choice,
Yeah.
and two, it works because it's like the epitome of like your random like this music video has nothing to do with the song. It is just a bunch of random images, but they weirdly work. Nerdy.
Nerdy's
so
fun. It's very
Nerdy is really fun.
very comedic, very eclectic in there. I mean,
Nerdy reminds me
it's
a lot
fun.
of Zombie.
it does. Yeah.
It's like they're
But,
like kind of like comedy
elevated.
horror stuff,
Yeah.
and it's very fun.
Yeah, but I think more like as I mean the group is getting more mature and everything, so it's like getting better. It's like an elevated Zombie. Then Moonbit and Sanha with Who. I love this video.
Vague Catholic
The
imagery.
vaguely Catholic imagery.
Vaguely Catholic imagery is my aesthetic.
It is indeed.
I
your
think
aesthetic.
that the imagery in this is genuinely some of the best of the year.
Yeah.
I think that this embodies that aesthetic so well. Like you cannot tell me that this is not exactly what when I tell you vaguely Catholic
Yes.
imagery,
This
vaguely
is
Catholic
the-
vampire imagery. This is that.
Yeah.
This is
it's
everything
embodied
about
to
that.
a T. Moonbit is swinging on a chandelier.
Ugh.
They're in a they're in
They're
a
like
thing of
they are
mirrors.
like
There is
in
candles
a. It might as well
everywhere.
film this like in a church. Like
It could be in a church.
it could be. You could tell me that was filmed in a church, and I would believe you.
Yeah. All they need is like an well, they just don't have the actual crucifixes.
Yes, yes.
That would have been
That's
like,
maybe a
maybe
little
step
bit
too
much.
far.
It's a little bit much. If we
Yeah,
had
that might have been a step
crucifixes.
too far, but
Just a little bit.
it could be. Then we have JO1's With Us. I just
It's
think
so-
that song
It's beautiful.
gorgeous.
The song is great, but also the music
Gorgeous.
video is just gorgeous. It also has really good CG in it. It is.
I also just love it's like CG that looks subtle.
Yes.
It's like subtle CG. It's like always like in the background. It's never the focal point. Works really, really well. I also absolutely love this like abandoned carnival aspect to it. It's so fun.
It's really fun.
Because like you wouldn't with us, you don't think abandoned carnival.
No.
But it works.
It's very pretty, the whole music video.
And then Chungha sparkling.
Literally sparkles. Such
so
a cool
sparkling.
underwater sea theme kind of vibe. Like, really nice set design that they got.
I know,
for
and
her.
this is the one where it's like really the set design carries it,
The set
because this is
design
the
is
only one of
gorgeous.
these that is just essentially filmed on a set, but it is so pretty.
It's a pretty
Like
set.
this could have been like just a green screen music video, and it was not.
It's just super
this
pretty.
is gonna sound shady, and it could be. Take it as you will. Chungha sparkling is Goo Goo Dolls Wonderland, but with a budget.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the same vibe, but
It's the same
Goo Goo Dolls just didn't
vibe,
have
but
the money for the set. That
Exactly.
one. That's
They
on
don't
Jellyfish
have-
Entertainment.
Jellyfish had no money.
Yeah.
And then like Chungha has the money.
Yes.
Chungha is thriving.
Yes, indeed.
And then we have Oh My Girl's Real Love, which is genuinely some of the best CG
Yeah,
of
which
the year.
was- So
Literally,
spoiler,
how you do
that's the winner.
almost like
Oh My
entirely
Girl's
CG
Love.
music video, that's how you do it.
But like
Gorgeous
it's
CG.
weird because
It
like,
is gorgeous.
It's so much CG, but also randomly they're in like a gorgeously filmed field.
And it is so easy
Like-
to do that much CG and it look like absolutely awful. But the music video just looks so pretty.
Yeah.
No, they
Yes.
put effort into the CG,
They
so
put
it looks
so much
great.
effort into it, and like it blends seamlessly with the bits that are real.
Yeah.
Because like you can tell that they're in like real cars, but a fully CG environment.
Yes.
You can tell that the I forget who's in the field, but someone is like running through a real field. But that field doesn't look any more real than the rest of it.
You're right, right.
It looks so, and also I know we're talking a lot about all of the things, the styling for them in this comeback.
Yeah.
So
Which
pretty.
adds to
They
the
look
music
so
video.
good.
They look
do.
gorgeous. They look phenomenal. I think that all of them are just they know what everything that complements all of them so well, and I just think that they just look phenomenal.
Yep. Yeah. Oh My Girl, Real Love, the winner, because that music video is
because
gorgeous.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Such a gorgeous
Alright.
music video.
Next category is Best Band Song, which is a
All right,
category.
look,
It's something.
look. Before we get into this, I think we have to preface this by saying that we do not just put anyone on this list.
No, absolutely
You have
not.
to meet the bare one. We do try to make these categories between 5 and 6 nominees. That is like the bare.
Yeah, we
the
try to
amount of
have
people we
minimum
want per
5
category.
for everything.
Minimum
Yeah.
5. Here's the thing. But if you do not meet a standard of where we will at least call you decent, you're not getting on the list. We do not
We
give
can only
pity,
we can
no,
only
we don't.
space
Pity
fill to a
nominations.
certain extent with these, where it's
yeah,
like,
I'm only gonna like pack these awards up to a certain degree.
yeah,
So we had to get creative this year.
we did.
We also
did
do
indeed.
try not to nominate two, like everyone gets one nomination.
right per category.
We try.
Yes.
And yet, here we are.
Here we are.
So
So,
the nominees for Best Band Song are
Best Band Song.
One Wee's Roommate, One Wee's Universe, One Wee's Still Here,
So One Wee was
Lucy's
busy.
Play, and N Flying's Like You.
One
The
Way was
fact
busy.
that
don't
One
pack
Wee
these-
was
One
also
Wee-
in the military for half of this year and is more than half
Yeah,
of this
Young Moon-
category.
Which is insane.
Yeah, they
Insane.
left halfway through the year and also did that random band show on Mnet.
They did. They did
So
waste
they
a
were
lot of time
busy.
on there. They were so busy this year, and then they went to the their vocalists went to the military.
So, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Look,
And it was like, I was wondering, I'm like, how did we fill this category in past years? Well, CNBoo and FT Island didn't do anything, so that cut out.
how?
Two
They're
of our
all back.
nominees.
Why did
Yeah.
they not do anything?
Yep. And then it's
And then-
like, I
Don't
mean,
get
we
it.
did have double Lucy and double N Flying in other years, so it's not like we haven't had this before, but both of them only did one thing this year, so we couldn't even, like,
so
get it
yeah.
down
we
anymore.
had to. Also, I think we needed to acknowledge that One Wee was busy.
Yeah, One Wee's
this
so
year.
busy this year.
Thriving. though.
hmm
But I think One We had a great year. I think all 3 of these songs are more emotional. Like they're a little
Very,
on the more
they're very
sad boy
sad
emotional
boy
side of
ballad.
One We.
Yes.
Kind of ballad, but that's the
But that's
One Wee
fun.
aesthetic, is the sad boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love
It
a
is
sad
true.
boy One We.
hmm
Lucy made a nostalgic banger for people in their 20s.
Yes.
I cried. I've cried multiple times.
We all
to
be
this song.
crying.
Yep, yep.
Look, it's exactly what it needed to. What Lucy makes
what's
songs,
where we are in life. We need to hear the Lucy songs right now.
Lucy makes songs for people in their mid-20s that are trying to figure out their lives.
Yes.
And as someone in their mid-20s trying to figure out their life, I feel it.
Yes.
If you're like 15, Lucy
probably not.
I understand
not hitting the
why
demographic
Lucy
of
isn't for you.
Yeah.
But like, if you just want your childhood back, maybe I get it. I get it. And then Flying released a song like right at the wire.
I know, it was like, we need another band song for this category, or we're in like a dire situation. But they came in right at the end, and then they're back to form after last year where they were not that good. So I was very happy for them.
They're in their weird, almost. This music video is oddly giving Wicker Man, if anyone's seen that 1970s horror movie.
The music video is so funny because they're so
Wicker
weird.
Man mixed with Midsummer.
Yeah, it's
Midsommar,
weird. It's so
oh god,
weird.
Midsommar.
It's just like, and it's like, this could just be like a normal, just like band song about like a cute romance thing, but they're so weird that it can't be that. So there's just like weird, giant heads of them all over the place and shit. It's just like it's very weird if you don't know them as a group, but it's very funny.
You can tell that all of the like not vocalists are not used to lip syncing because they don't know how to do it.
They don't.
Because they're not that good at it.
But all of them got a lip sync at some point in that music video.
Yep, so they're doing their best. Yep. But I like that Flying song.
I like it, it's fun. It's back to form, so I really like it. It's fun and a little bit stupid, which is exactly what I love from them. So
that's exactly what they need to do. Exactly. They gotta be a little bit stupid.
But the winner of this category
the winner always has to be Lucy.
It's Lucy.
Yes.
It's like our 4th best song of the year, so here we go.
It's so good.
Not even a contest.
Very emotional, but just like what
one of the most timeless songs in K-pop right now.
So timeless. It just it makes you feel like exactly what you need to feel.
Yes.
Like so good.
It's just so good. We love it. Our next category is best solo song male. This is a category this year.
It is a category.
It is something.
I feel like none of the usual male soloists made a comeback this year.
No.
None of them.
Not really, unfortunately.
Because either they're in the military, or they took a year off, or just became actors. That's really what happened.
So this is like, this entire category, also for best male soloist, is like, we're in a weird spot for both of those.
We are.
Because it's like, it wasn't great for the male soloist this year.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad.
I would say all of the songs on here I really like.
Yeah.
But it is just
not at the standard it normally is. Because normally this category is great, and now it's just kind of like meh in comparison.
I just feel like everybody had other things to do this year. Like they were off being actors, or focusing on the group they were in. Or they're in the
military, all of that.
Or in the military. Everyone had other things to do this year.
Yeah.
And just were like our usual staples of like your fucking Ong Sung Woos. Where the fuck even was he all year?
Taemin's in the military, so
Taemin's
we don't have any Taemin. Yeah. So the nominees for this category, we have June of 17 with Limbo, J-Hope's Arson, Jin's The Astronaut, Woods, I Hate You, Psy's That, and Noah, True Colors. Those of you who are unfamiliar with Noah, he is Japanese.
Yes.
We talk about him a lot in our KJ-pop discussions.
Yes, he is Japanese,
He's
but
an XYG,
he was an
XYG
for a very
trainee,
long time, so there was an option for him to. He could have been in Treasure.
He's like really good friends with AB6. Like
he is very good friends with AB6. So
Thoughts?
A lot of these songs I think these songs are all very, very good. Limbo, honestly, I love 17 doing all their solo stuff.
This was a nice surprise.
Here we got
I wasn't expecting
the return
this.
of the vague Catholic imagery returns in this one too.
We love the vaguely Catholic. His is more on the vampire side of the vaguely Catholic imagery. There's nothing inherently Catholic about it. It's just the flow. It's just the vibe.
Yeah.
Yes. Vibes. J-Hope's Arson was a surprise to me because I don't think in my mind I ever wanted J-Hope to do this concept, but now that he has done it, I'm actually like,
the fact he's a rapper, I absolutely wanted him to do this. I was just like, yes.
I didn't, because I wanted him to do rap songs like Ego, because we don't have enough rap songs like Ego. I wanted fun J-Hope, but now that he has, I think he pulls it off really, really well, and it's really, really good. The astronaut is so good. I think it's so sweet.
Very cute. It's like his
It's a cute
typical
song.
solo song. It's like, it's very similar to the solo songs he got on like BTS albums and stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
still
so
shook
it's-
that's a wig he's apparently
cute.
wearing.
I know.
Apparently, but I can't tell if when he said it's a wig, he was joking. Because also Jin just says things sometimes, and I
He
can't
does.
tell if they're real.
I thought
You
I
know
saw.
what I
I
mean?
thought I saw a behind the snes thing where it was indeed a wig.
Where it
'Cause
was
he-
a wig?
Yeah, but I don't
I
know
thought
if I
I've-
like.
I've
If I
seen a
what's
clip
the?
where
I don't know
he
if I
says
Mandela
it's a
effect that into my brain.
Oh, boy.
Because I saw a clip where he said it was a wig.
Mm.
But, like, I've never seen him, like, pop it off like it's a wig. I don't know.
Mm.
But he looked great.
Yes.
That if it
I
was
love
a
the
wig,
fluffy
it
hair.
was one of the
It's-
best
I do
wigs
love the
I've ever
fluffy
seen.
hair. It's very cute.
I know. Now he's got to shave it.
Mhm.
Yep. Buzzcut Jin.
Aw. I miss Jin.
I know.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Oh. Well.
But then we have Woods with the pop punk fever dream, I guess, that everyone
Hey,
likes, which
I
is great.
thought this was. I really liked this. I thought this was very.
It's very
good. I
different
love
than
a
his
pop
past
punk.
solo music, but it is very. He's very good at it. And it's like the aesthetic in the music video is very fun.
He's having a great time.
He really is.
But the thing with Woods is Woods had a very sort of slowish year. He did this.
He
and
did
about
this
nothing
right at the
else.
beginning of the year, and I think then was figuring out how to leave Yehua Entertainment, so he
That's
hasn't
true.
done anything since then.
And then
so.
also figuring out how to get IU's into
into IU's
company.
company. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Good for him.
Good for him, though.
Then we had that which is my favorite Psy song he's ever
It's
made.
really good.
It's a fun
so
one.
good.
Cute
But then
little
I
Western
like
sound.
I like the featuring of a male idol in Suga instead of a woman, because that just made it really fun as well.
But also a feature that's actually a feature,
That's actually
not
a
just
feature,
her
yes.
in the video,
Yes.
because that's what he does mostly.
yes.
He pulls off the
Like,
look well.
Suga actually, because Suga actually did something in the song.
He
Yes.
did.
He like
He's,
honestly,
they both
I
seem like they're having the time of their life in that music video.
But also,
so
if you ever told me who is going to feature on Psy's next,
Suga, not the
of
one.
biggest
I
hits
would
of the
tell
year.
you.
I did not imagine that.
Suga of BTS, not one of the person.
J
not
Hope,
the
I
person
would
would've
go
guessed.
probably J Hope before Suga. So
I feel like I wouldn't like if you just told me that I wouldn't go for. I wouldn't immediately go for any member of BTS.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like it worked.
But here he
so-
is.
I think they both
Thriving.
bring out some. Because I love, like, Suga, I think, tones down how silly Psy can be. Because
Mhm.
sometimes Psy songs go a little too silly and they're a little out there.
yeah,
And I think that also, Suga's never sounded like he's having so much fun.
I know.
He's having the
he does
time
look like
of
he's
his
having so
life.
much fun.
He does.
I love that.
He's having a time, and I don't know. I think he makes go away next year too. To the
Probably,
military. So
probably.
like, this
Mhm.
could be one of his last opportunities for music for a while.
Well, I think before he leaves, he'll do
He'll
an
definitely do a
album,
solo,
or at least a
solo
mixtape.
thing before he leaves. Yeah,
Hopefully he does an EP
I
before he
think that's.
goes.
I
But
feel like that's all. I feel like that's the plan for all the BTS.
is still
boys.
drop a
You
thing
do an
before they
EP and
leave.
then you
Yeah,
leave.
and then
All
Noah
right,
with
and
True
then
Colors
Noah
consistently
just made
good.
a real sweet song.
Yeah, he's consistently good.
He is. And so our winner, if you can't tell from how much we talked
Yeah.
about it, to that by
Yep.
Psy and Suga.
so much
It's
fun.
just
I
so
honestly didn't think that we
fun.
would be giving the award to Psy, but like this song is just.
You
so
know what? We
fun.
gotta
Maybe it's
crown the long time. He was for a long time. His song "Gangnam Style" was the longest, like most viewed song for a long time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and
It was
as
beat,
a
but
song,
like
it's-
it was for a long time. His song
it was.
still is the most.
But honestly
seen
speaking,
Korean song.
no, I don't think anymore.
I think on YouTube it is.
I don't think anymore.
Maybe not, but
A Korean, I think so.
not of all time on YouTube, but for like a Korean
but I think-
song,
I
I
think
think
it
it's
is,
still
yeah.
number one on YouTube.
It is very close to getting beat by Blackpink, though.
Oh,
All right,
that's
Blackpink's
unfortunate.
close.
It is. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it is. Oh no, not so much. Never mind. But it's very.
Because I was gonna say, it's
getting
at
up
like
there.
multiple billion. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But looking at this, that is a better song than Gangnam Style. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is.
This is his best song.
It's a great song.
I also just like that. Definitely, they also thought he also did Celeb this year with Suzy as his
Less
featured
good.
woman.
Significantly less
It-
good than
less
that
good.
bad.
It
Yeah.
is a traditional Psy song. It is exactly what Psy would do normally.
Yes.
And honestly speaking, I love that it's so much not the hit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
it just got drowned by that. That
It
is
did,
so
immediately.
good.
This one was more important.
Yes.
I honestly feel like we said this in our top 10 best of the year, that this was the year of fun.
Yes.
That we just wanted to have fun.
look at this song.
This
So
is
fun.
the definition of fun.
I mean, he's
So
wearing
fun.
chaps.
This is
They're both. He's sides wearing chaps.
Look, this is Suga's doing a fucking essentially a cowboy concept, or as close as he's ever gonna do to a cowboy concept.
He's wearing.
and they're
cat
having
print.
so much fun.
70s
fun.
leopard print.
Look, neither of these two men have ever had more fun in their lives, and I'm just happy for both of them.
Yeah.
Alright, our next category is Best Female Solo Song.
So our nominees are Yena with Smiley, Yuju with Play, Nayeon with Pop, Yuna with Event Horizon, Chungha with Sparkling, and Eunbi with Underwater. So these songs are all very fun. Love that. We love a year of fun. I just think that a lot of these were also surprises for me.
For
Again,
you and
4 of
as for
these-
liking them, or just.
No, I just think that a lot. Again, Yena's debut, Yuju's debut, and Nayeon's debut. All 3 of them were like, you don't know what a debut is gonna bring.
That's true.
I did not know what Yena was gonna bring when she debuted solo. Smiley is better than I thought she was gonna do.
Oh yeah, way better.
Because again, I don't know. Yuju is a member of G-Friend. Who knew, like, what she was gonna do? She was, I think, the best member of G-Friend.
Yeah.
And, like, I was expecting it to be good, but this was better than I thought it was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be. And, like, Nayeon, like, you never know when someone debuts solo from a group. What's that gonna hold? And she just did so good.
Yeah, she did fantastic.
Such charisma. Like, and Pop is such a fun, just poppy little song that just,
Pop, pop, pop.
yeah. The 3 on the bottom, obviously, are just continuing to, like...
Yuna,
Yuna,
recently, Event Horizon has gotten so freaking popular in Korea. And I'm so happy for her. Keep knocking them hits out.
Chungha continues to, like, always just put out bangers.
Oh, yeah.
Sparkling was really good. And then Eunbi, Underwater was... Like, I know you really liked Glitch.
Underwater's
I thought
great
Glitch
too, though.
was
Like, I
fine.
don't care either way, but, like, Underwater's fantastic.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, like, you liked Glitch. I thought Glitch was, like, a step backwards for her personally. So I was really happy when she did Underwater. Just because it's, like, bringing back kind of what I loved from her debut. So I was just really happy for all of them, honestly. Alright, so the winner is Yena's Smiley. I mean, it's our
This is not surprising
third
even a
best
little
song
bit.
of the year. We loved this song. She just brought a smile to her face, man.
It's so
Having so
cute.
much fun, as is the theme of the year.
Yeah, she's living her best life and having the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have Best Boy Group Song. The boys of this year.
Yes, yes.
The
So
boys.
our nominees are P1 Harmony's Doom to Doom, and Hypen's Blessed Cursed, Nine Eyes Young Boy, Treasure's Hello, Icon's But You, and Jinjin and Rocky's Just Breathe. The boys were killing it this year.
So good this year.
The boys were, like, having such a great year.
They really were.
We talked forever about, like, P1 Harmony having such a good year. They had 3 great title tracks this
Yeah.
year.
Literally, yeah.
We talked about
And
5
Hypen-
of these are on our top 10 songs of the year.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yes.
5 of these,
And
literally.
Hypen fucking thriving constantly,
Mhm.
having a great year. Nine Eye is better than they have any right to be.
Like,
So
I'm
good
still like,
for a new
how
boy
did they just
group.
come out of nowhere and just like,
I know.
jeez.
Treasure finally won us over because we live in like a backwards world now because I have wanted to like Treasure for a while because I saw potential in there, but they just constantly made mediocre to vaguely bad Christmas music.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And, like, they come out with 2 songs this year that are both great.
Both great.
We like Tello more, but they're both great.
Jujin also pretty good.
Yes. Icon, always thriving.
Absolutely thriving this year, Icon.
Love of an 80s synth.
Oh, love my
Banger.
synth.
Oh, yes.
And then Jinjin and Rocky just look like they're having
The best time of their
most
life.
fun. They're having such a good time, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Right, so our winner in this category
All aboard the hype train.
Hype and Bless
Hype
Curse.
The hype
train.
boy.
The way we determine this winner is this is the highest ranked song in that category on
It
our
was.
top 10 list. So
It was.
So the men that got the most was the
essentially ranked them
boys.
to do the top 10.
yes.
And honestly, I love my K-pop 90s Backstreet
90s
Boys fantasy. Live.
And they given that
Thrive.
fantasy.
They are. They're wearing goggles and don't look like idiots. That's all you can ask for in a 90s
And wearing
concept fantasy.
I mean, they're wearing the fashion that, like, even in K-pop back in the 90s, they wore, like, super oversized shirts, like, layers upon layers of clothes, like,
Two of them can
mismatching
fit in
order
those
of
pant
clothing,
legs.
like...
Those pants very much.
Surprisingly,
very
they
90s.
actually are in line with not only 90s boy bands in the West, but also 90s boy bands in the beginnings of K-pop.
Those chains are thicker than their necks.
Oh
goddammit.
god, the chains are so thick.
It's the fucking puffy vests, the weird gloves.
Mhm.
It's what more could you ask for? Everyone did great.
And
Oh,
they did
yeah.
actually wear weird goggles too in 90s K-pop, so honestly,
they wear-
pretty to
They
T.
Pretty
A
accurate.
little bit more of a fashion sense, I feel like, this time, though. Slight more
Fair.
fashion
like
sense,
they were
but pretty
styled
to T.
better, but like that is what 30 years of retrospect will give to you. Like it's an update, but they are wearing all of the elements
Yes.
of 90s
They are.
pop. And honestly, that what more can you
Oh,
ask
and the
for?
headbands, too. The headbands
And
as
the
well.
headbands.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the headbands with like the bangs over the headband, like what
Mhm.
Jay is
Yes,
wearing in this
yes,
photo,
that's
I
the
love
look.
that.
That's the 90s
like that's
look.
the look.
But as for this song is just so much
The song's
fun.
phenomenal.
It's such
It's
a
great.
nice... I like this... I don't know. Some people weren't the biggest fan of this transition. I think they fit into it
I
seamlessly.
think that
Great.
this is I think that they pulled it off super well. It's my favorite of their songs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
easily.
Probably my
So
favorite
good.
title track from them so far.
Oh yeah.
All right. Our next category is Best Girl Group Song.
Stacked!
The women's.
And our nominees here are Stacey's Run to You, G-Idol's Tomboy, Eugene's Attention, Twice Talk That Talk, Lee Seraphim's Fearless, and Card, because yes, we put Card in the girl group categories, Ring the Alarm.
Look, we need to put Card in a category, and there's too much competition in the boy categories.
So here they are.
So they're in the girl, like they're 50-50.
We've done this, we've consistently done this, as long
Yes,
as we've had this
every
podcast.
year. Every year. And Card, I mean, look, Stacey, so good this year. I think
Stacey did great this year.
So good this year.
You know, I'm so sad Stacey kind of dropped off of a lot of people's radars.
I know, it's
which
sad.
upsets me greatly.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
like,
Beautiful
come
Monster was
on.
still a great song, though, I think.
It was, but I'm saying a lot of people have sort of been like, "Oh, Stacey," they're like have just sort of dropped off on Stacey, and I'm like, that sucks.
I think
guess
a
'cause
part
they're
of
not
that is
rookies
because
anymore.
of this is off topic, but it's like how a lot of girl group stands will just move on to a new shiny girl group whenever
Well,
there's
yeah,
a new one.
once
And
a
there was
girl
so
group is-
many of them this year.
Yes.
It was
I mean,
ridiculous.
look, girl group. Once you're out of the rookie period of being a girl group, a lot of people will just drop you, and that's so upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
G-Idol did great. Tomboy,
G-Idol did better than ever before.
Thriving.
They
this year,
sold over
G-Idol.
1 million copies. They went from like 200K something thousand the previous year to over 1 million this year with both their
It's
two
like they're
releases. It's
Absolutely
insane.
thriving. It's I love
Literally,
them.
I
They're
guess
doing
I guess the
great.
thing to do is to kick out a member.
kick out
Apparently.
somebody. We do not advocate for that. We do not advocate for just
Kicking
arbitrarily
out a
kicking out
member.
I say that
For your
jokingly. I don't mean it
We do
actually.
not advocate for this.
I don't mean it actually, but apparently, I just find it ironic that the timing for some reason coincides with that in a
Well,
way.
no, it does also help when you then drastically change your concept to better music, because G-Idol, this is just my opinion, G-Idol hasn't made it, up until they made Tomboy, G-Idol hadn't made a song I was interested in like 3 years.
Fair.
From
I mean,
the point that they
I
started
liked
making
G-Idol's
songs like,
concepts
Oh My
then, but
God.
like Tomboy was such a nice
Look,
twist for
from
them.
from the time they started making songs like Oh My God, I sort of dropped off G-Idol. And then they made a song that's like almost the opposite of that, where those songs are like low key and like not to anything. Tomboy is a statement piece.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So like, yeah, I think you're gonna get a little different reaction when you change the concept that drastically.
Also, shout out to them wearing AC/DC everywhere. AC/DC's great. Great
Yeah,
rock
but
band.
also it Yeah, but also wearing an AC/DC shirt is sort of the most generic thing you can do.
I mean,
to
I
do
know,
the
but
pop
like,
punk
still,
concept.
it's AC/DC.
It
AC/DC 's
really,
great.
yeah, but also it is meh.
Yeah.
Everyone does it. I think Woods wore an AC/DC shirt at
I feel
some
like that
point
tracks.
during the promotion of I
Yeah,
Hate You.
probably, but
And then New Jeans. I think we've talked about New Jeans
A lot.
so much this
So
year.
much
We
this year.
love New Jeans.
They're great. We love
They're
them.
phenomenal.
they're so
What
much
more can we
fun.
say about New
Attention
Jeans?
was
It's-
great. This literally came out of nowhere, and it was just like
Literally.
fantastic.
Literally out
They're
of nowhere.
coming out of nowhere. and, like, there's,
Fantastic. I mean, Korea fell in love with them so hard, and Korea doesn't fall in love that hard that quickly usually. So it's like
yes,
doing
they do.
something right.
And then Twice. I know a lot of people that didn't love Talk That Talk. They thought it was like Twice regressing. I'm like, how? This is Twice doing some of the best music of their
This
career.
is one of my favorite songs
Like,
from
10
them now. I
years in.
absolutely
Oh,
love
those are
it.
so
It's
great.
So good.
I love
it's so
it.
good.
And it's like, I think it's just a continuing of Twice evolving their concept of to make these like they still make fun poppy songs, but now they're fun poppy songs made by adult women.
And
And then you have
Fearless
Lee
are
Seraphim,
so good.
phenomenal,
So great. I mean,
great.
Yep.
And also, Card came back and picked up right where they left
Doing
off.
the exact same thing they did before. Jason went to the military, and I love that for them because I loved
I know.
them
I'm
before,
like,
and I love
this
them
is.
now
I
still.
missed this. I missed this so much. Bring back the
Tropical
tropical
House.
house inspired. Hey, if
Give
you
us the
want to bring
Tropical
it
House.
back and just make it reggaeton, I don't care. Just bring back some of those elements because I miss them. Why did we replace? I'm sorry, people were so upset about Tropical House. We replaced it with noise music. How do you feel now?
Mhm.
take Tropical House out any day over that.
Any day of the week.
Exactly. But our winner, obviously, it's our number one song of the year.
Yep,
It's Lee
it's
Seraphim
Fearless.
with Fearless. It's phenomenal.
So good.
Like what
Everything
more
about
can
it
we
is
say?
great.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I love everything about this group.
Also, the
this
showcase was
concept,
fantastic.
these
I know you
people.
took the picture from their
Everything.
showcase. That was a
Oh
great
yeah,
showcase.
they look great.
Yes.
They look so good.
Oh
They
god.
look phenomenal. So now we get to a fun category that should technically be renamed,
It should be.
But
We should have renamed it, but we didn't.
but we didn't. It's just in case we change it back next year. So
True.
it's best non-Korean song, which now we can just call the best KJ pop song.
Yes, this is a completely Japanese category this year.
Yes. I mean, we could have put some English songs on here, but it's more fun with this. So our nominees are And Team's Under the Skin, JO1's With Us, Twice to Celebrate, Ocpath's Perfect, Rocket Punch's Fiore, and INI's Call 119. Let's just get the women out of the way, because they're the only two actual K-pop groups on here.
Yes.
Twice makes good Japanese music,
They do.
man.
Mm-hmm.
They are... All of them, I think, because they've put so much focus on the Japanese market because they're so popular in Japan.
Yeah, 3 Japanese. Like they want
They
their
have 3
Japanese members. So
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're Japanese, but also they are so popular over there as a group.
their
They do
style,
so
their early
many
style,
Japanese
I mean, is like
releases.
very like
Yes.
it caters to the J-pop.
I mean,
Oh,
market
yeah.
they're
for
one
sure.
of the few K-pop groups that does multiple Japanese releases. They do at least like 2 a year.
They do
Yes.
so many releases
They
in
do
Japan
so
every
many.
year.
And this one was really good. I
It was.
enjoyed it.
Rocket Punch's Japanese music is better than their Korean.
This one
music.
surprised
By
me
a
because this
long
was
shot.
so
It's better.
good.
Their Japanese.
is.
I did
music
like
is
their
so
Korean
good.
release this year though too, but like
It
this
is.
was
They did do
really
great this
good.
year.
This year was fine, but if you just gave me, if I had to compare just the Japanese overall and the Korean overall, Rocket Punch misses a lot in Korean.
Yeah, but Japanese. All their
They don't
Japanese
miss as
songs are
much-
great.
They don't miss in
They're
Japanese.
so much better.
They're so good.
So like honestly,
them
check
to
out
just
Rocket
bring-
Punch's Japanese releases.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
and
Do it
then
now.
Bubble Up was my
Bubble
my
Up was really
selected like top song of last year because I really like it. It's
It's so
super
good.
fun. I love the
Honestly,
Japanese
Rocket
music.
Punch needs to just make their Japanese songs in Korean.
Please.
I want the I want the opposite of what we usually
I
advocate
know.
for.
I'm just like literally make your Japanese music in Korean is all I
I
ask
know,
of you.
because they go for a different concept in Japan. They go for like this just like fun,
It's much
cute
cuter.
little girl group thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to whatever they're trying to do in Korea.
I don't think they
don't
have
fully
established
know,
a real solid concept in their Korean music yet, which is weird.
which is unfortunate.
yeah,
So the other 4 groups are just J-pop groups,
Yep.
but they're K-J-pop groups.
they are.
So
Uh-huh.
JO1, Ocpath, and I are all Lapone Entertainment, which is half owned by CJ
Well,
ENM.
so Ocpath is not. Ocpath is
Ocpath
in
is in
the
Lapone?
Ocpath is directly under the company that
Oh,
owns
it's
half
under
of
the other
Lapone.
company.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under the other company, but
Mhm.
they're They're Produce 101 Season 2
Yes.
branch group, if you will.
Yes, yes.
All of those kids were on Produce 101 Japan Season 2.
Yep.
That show has the longest title
And then
imaginable.
I, the winners of,
Yes.
whatever that Sammy just said, that show.
Produce
Yep.
101 Japan Season 2.
That show.
Jesus.
JO1 and I, we love them, obviously.
Phenomenal. Like,
Yes.
they're great. I love them.
This is, I think my favorite of INI's, like, title tracks. I really like Call 119. I think I like it better than Rocket
I
Sphere.
like Rocketeer a little bit more.
Yeah.
But they're great. I love, it is better than Password, which came out a few months later.
No, that's fair, yeah.
With Us, we've said, is JO1's best song.
It's amazing.
Yeah. But also, I think I is doing some of the best noise music
They are.
I've heard. Period. And they're not even in K-pop.
No.
Octopath is just doing a very fun, like...
They're very fun and cute, Octopath.
It's very fun. It's giving a phrase that we have coined.
Male
which
teen
is male
crush.
Teen crush.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So, female teen crush everyone knows about.
Yes.
Female teen crush is like pseudo badass, but they're still allowed to smile. Male teen crush is like Octopath and what Tempest is doing.
Yes.
Where they are like...
We're just happy. We're having a great time.
They're just having a good time. But they're not schoolboys. So they're not full cute.
Tempest is unfortunately no longer
No.
male teen crush, which is sad.
But like Tempest's like first two songs
Yeah.
was male teen crush. Like Bad News and Don't Stop Shining.
Yeah.
Male teen crush.
Male teen
Mhm.
crush.
Octopath, male teen crush.
Yep.
And then And Team is the new hype group. They were formed under And Audition. I was far too invested in this
Boys.
group debuting. I was far too invested in K debuting, if I'm being 100%
Well, here he is
honest.
now, finally.
And here he is.
There
He
he is.
debuted. It was really. It's a banger.
It is.
Why?
It's so
Really good.
It's so good. It's like way
The
better
best,
than I was
maybe the best
expecting.
Wolf song that's ever been released.
It is the best wolf
Easily.
song in
And that's
K-pop.
not even a question.
Like
It's so
and, like,
good.
The best part about it is that it does not reference wolves as direct. It is a metaphorical wolf.
That's why it's
It's a-
good. It's like we
that's
are
why
not
it's
going
good.
out of the way to make it known
Howl?
that everyone here is a wolf. Like,
No one is howling, so I think we're fine.
mhm,
But the winner's gotta be JO1's With Us.
easily.
It's their best song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, And Team, I think, is a decent second. Like, that would have gone if, like, JO1 hadn't released their best song of their entire career. But we're loyal to JO1, man.
We are. We love them so much.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
All
so
right.
now we're on to Best Male B-Side.
Yep.
The Boys.
The boys. So
These are-
these nominees are all over the place. So we
All
have
over.
Really are.
TXT's Thursday's Child Has Far to Go, Drippin's Game, Trends' Villain, Nine Eye, Days, Woods Hijack, and One Lee Montage.
Okay, so there's a few. A lot of these are repeat groups.
Mhm.
A lot of these are new. TXT had an interesting year. They only did one release.
They did,
this year,
yeah.
which is
Yes.
unusual for them. But I'm excited for. But they also did like touring and other stuff, so they were busy.
Yeah.
Thursday's Child Has Far to Go continues their trend of having ridiculously named tracks.
It's like,
But
why is
that
also
are
really good B-sides.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why is that the title of the song?
Also, their comeback
Yeah.
is imminent.
It is.
Woo.
No, I'm so excited.
So close.
I always get so excited for TXT. They're phenomenal.
Hmm.
And then you have Drippin.
Drippin had the
finally
best year
understanding
of their
what they
career.
need to do.
Drippin had the best year of their entire career this year. Like, they did so
feel
good.
like-
They, like, figured their shit out finally, so.
Willem finally understood, hey, this is what Drippin should do.
Drippin should not be just worse Golden Child. Like, we need to make them different
Can't
than that.
just give Drippin the reject Golden Child
Yeah.
songs.
But now they have a more distinct sound now. I don't know if that's going to continue past this trilogy they've done. We'll see, but the 3 releases I had this year were all really great. This B-side,
Yes.
so good. No reason to be this good, but it's so
It
good.
goes so hard.
Goes
This
so
B-side
hard.
goes hard
no
to
reason.
the point where it could have been a title track.
It could have been.
If you tweak it like the slightest bit, this could have been a title track. And I love that for them.
I do.
Trends is a rookie boy group that we absolutely adored, and
Yes.
Villain was like the
It's a
B-side
B-side.
off their first album.
Yeah, off their
Mhm.
debut album. So good.
And it was so good.
So good for no reason
They
as
go
well.
so hard on
Mhm.
that song.
It is like I also like their debut song TNT, but this B-side so good.
Better.
It's better.
Yet another song that could have been the title track.
I
It
know.
would have been fantastic.
I know. And then we have Nine Eye with Days Days. We talk about Nine Eye.
So much now.
Forever.
They're one of our favorites now.
I know, we love them. They're
is
a new fave that I need them to be around more.
They
I
are.
mean, but on that first mini, we were thinking about putting like all of any song on there.
any song in that mini could have.
There was a point where we're like, the intro is too good, man.
The intro is so good for just being
The
like
intro
a
is
minute and a
ridiculous.
half long
Mhm.
intro. It's no right being as good as it is.
Like at some point, we're like, do we put the intro on there? And I'm like,
Well, probably not, but it's still
maybe
really
not,
good.
but it's good. Woods' Hijack is such a good, fun. It fits that pop punk concept really, really
It
well.
does.
The whole concept of the album, but he's just
That song also
going
goes really
so
hard.
hard.
Yeah.
This is the point where most of these songs go pretty hard because Montage
Montage also goes
really
really hard.
Montage is so good.
It's a
Montage
banger.
is One Wee's banger for that album.
Banger on the sad boy
The
song
Sad
that was
Boy
the
album.
title. Yeah.
It's the Aurora of
Yes,
this year.
yes.
Let's be honest.
hmm
I always feel like One Wee always has a B-side on
They
there,
always
'cause
have
there's
to have
always
a
one
banger
B-side that
somewhere.
goes so hard.
So hard for no reason.
And it's one of the best things of the year.
hmm
But I think this category for the third year in a
Third year in a row.
goes to TXT
I
for
mean,
Thursday's
how
Child
could
Has
you
Far to
not?
Go,
They have
because
been the only
How could
winner
you
of
not?
this category in the time we have run this podcast.
How could you not?
I'm sorry.
But how could you not?
Thursday's Child. Okay, there's two things I want to say. First, I want to say that before we go on, the most disappointing thing on the TXT album is one that Trust Fund Baby was not the best.
It's just sad ballad.
Yeah,
Why
I
the
was,
fuck
like,
would you name a
shocked by
song
that.
Trust Fund Ballad,
How-
Trust Fund
Right?
Baby, and
Trust
make
Fund
it a
Baby.
ballad? Like, why would you do that?
Right?
We were so upset about that.
It's wild. I'm like shook by that.
But yeah, we're were thinking about Thursday's Child Has Far to Go. That song, another weird synth pop song that
Mhm.
why was synth pop so good this year?
The synth pop really strong this year.
Why does this song go? It doesn't go hard, but it's like a chill banger.
It's very good. It's such a banger.
It's a chill synth pop banger.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
What the fuck? The vocals on fucking point.
Yes. It is so good. Especially
Like-
for a song that is called Thursday's Child Has Far to Go.
I mean, I gotta stop like doubting TXT because when you hear a title like that, you're like, this can't be good.
Every
And
time
it's
TXT has a
TXT, and then
comeback,
you
I
have
look
fucking
forward to what
bangers.
the fucking titles of the B-sides are going to be, because there's always going to be one that's like a full sentence. And so they're
Look,
always
TXT
so fun.
really going for their like pop punk idols with your like
Yes, yes.
with your like Panic and your Fall Out Boy, which are just full sentence song titles.
Oh yeah. They're full.
You gotta do
But
it.
they were doing that before
And
they were pop punk too, because it's like why can't we keep the monster
It
alive?
was
Whatever the hell that
it was
song
all,
is.
to get to this point.
Yep.
Shit like What If I Had Been That
What if I had
Puma?
been that Puma? That's a banger
Yeah.
of a song.
That's another banger.
Yeah.
That is a banger.
Also, why
TXT
can't whatever that other one is? Why can't we keep the
Why
monster
Can't We
alive?
Keep
That's
the
also a
Monster
banger.
Alive?
Also, ghosting.
Great.
We nominated like
Ghosting
wish
is
list
great.
instead, but like
Wish-
ghosting is
Wish
also
List-
phenomenal.
Again, I
Yeah.
maintain that Wishlist should have won
Wishlist
that.
won
Wishlist was
2020, and then Dear
phenomenal.
Sputnik won 2021, and now
2021.
Thursday's Child is
I
Far to
still
Go
love
is winning
ghosting though. Ghosting for
2022.
me, I
I mean,
absolutely love
honestly, the weird thing is like we were thinking of giving it to a different person, but then we just kept listening to Thursday's Child Has Far to Go,
Yeah.
and it's so good.
It's just
So
so
good.
good.
God, maybe Kayla, maybe we've just been listening to bad synth pop until this year.
Maybe.
I mean,
Maybe that's
synth
the
pop
problem.
is great if
It
you give it a
is.
chance.
Maybe just it is, but it's gotta be
It's
done
gotta
right.
be good.
It's gotta be good. All right.
Our next
so the
category-
Best
category.
female
Best female
B-side.
And our nominees are Lee Seraphim, The Great Mermaid, Twice, Queen of Hearts, Chungha Love Me Out Loud, Purple Kisses Pretty Psycho, Stacey's Young Love, and Yoonha's Black Hole.
Woo.
Women making bangers.
So good.
The
All of these
women
songs so
killing
good.
it again this
Look,
year.
I don't know if I would call Stacey's Young Love a banger. so
I
much,
literally
banger.
in my head interpret dance to this song because it's so fucking good. I don't do it too much in
I don't know if I would
person.
say the word. I don't know if I would say the word.
It's a banger
in the traditional sense of banger.
Mhm.
It's just
But
so it's
I don't know if I'd
dripping
call
80s.
Pre-Psycho
It
a
is
banger
so
either,
dripping
but, like,
80s influence
no.
that I'm like, oh, that guitar
But the other,
riff.
but all the other ones are actual bangers.
Yeah.
The Great Mermaid, a banger. Queen of Hearts, a banger.
Banger.
Black Hole, a banger.
Chunga banger.
Yeah.
All of
Pretty
all
Psycho
these
saved the
lyrics are-
mem the fuck
Yeah.
album.
that album.
And then Black
the
Hole.
That album had
Has
fantastic
great
B-sides.
Great
for- as shit
B-sides.
of a
A
title
title
track
track,
it had.
shit title track.
yeah.
But you,
I want to give a
yeah, you and
that-
I Black
that-
Hole.
that album
So
has-
good.
So good.
So good. That entire, because that wasn't even an album that came out this year. That was a repackage.
Yes.
So that and the other song, which I forgot.
It's
I-
Event
CY/2022
Horizon.
is the other
yeah,
B-side.
that one. That one also phenomenal.
That one's great.
Like that, we also considered putting that one on there. I also want to give a shout out to a song from Lee Seraphim's second album, their Anti-Fragile
Oh,
album.
yeah.
I love No,
No
Celestial,
is
so
such a
much.
such a banger. No Celestial.
Like, I'm back and forth between whether I like The Great Mermaid or No Celestial more, but like both of them are phenomenal.
So
We
good.
put The Great Mermaid on here because we can only have one Lee Seraphim song.
I think I
yeah.
prefer The Great Mermaid too,
I
but
like
No
The Great
Celestial's
Mermaid,
still pretty
I think.
No
solid.
Celestials, yeah.
No Celestial's still
like,
a banger.
These songs are great.
So good.
They're just the best songs on all of these albums, except for the title track on that Purple Kiss album,
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
great.
So good. All of them.
And like we just picked the best B-side.
Yes.
But like I'd recommend all of these albums.
Like,
Yeah.
That's
I'd
Why
also
Smitty,
recommend all the
That's
albums
Why
from the
Smitty
boys
is
one.
really good. The
Yeah.
whole thing.
So good.
Great.
I also recommend all the minis from
Yes,
the boys
yes.
side too. But
There can only be one winner.
there
Our
can only be
winner.
one. And
The
it's gotta
Great
go to the
Mermaid.
Great Mermaid.
Because
So
that mermaid
good.
be great and is underrated as fuck. People need to stream that
So
song
good.
more. It was so fucking good.
It's so good.
Seriously. It's amazing. It's a vibe. They're talking
I
about
mean,
bitch
that-
dive
I have,
into the
like-
ocean. I'm gonna dive into the fucking
I
ocean.
have an absolutely stupid amount of listens on this song. It's like over 200. It's like
It's so
ridiculous.
good.
There
It's
was
so good.
actually on their YouTube channel they did do like a little like ad hoc quick cover of it, like music video lip sync thing.
Yeah, yeah.
To like it was like part of like a like little like one of those like special like game quiz videos they did. I guess they're just like essentially doing this quiz video in like the middle of Hive at nighttime because I guess it's
Right.
the only time you can film is in the Hive building at nighttime when there's no one else there. So they're
When
just
there's not people actually
dicking around
to
the Hive.
Trying to do their
actual
job.
so they're just having a
Like,
fun little
because it is a
impromptu
workplace.
music video filming, and it's like it's funny.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
It's
not.
cute.
It's not on their YouTube anymore. It's just on. It's on the internet now.
But very cute.
It's very cute, but yay.
Yay. Alright.
So next we have best our not so much particular music videos. Now we're into the fun categories.
Yes. We got best
So for
cover.
we have best cover. Who's covered whose songs?
Yep.
Oh,
So
this
we
is
have
funny.
Hidden Kai from TXT covering Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne.
Oh my god, I loved it.
We have One Week's
That was
performance
funny.
on Yu-Gi-Oh! Sketchbook, which is like a medley of many different songs together, which
Yeah,
we
they're
don't
covering
list, but it's a
like,
whole
Ive,
thing.
They're covering Tomboy. They're
Mhm.
covering a bunch of different songs.
Yep, we have JO1 covering Shine by Pentagon. And then we have Ed Flying doing a League of Legends medley, which is like KDA plus like Enemy by Imagine Dragons and a lot of other things going on there.
Yeah.
We have Icon covering Jik Jin by Treasure.
It's both a dance cover and vocal
Both.
cover.
And then
That
we
one.
have Gaho covering Shutdown by Blackpink.
All right. I think we got to talk about these one by
Let's
one.
talk about Skater Boy
Yeah.
first. of
Skater Boy.
all.
Skater Boy came out in the beginning of the year, and I listened to it because apparently he covered Skater Boy because it came out the year he was born.
Which is like
That's funny.
wild shit. I
God
hate
damn,
that
I
so
can't believe
much.
it.
I
Because if
fucking
you
hate
don't
it.
remember,
That's
Well, look,
crazy. The
Skater
thing.
Boy came out in like 2002.
Yeah.
And also, we can't say we're that attached because Skater Boy would have come out when we were 6.
But still.
So, like, it's fine. But still, like,
I feel
I
old.
adored this.
Well, it's funny because like
it
my
just-
brother's the same age as Hoon and Kai as well, so it's just like, oh my god, I'm just constantly reminded
Your
that
brother
I'm
is as
old.
old as Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne.
Yep.
I love Skater Boy as a
love
kid.
This
Was having a nice
cover.
quarter life crisis in the beginning of the year. It's fine.
Yeah.
This came out on February 19th.
Mhm.
He's thriving in this cover because he's just living his best life. I feel like this boy is intimately not intimately, but like he's heard this song before. This is not a song he has just covered randomly. He knows this song, which brings me joy because of course he does.
Of course he does.
I love it. It brought so much joy. Most people probably forgot this happened, but I will never forget.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that bejeweled out TXT skateboard.
Cute.
Yes.
So bejeweled out.
So one we covered Tomboy 11, Next Level, and Lovesick Girls. And made them all bangers. This is how
One
you
week
do a
covers are
band
so
song.
good. One week's
Half of these songs sound better when they sing them.
I don't know, but it's like impressive when you can take music like that and turn it into a nice melody.
Also,
but it's also that's the end of the sketchbook show because that show ended this year. But so it's unfortunate we won't get more covers. But they did a good job.
This was actually like from like a couple months ago. They went on pretty early in the year.
Yeah.
But I also will continue to love One We being able to fucking showcase being the only band that decides to showcase the fact that they have a band.
Yes.
Like, they will give a guitar solo. They will give a drum solo. They'll give you a fucking keytar solo.
Yes, I love a guitar solo.
Like, I love a keytar. I love the fact that in that
I love Dogmilk
performance,
having a
Dogmilk
guitar
goes-
and a guitar, a regular keyboard.
and a regular keyboard that switches back and forth
He's got both.
I know, but I also,
It's
love
so
them
funny.
being the only band that decides to showcase the fact that their members can actually play their instruments.
Mhm.
Like, what the fuck? This is a good band. They did not deserve the disrespect that they received this year.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We will discuss that at a later time, but they did not deserve the disrespect that they received.
Mhm.
JO1 covering Shine was the weirdest moment.
It's so weird because only half of them are in it because it's like the other half did Backdoor by Stray Kids. So
They did. And we obviously chose this one.
Huh.
But also it has like all of our favorite people in it.
It does have very cute people. And it's like, I know they performed this at like KCON Japan, and then also Yuto from Pentagon shows up in the middle of it for some reason. I had to do a double take. It was very confusing.
He was also there.
Also, why is there a treadmill in the back of this clip?
It's a good question.
I don't know.
It's a day.
I don't have
an
an answer for you.
That is so weird.
It's also the Lapone gym. I don't know.
I guess
so.
And Flying covering League of Legends. You can always count on a band to do a good cover, man.
Bands make great covers.
Oh yeah.
Bands always do good covers.
Mm-hmm.
Icon made Jikjin their own song.
This is such a
Bobby
banger.
wrote a rap.
It probably is better.
As an
it's
Icon
probably
song.
better, honestly.
It is.
Bobby made a rap. But if this would have been an Icon song, this also would have been in our top. If this would have been
in the top 10.
Yeah.
This would have still been in our top 10. It's so good when.
And I don't understand how it's so much different as an Icon cover than it's from Treasure, but it's so different.
And the thing is, other than Bobby's rap,
it's the same
because he writes his own rap because he's not just going to take the rap the other kids wrote.
Yeah,
it is an identical everything else. The instrumental's identical.
The only thing different is that it's just identical. Icon instead of Treasure.
It's Icon's vocalist doing it, and I think that proves our point that Icon is the best vocalist in YG.
Yeah,
and then there's Gaho doing Shutdown. So Gaho, I figured out, essentially does a cover of every Blackpink song. Like, every year. Like, last year he did a cover of Rosé's solo song. Like, he does a cover
Homeboy
of
likes the Blackpink.
Or he's
a fanboy.
Or he just likes to make their songs better.
That too.
They sound better.
He does do that every single time he covers them, so.
Yeah. It's wild. And honestly, Shutdown, like, not great, but, like, Shutdown, but Halloween? Yes. Halloween, but in a forest? Yes.
Yes.
I also feel like I never hear from Gaho.
I feel like I just don't pay enough attention
when
to
I
him.
see him, but I never hear from him.
Right. He's good. Wait, but our winner. Come on. It's Icon's Jikjin because it's a better song. It is so much better.
They make... so a lot of these groups did make these songs better when they cover them.
Yeah.
But this one was so like they made this song their own.
Because I didn't
This
even.
is an icon
I listened
song.
to Jichin originally from Treasure, and I was like, "This is fine," but I didn't listen to it again. And then I listened to Icon cover it, and I was like, "This is so good."
Can they put this version on Spotify? Because I will listen to
It's
this.
so
more.
good.
Yeah.
It's so good. They have a recording somewhere.
They do, because they are not.
Give it
they're
to
not
me.
live singing in this dance
Exactly.
practice. Like it's somewhere. They
Just
have
so
it.
gi- So give it to me.
I know.
I want it. That's all I want.
They're so good. Love that for them.
I love that for them. So now we have best special performance, which is just
Different.
you're performing your own song,
But
a little
different.
different.
But a little
Yes.
bit different and a little bit special. So our nominees here are Woods' I Hate You, which is a live band version. Kepler's Wadada from Queendom. Treasure's Danari remix version. Gillen's Touch My Body from Queendom. And then Akmu's Naka from Take One. And 17's World, which is also a live band version.
So we like live band.
We love
versions
live
because
band
some
versions.
Bands really well. They do very well when it comes to these
The thing
groups.
is,
I
like,
tell you.
when it's for the right, because here's the thing: we have seen live band versions, but it's for the wrong song.
Sometimes
Yeah.
the song doesn't work.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
sounds terrible.
not at all.
We know there's certain live band versions that don't work, but like a live band for the pop punk song "I Hate You" by Woods, yes,
Great.
Yes.
of course, that's great. World by 17. 17 also does these live band versions a lot, and they're always great.
They're so
We gave
good.
it to Rock With You last year. World also works really well with a live band.
It does, and
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like it should, but it really does.
Yeah, again, because it's not like they lean into the rock elements. They just play like really nice instrumentals under it, and it's really good.
Uh-huh.
The Queendom songs are good. I think
Kepler's is there
Wadada-
because it's a better version on Queendom than
Yes.
it is of the original song. Like, they made that
it
song a
is.
way
It
better
is
song.
less irritating.
Yeah. That makes. Yeah, I
than
agree
They
with
did
that.
on Queendom.
And then Hyolan
And then
is just
Hyolan-
thriving. Absolutely thriving on Queendom.
I loved
Killing
her
it.
Touch My Body performance because it is different enough from Sistar, and it is just she's living her best life. She
Mhm.
looked like she was having so much fun
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it. Ugh.
Her other
And it's
performance,
like
I would
what a
have.
Queendom performance should be. It's
Yeah.
big, it's different. They like did something different with the song.
The other, her other Queendom performance that would have qualified for this category is also really good, where she did Bae and CC. Like, that was
yes.
also fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also could have been here. Both of those
Mhm.
are great. So do you want to explain what Take One is for people?
Yeah,
who have
so
not heard of it?
Take
'Cause
One
a
is
lot of people
a
haven't.
Take One's a show on Netflix. They essentially got, I think, 6 or 7 different artists, and they said if you can put on like one of the like most extravagant performances like you could have ever do, what would you want to do? And the only catch to that is like they have to film the entire thing in one take. So it's hence where Take One comes from. And so
Let's put it this
Akmu
way: Akmu understood the assignment.
Akmu's
Akmu was the
I
only
cannot
one
I
that,
cannot
like, did
overstate
something
how
different.
much Akmu's performance is better than every single other person who went on this show, because they're the only
Literally.
person who understood what the show was about. Like Mama
Or,
Boo
like,
is also
took the
on
show
it,
in,
Rain
like, an
is on
interesting
it,
direction.
Yuhio is on it, and everyone else's one is just some type of like concert with like a little bit of something extra in it, but it's mainly just a concert for their fans. And Akmu is out here in like the middle of a field with like synchronized skydivers and like probably 300 backup dancers.
Something like that.
And like just all of this absolutely ridiculous stuff.
But
going
when
on
I think one take, that's what I think of one take.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous and extravagant like
and like
that.
I watched their episode, they're
little
like
bit
running
dumb,
all
and a
over
little
the place for
pretentious.
it. It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very pretentious because Chan Hyuk's in his pretentious phase.
Well, yeah, Chan Hyuk does.
Yeah.
I think this was Chan Hyuk's idea.
It was 100%. Chan Hyuk
This is Chan Hyuk.
Is
the
it
visual
pretentious?
director.
Probably, but honestly, I
Yes.
like that they did
It's
it
so
because you know what?
good.
Push the boundaries,
fun.
challenge
This
your
performance is so
coworkers,
good. It
All right,
is so
all right.
fun.
I'm not saying it's
It's well
boundary
done.
pushing. It is very
Well,
it's
for
surface
Korean
level
artists, I would
pretentious.
say it is because you don't I
It's-
don't
it's
really see this
surface
from
level
Korea.
pretentious.
So for Korea, I'd say it's pushing the limits.
He's in his artsy phase, yeah.
Yeah, I also think Chan Hyuk thinks he's far more. He's pretentious. Let's put
He's
it
Yeah.
very pretentious, Chan Hyuk. You can tell if you didn't know it's his solo album, so pretentious.
Oh yeah. But that's always fun.
Mhm.
And then Treasure. Oh, Treasure.
Mhm.
This remix
This
got
song-
him got that song popular.
No, it's a different one.
The song,
Okay.
this version
one that got
popular
popular is just the
was
double
a
speed version.
essentially a nightcore version of this song.
Okay, a different version of it, but
it's
still.
originally a ballad. It's originally
It's a ballad,
like a
and
ballad
it
on their
and it kind of
Jikjin
sucks
album.
as a ballad. It's really
It is
not a
good
good
as
song.
a ballad. So essentially, what they did is if you pitch shift it up and like double speed it, it sounds so good.
It sounds so good, and it went viral
and then
on
it became
TikTok.
viral on TikTok.
And then YG Entertainment, I guess, was like, well, I guess we'll put out a remix, except that they didn't just double speed and pitch it up. They made like a pop punk remix of it instead.
And that worked out
And that was
really,
also
really well.
great.
Because honestly, I think if they had just double speeded it would have just been the freaking.
It would have just been the TikTok version.
It would have just been the TikTok.
That like some person
So, yeah.
just like randomly did with
Just
no
did
thought.
it.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know it's treasure because it's double speeded, it sounds like you can't tell.
I
It's treasure.
did not
Yeah.
know it was a treasure song. Like
I didn't
until
either.
I specifically looked at the sound and it said treasure in it. I was like, this isn't a treasure
no.
song, is it? Like I was so
It
confused.
is because it sounds so different than
Oh yeah.
the original version. Because it's
And
a
then
fucking
what I
ballad.
did after I found out it was treasure, I went and I listened to it like the regular song, and I was like, oh, this song sucks. Like not sped up and
It's
higher.
so
Like
it's too because the thing is when you double speed a song, usually it sounds bad because songs are not meant to be that fast.
yeah.
That song is so slow.
Mhm.
It's almost like agonizingly slow.
So slow.
that if you double speed it, it just sounds normal. It sounds like it should sound.
Yeah.
It sounds like normal speed. But no, they did a pop punk remix, and I love a pop punk remix.
We do.
Honestly, I like this. This is my favorite version of the song.
Oh yeah.
It's so fun.
It's so
And
fun.
that's why
it's also the winner.
It's our winner.
Oh yeah.
Treasure had such a good year, man.
They did.
Oh yeah.
I
much
would have
better
never
year.
imagined
They should
us
be
giving an award to Treasure in these awards, and yet here we are.
Here we are. Honestly, they deserve it.
Best choreo.
Best choreo male. What boys were out here dancing their little hearts out.
Mhm.
So we have Enhypen's Blessed Cursed, Rocky and Jinjin Just Breathe, 17's Hot, BTS's Run BTS, Asher's Candy Sugar Pop, and One Us's Same Scent.
And these are all
All right.
great.
These are all great. I mean, these are all groups you can count on to make good choreo.
all the time.
Astro, I think some of the most underrated dancers in K-pop.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Both in like Candy Sugar Pop is such a great choreo.
Mhm.
It's Astro doing Astro choreo. I don't think it's
Right.
phenomenal for Astro, but even Astro just having a normal year is better than most K-pop groups can do.
And Jinjin and Rocky out here just
Jinjin and
having the
Rocky.
best time of their lives with that choreo.
It's fun, it's silly, but still like good moves.
Oh, yeah.
And good dancing. 17
always good.
does phenomenal.
17
For
always good.
13 people, it's wild to me that their choreo is always so intricate and
I know.
so good. We've talked about Enhypen's Blessed Curse in our 90s fantasy. Love the dancing.
Love that.
I think the dancing is so good
Mhm.
in that.
It is
they all do
fantastic.
it really well. One Us had a good One Us year. I think the dancing was really, really good.
Mhm. We love
I love
the
floor
water as well.
Now we get to the big one.
Yep.
I think we can just say that it's
That
Run
is the winner.
BTS,
Yep.
run bulletproof, run.
There is no
Question.
reason they should be
Why is
going.
it going
it's
so
going
hard?
so hard
It goes
for
so
no
hard.
reason. It goes so hard.
Why are they going so hard?
At
So this-
almost like at
They haven't
30
gone hard in a
years
while. I
old,
guess they
like,
wanted
we're
to go
going so
hard.
hard.
But like they don't need to for this B-side. Why
For this
are we
B-side on
going-
their best hits compilation album, like we don't need to
also,
go this hard.
but they're
with the
gonna
choreo.
perform like twice because they're like, okay, we're doing the Busan concert, and then
Yeah.
immediately we're going into the middle for this free Busan concert.
Well, maybe
by
that's
the way.
why they went so hard because they were only gonna have to do it a handful of times.
Exactly.
Maybe. Well, no, this is the kind of dance that you cannot do on tour. Like you can't do this
It's
every
so
No.
it's a
No.
lot.
It's a
so
lot.
much.
We'd kill them.
It's going so hard.
But like it's so hard. Like when BTS wants to go hard, like what this reminds me of is Dionysus, which also
God,
went
yeah.
That one
unnecessarily
goes so hard for no reason too.
I
Like,
remember they did that
BTS
first in the
every-
tour I saw in
Yeah.
2019.
I
for
know
a
I
reason.
did. Oh my, it's wild. Well, it also reminds me of like 17 does the same thing where they'll have like hit they could only dance to one of the choruses on their tour because like there's certain songs you can't do. There's certain songs you gotta save,
Uh-huh.
but I want to point out that BTS is also known for having 2 members that quote unquote can't dance.
Yes.
Where?
And they keep up.
Where the fuck?
And they
Where
keep
the
up.
fuck is the fact that RM and Jin apparently don't know how to dance?
I think it's called
Where?
a lot of
They have
years of
never-
experience now to catch up.
But
and
I'm just
stay in
saying at
place.
this point, like, there are K-pop groups where, like, they dance better than most, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the hell are we talking about? They can't dance.
Mhm.
Bullshit. They've always kept up, and it's ridiculous to me. But this goes unnecessarily hard,
so
and you
hard.
gotta respect
For
it.
what?
You gotta respect people that are like, every once in a while we have to show off.
Yep.
Like, you want to talk shit, don't talk shit.
Also, I just love
Don't
this
talk shit
image
if
of
you
them
can't
in
keep
front of
up.
the... Was it shot out
The shot
safe,
out, like,
probably.
doors.
Yeah.
Love that.
door safe?
It's great.
So
They look
meta.
great. Love them.
So meta.
All right, so best female choreo.
Whoop-de-doo.
What ladies?
Yep. So our nominees here are From Us Nine's DM, Nayeon's Pop, New Jeans' Attention, Card, Ring the Alarm, Lee Seraphim, Anti-Fragile, and Twice's Talk That Talk.
Also great choreo.
Great choreos.
So great.
They're different than the male choreo, but they're all going way too hard. Like, certain of these are going hard.
Mhm.
Like, DM is From His Nine, I think, are great, phenomenal dancers as a group.
They
I think
are.
they do
Their
really, really
choreographies
well.
are always really good.
They're
Yeah.
always really nice choreography, even from like the get-go. I remember like when they first debuted, just very smooth and presentable.
Yeah. I think Nayeon had really fun choreo.
Hers
I
is
like
really fun.
Like,
Very
the little
catchy with the
hand
hands.
move.
Yes.
Yeah, the hand move was like really, really fun and cool, and it's like different.
Mhm.
Because I feel like you don't really get those like fun little things.
Yeah.
And they're like fun and cute and memorable. That's the thing.
Yes.
New Jeans hairography of the year.
So good.
Literally.
So good. Like, these girls, it's good choreo without the hairography, because I've seen people cover it that have like shorter hair.
Yeah.
But in terms of
The
like
hair adds-
the
it really
long
adds to
hair
it.
does add.
Oh
a
god,
lot.
yeah.
Yes.
Card picks up right where they left off.
Yep.
Great dancing. Also, we love actual interactions between men and women.
Literally the only group who was able
Also,
to do that.
I like
apparently.
I like that this song involves everyone just throwing their ass back. Because
Yes.
you know
Literally.
what?
That's what they
Equality.
need.
That is true equality.
Yes, absolutely.
Everyone gets
throws
to,
your
like,
ass
twerk.
back.
Yes.
Everyone throw their ass back, because they should. BM out there doing it with as much enthusiasm as
BM
both
is
Soman
having
and
the
G.
time of his life.
He's thriving, honestly. And, like, that's the thing you need from a co-ed group. All of them
Honestly.
need to be willing to do everything. Anti-Fragile.
Anti-Fragile goes so hard.
So
Oh
hard.
god. There's a reason why they got Performer of the Year. Here it is. These watch out
Love
for them.
that.
Watch out for these girls for performances
They
in the future.
dance so well.
They
They
do so
together.
well.
so
and
well together.
And it's also, their choreography is always so interesting, especially with them only
Yeah.
having 5 members, too. It's really
Yeah.
always really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Talk That Talk, while it is just a Twice choreo, I think Twice has
choreo is always good.
some of the cleanest choreos in K-pop.
Oh, yeah.
They are always there, they're always thriving, and they always do it so well with such charisma.
Mm-hmm. And our winner
But
for
we
this...
had to give it to the hairography.
Choreography.
Also, that choreo is fun and interesting. Like, there's a lot of, like, floor work. It's, like, a lot going on.
It is. It's very good.
And for a debut,
Oh
So
god.
good.
Which-
Killer.
killer debut.
Killer.
So the next award is Underrated Boy Group. Our nominees are... We have more nominees in this than usual. Look, we like boy groups.
These are our underrated boy groups. We love an underrated boy group.
We love an underrated boy
Fantastic.
group, making peak K-pop, always.
K-pop.
We have Mirai, Drippin', P1 Harmony, WeI, DKZ, CIX, and MCND. Look.
Good choices,
here's the
eh?
thing. Look, here's the
So
thing.
good.
Here's
All
the
of
thing.
them.
This gets 7 nominees because we can't cut anybody.
No,
No.
They're all too good. They all deserve this.
they do.
It's hard.
All for different reasons, eh?
Look, Mirai is a better boy group than they deserve to be. They fucking make bangers, and who would have thought about
Yeah,
it?
I was shocked
I know.
by their
They're
release
so-
this year. Like Marvelous, I think. Yeah, that was
Marvelous,
pretty
very
banger.
Yeah, but Marvelous is good. Even their other one, they had a second song, and that was also, like, good. They're making noise-adjacent music. And
Noise
here's the-
adjacent, but But they're, and even like, because Mirai also tends to be in like male teen crush sometimes
Yes.
too, and then they're really, really good when they're in that.
Very
genre.
Yes.
Marvelous is very male teen
Yeah.
crush, and I love it. Drippin' finally figured out what
Drippin'
to
like
do.
really figured their shit out this year, and I'm so happy for them. Like
Look,
they
Willow
so good
took a
this
couple
year.
years. They
They
took a
did.
couple. They took
truly
a little
did.
too long. In my opinion, they took way too long.
Yeah.
But they finally figured it out, and that's better than never.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The one they just
And they're
released,
finally wearing
One,
some good drip, eh?
so good.
that
so
full
good.
album they released is so good.
I
Love
know
that
it's
full
really
album.
good.
So good.
P1
for them.
Harmony, we've nominated them 18
Baller.
other times. P1
They're
Harmony's
baller
so
this
good.
year. They killing
Always
it.
good. Never miss.
Never miss. Never. Don't know how to miss.
And they
One of
finally
the
got their
best
debut
boy
year.
groups.
They finally got their debut, 3 comeback year in
They
one
did.
year.
They
eh?
did because they
Yeah.
didn't get that last year.
Nah.
WeI continues making bangers for the. They feel so old.
Mm.
They,
They
are
do.
not.
They do
They
feel
are not.
really old, but they're not. They're the same
They're-
age as Drippin' and P1 Harmony.
That's
They
wild,
are,
eh?
but also
MC and D.
they just also have people that have been doing this for like 5 years
For
too.
ages.
That's true that, yeah.
For ages. DKZ is the triumph
Thriving.
story of the fucking
Literally.
year. I'm so
Thriving.
happy for that.
You know, the
It's
power
like
of a BL, the power of a web
career.
BL, man. Who knew?
Well, also the fact that they finally actually like made. Here's the thing. I also think that DKZ is going into male teen crush, especially with Cupid. Not so much with the song they released after, but Cupid
Mhm.
especially is very male teen crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the rebrand. The
So
rebrand
cute.
is great. DKZ a way better name than Donk is. Better.
Thriving.
Yes.
Thriving, living their best lives. I'm so happy for them. They're honestly, depending on how they do next year, could be in the real boy group category.
I know they
could.
sell really well now, so like
They do really well.
they're
Good
really
for
making a
them.
comeback.
I'm so happy. They've crawled up the ranks.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we got
CIX makes bangers.
Oh yeah,
The only
CIX.
banger is very different than CIX in 2021, but
Yes.
still like so good.
But
So
also,
good,
so
and
not
also
that-
like underrated. Because where did people not watch this or listen to this? Like this
No
song,
one-
458,
again, I think-
bro. That song is a hot.
But here's the thing.
So
I think
good.
no one has ever
So
really
hot.
like this is the 101 branch groups. 101 branch groups did terrible.
they do really
for
bad.
some reason.
Well, the two 101
the
branch
two
groups,
101 branch groups. Look, there were
both
only
not
two.
thriving really that much.
Not
but
doing great, but also CIX also took a little bit to figure out what they were doing. Jungle still not good.
I still
but,
don't
like,
know if they know what they're doing, but
I don't
like
know.
they've been doing good music now for 2 years.
That's
It's been
the
very,
thing.
very different vibes, the music, but
I think they're trying to still figure it out.
yeah.
And you know what? As long as the bangers keep coming, I
As
don't
long
care.
as the music is good, I don't really care if they have figured out a sound per se,
Fair.
but they've been good for a while now. So
MC&D, another group that's just made
AKA the
fucking
only boy group
bangers.
that should only be allowed to do noise music at this
their
point. I
noise
think.
music is so good. I love
I don't
their
know
noise
if
music.
they
It's
they're
great.
still doing that like noise adjacent music.
Well, that's the thing. They do
Still.
I
it
feel
well.
like they are the
you
most
know,
noise
like if
music
they could,
of like
That's
the
them.
ones that
of
I
these,
enjoy.
yes,
for
they're the
sure.
only noise music group.
And out of like noise music groups that I enjoy, I definitely like MC&D's are the best.
Same.
Because
I think they actually figured out that like you need a vocalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need vocalists, people. Noise music's main problem is that they trying to not have you sing in a song.
yeah, exactly,
Yes.
What the fuck?
exactly.
MC&D thriving. Hashtag mood. Why are we making hashtag songs in 2022? That's the
There's
only
a lot
complaint
of
I have.
a lot of things like phrases and whatnot that have been brought back. In
That have been brought back for
2022
no
that are
reason.
just like,
maybe
why we
maybe
doing
because
that now?
TikTok
That is-
does hashtags.
that's-
Maybe right?
Not really.
They don't. Is it
I
like
mean,
apps
they
or
do,
something?
They
It's
do
like a promotional-
hashtags, but they're not like promotional
but not
like
in
a
the
Twitter
way
hashtag.
that it was before.
That's
like,
just
yeah, where
they're
hashtags
literally
used
just
to
there
be.
for you to be able to search for things. They're not like a Twitter hashtag where
Okay.
it becomes the tweet.
Huh,
But like no,
interesting.
that's it is literally the only complaint I have about MC&D
Yep.
is that it's called hashtag mood. That is my only note. Everything else perfection. Keep
Great.
doing what you're doing.
Love
Yeah.
that.
All of these boys could win. All of these
They
boys
could.
should win.
They
Yeah.
did so
all of
good.
them are
They
phenomenal.
did so good this year. I love
There's
them.
just
Mhm.
one that did a little bit better.
Yes, and that is P1 Harmony.
Look, they're the ones that had just keep coming up.
Yeah.
They've been nominated how many times?
And
They
how
deserve
many?
this.
Yeah, how many other categories has P1 Harmony been in already? Like
I
they're
know.
so good.
Like
I
all
know.
the boys are thriving. I still maintain that underrated and like new goo boy groups make some of the best music in all of K-pop and
They
also
do.
are
They
where
truly
trends
do.
form.
True.
Because again, noise music was being done by Nugu K-pop boy groups in like 2015, and now is the major sound. Like really here, maybe male teen crush Kayla that the underrated boy groups are doing now will be the popular thing in 2025.
Maybe we'll see.
Maybe it just takes a couple years.
Takes a little
Perhaps, yeah.
Who knows?
Who
I'm
knows?
hoping for it.
Yes.
But underrated boy groups got to start doing Tropical House again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Amazing.
Tropical House.
Tropical House, regular house,
All the houses, yeah.
house music,
Trap
like,
house.
Hey, give me some reggaeton. I don't care. Just give me some.
Oh god,
That's
I
not
love
noise.
fucking reggaeton, man.
I don't know if I trust K-pop to do reggaeton. I trust
Well, I
them
mean,
to do
Le
Tropical
Seraphim
House,
did it. Le
questionable,
Seraphim
but
did
like
this
it's
year.
fine. It was.
Fragile.
That's more. It's not full. I mean,
It
I
is
know
Alright,
a
it's
full
more
reggaeton.
Rosalia reggaeton. Okay, I'll give it to you.
It's not. It's reggaeton flavored.
Yeah, we
Not
didn't get full
reggaeton.
reggaeton with that.
It's
but-
not even. I wouldn't even call it reggaeton.
But no, I love reggaeton. But anyways, back to whatever this list is.
underrated girl group.
Girl groups.
This evens out with the amount of underrated boy group nominees.
It
we had.
does. All right, so our nominees here we have Rocket Punch, Alice, Purple Kiss, Cherry Bullet, and Bugaboo. Big R.I.P. to Bugaboo.
R.I.P. to
as of
Bugaboo.
recently.
We did not. We made this like a month ago. Did not know what was gonna happen.
I
R.I.P.
mean,
Bugaboo.
regardless of if they disbanded or not, they were gonna
They
be
were
here
good.
anyway. So
they were good
fine.
this year. I enjoyed.
They were
them.
good. It's
I know.
unfortunate they disbanded, but that's how life goes, I guess.
I mean,
Sometimes
they weren't
that's how
doing
K-pop
that well.
goes.
True. That's how it works,
But
eh?
then again, a lot of groups aren't doing that well, and they
Yep,
live
yep.
for years. But
Which is
who's to
amazing.
say?
It's like, where do you find the money to still run the show? I'm impressed half the time.
Yep.
So,
Rocket Punch, really good. They also
Very
figured their
good.
shit out a little bit this year.
Did
We'll love
they, or
figuring
did they momentarily figure it out and might go? I still don't trust that they figured it out.
I don't know, but I
It's much-
enjoyed
I
it.
think
Whatever
that
it
they- I
was.
think
Both
they-
the
they're-
Japanese single and both the Korean release this year, I really liked both of them. So
Mhm.
I think they had a solid year in terms of music release.
They had what? Yeah, I'm saying they had one solid year. I don't know if I fully trust that Willem has figured out what to do with Rocket Punch.
Well, it's the same way that I don't
long-term.
trust that Drippin's concept is going to change drastically because there seems to be the end of like a trilogy like Golden Child did, so I don't actually know what to expect of either of them.
I don't.
come
Fair
this
enough,
year,
I don't know what
so-
I expect from Willem as a company anymore.
Yeah.
It really just is a touch and go. Alice is the rebranding of
Elris
Elris.
rebranded. Yeah, they were fun.
They did very fun. It's very good.
hmm
They had like that one like more ballady single and then went with the more poppy one. I think that
Mhm.
they're doing really well.
I really
They
liked it.
it is an entire they did a full rebranding because this is nothing like Elris, so good
No.
for them.
Yeah.
Purple Kiss is a group that could eventually make it to like the regular girl group category.
I agree. I think they have a
think
lot
the
of
only thing
potential.
holding them back.
They kind
I
of
think
had
one
one
of the
miss this year with with one title track, but otherwise everything
But
else
the
besides
other
that
thing is
one,
that they're
fantastic.
just doing the same thing with that title track.
They
that
just have the
fucking
One
they
Us
do with One Us
problem.
problem.
Yeah,
they got the
it's,
One
their
Us
company
problem.
seems to have that issue
That's
lately.
an RBW problem.
That's an RBW thing because they want to do two concepts at once.
And this is not
And
what
like
I
one
want.
of the concept is very specifically something we don't like.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why
Uh,
R&B
Cherry
continues
Bullet-
to do that, but
Cherry Bullet continues to be a group that does one good
One song at the
every
beginning
year,
of the year. One
Yes.
song at the beginning of the year, and then
and
nothing
then we
again.
don't hear about them again.
and then gone for the rest of
I
the
find
year.
it funny
I
how
feel
that
like
works, but
FN
it was still a good song this year.
FNC finally decided that, Pew and Harmony's gonna get their debut year 3
Yes.
years in. Cherry Bullet, never.
Cherry Bullet and one song.
Never gonna get their debut year. Fuck.
They did. I mean, their debut year was
Their
a
debut year, they had, I think,
Yeah.
They had
2,
3.
didn't they? They had 3? Okay.
Yeah.
But they never did anything else.
Yeah.
Like,
One
just
song a
very
year, that's
consistently
all you
one
get.
song a year, right? Or just one comeback a year
One
at least.
come-
It's
comeback
one
a
comeback
year.
every
Yeah.
year.
The last
in
2
the
years has
beginning
been
of
one
And they
the
song
started
a
off
year.
with 10, and now there's
It's like
7
January.
people.
Well, they lost 3 all at once.
Yeah,
That
that's
was also a
wild.
big
3
problem.
like
and then
they lost.
then
they
they
didn't
lost,
lose 3 this year. They lost 3 like 2 years ago.
They
at this
lost
point.
3
like,
members, like 2 comebacks in, and then
yeah,
they
like
wasted
they've
a
been
lot
7
of
for a
20
long time.
Then they wasted a lot of 2021 on Girls Planet. So
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
So like
fair, yeah.
they've been 7 for the majority of their career,
Yep.
Yeah, at this point.
and then Bugaboo just made like solid K-pop. They're maybe the best Nugu K-pop girl group
Yes, and now they
Unfortunate.
are no more.
Unfortunate. R.I.P. Bugaboo.
R.I.P.
I mean, good. At
but-
least they, left with good music.
I know. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about their music.
music.
Kind of like,
Good,
with
no money.
G-Friend, except G-Friend wasn't really that Nugu. But at least, same
Yeah,
idea of you're into good
was
music.
G-Friend was extremely popular.
True,
Yeah,
G-Friend way more
Bugaboo-
popular, but
G-Friend left with money. Bugaboo left with no money.
Bugaboo had 2 songs and then really sadly disbanded.
And then
so-
very sadly disbanded into the ether.
jeez,
Yep.
yeah.
But the winner
the winner.
is Rocket Punch, mainly because we hope Willem keeps this up.
If this
Willem
type of
keeps
music
this
is
up,
what
this could
Rocket
be
Punch
very
can
good.
keep doing, like, this would be great for them.
Yeah, the
Also,
last
if they
couple
just
of
make-
comebacks from
all
Rocket Punch
Rocket-
I've actually enjoyed a lot, so I hope they kind of keep it up.
And
I
if
have
they
enjoyed
make their
the one
Japanese
last-
music and Korean,
And the
also,
Japanese music,
I
eh?
have
that,
only
please.
I have only enjoyed their last comeback and their Japanese music.
Yeah.
The one before that was not good. Because the one
was
before that
fine.
was
Chiquita.
no, wasn't it Ring?
Yeah, it was
Ring.
Ring. I
No,
liked
there was-
Ring.
No,
I
they
was.
had Chiquita at
I-
the beginning of the year.
No, yeah,
that was
Chiquita
it.
was
Okay,
this year.
Chiquita
Yeah.
was fine. Chiquita
Yeah.
was fine. Ring,
Ring,
whatever.
whatever that one was, that was
Whatever
bad.
that one,
like,
terrible.
that was a bad song.
Don't do that again.
Bad song.
Never go back to that. Chiquita was mainly boring. Flash is really where I
Flash
thought
is
they finally
really
found
good.
something. Flash
Yeah.
is very
Yeah.
good. If they keep that up, they can
Thrive.
actually be a pretty good girl group.
Yeah.
The problem is I feel like they're bouncing around comebacks like
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I have no idea what to think of any group that comes out of Willem because the music is just
I don't even know what to think of
different
Golden
every
Child
single
anymore.
time. Golden Child is also all over the place. But they've
I
always
feel
been
like
all over
Willem
the
just
place.
does, for some reason, just doesn't really have as much of a clear direction with their groups at the moment.
Well,
I'm not
they've
quite sure
lost
why.
They
Because
no
none
longer
of them have
have
popped
every
off, so they
single-
keep trying to figure out what concept will make them pop
Yeah.
off, and none of them are gonna pop off.
And every
if they
single
keep
member
bouncing.
of Infinite has now left their company.
Yeah.
So
So
and
they,
they have
lost
one
all
member of
Infinite.
Lovelies left, so that's like all of their founding groups have left them. So we now have a unique category next,
We
which
have
is
okay,
best Nugu boy group.
yes.
And that's the only
Uh,
Nugu category we got, eh?
This is
This
only
is the
have a
only
Nugu boy
Nugu
group category.
Look, here's the thing: we couldn't fill an underrated girl group category. You think we can fill a Nugu girl group category?
Yeah, we're not
It's
really
possible.
the best when it comes to
Here's
Nugu
the
girl
thing.
groups, eh?
Here's the thing: it might. There are no good Nugu girl
The
groups.
problem
I
is we
maintain
know
At
that.
least
of them.
collectively
There
that we
is
know of,
no
eh?
problem.
good Nugu
It's not the
girl
problem that
groups.
we don't know them. It's the problem
We
that we
don't-
think they're
we don't
bad.
like them.
Like we don't
The
like
problem
them.
is we do know them. That
Yeah.
is
We do
the
know
main
them.
issue. Is
They're
that we
just
do
not
know
good.
who they are.
We don't like
They
them.
aren't. And
Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
depending on how next year goes, we are contemplating getting rid of the underrated girl group category. Now the
Yeah.
Bugaboo's gone, we're down to 4.
That is a hard
Who are we
category
putting
to
in there?
fill every single year we do
We-
it. Like it's
And
so
you know
hard
what?
to fill
If
that
it gets
category.
too hard, we're deleting it. That's the plan. Sorry, people. But Nugu boy groups.
Yeah, for some reason, the more popular girl groups we seem to, at least the high ones especially, we seem to like a lot. Just the Nugu ones, I guess, just haven't attracted
the
us,
thing
eh?
with girl groups is that we have there's a lot more boy groups I enjoy, popular and unpopular. Like
Oh.
there's like
yeah,
3
We
or
just
4 in
enjoy
the
more-
popular boy group category we could have switched out.
we just
Mhm.
enjoy
Even with
more
the
boy
regular
groups
girl
generally.
group category, yeah. Even in
We
the
just
regular
enjoy
girl
boy
group
groups.
category, we can't like. There's the 6.
We
And
nominate the
that's
same
kind of
6
it.
people
Oh, yeah.
every single year.
We
in the girl
nominate the
group
same people
category.
over and over again because they're the only people we like. Okay.
I know.
basically.
And the more that they die, because the girl groups disband a lot, the less we got. Boy groups, at least, they keep replenishing.
Listen, we're not out here trying to pretend like we like girl groups more than
We're
we
not
like
here-
boy
we're
groups.
not going
Like,
to
we're not
bullshit
gonna even
anybody.
If
pretend to
anything,
lie
I might be
about
the
that.
We're
only
not
one
gonna
that
bullshit
might
anybody.
like the girl group slightly more, depending. But like, I'm not,
Look,
I kind of follow what we more. So
Maria
do,
also
I'd say.
can't. Also, Maria, can you fill a Nugu girl group category?
To be honest, no.
Exactly.
here we are.
Nugu girl groups are bad. Don't at me.
Don't ask.
I'm right.
This is our
Also,
award
if you
show.
wanna-
Shut up. Go
Here's
away.
the thing: if you want a Nugu girl group awards, there's a
Go
bunch.
to New
Go
Group
to them.
Promoter.
Go over
Honestly,
there.
There's
Nugu
so
Promoter.
many,
Go over there.
so many
Nugu
places
Promoter
you can
does
get that
all of the
content.
things.
I mean, let's be
You
real
guys-
here. Where do you see
No one cares
like
about
Twitter
Nugu boy
or
Where's
like
the Nugu
Instagrams
boy
or
group
anywhere else that talk about
promoter?
Nugu boy groups as
No
much?
one cares
It's usually
about
just
Nugu
the
boy
girl
groups.
groups
We
they
are
talk
the
about.
ones. We are the only people that care. Also, before we say this, what is the difference between a Nugu and an underrated? It's an arbitrary line that we've come up with.
It's fine.
Look, if
It's
you think
based off
certain
of
groups-
arbitrary popularity. It's fine. Don't add us.
It's based
we
off
don't have
our
any,
perceived popularity.
We
Look,
do not have any type of actual like statistics for debating who goes in
Exactly.
what category.
So look, it's arbitrary, but be thankful all the boys are nominated.
Yeah, let's get to the nominees. Speaking of
boys,
which,
new good
So
boy
we got
groups.
Kingdom, Blitzers, Ghost 9, Elast, DKB, and Omega X.
they're
Yeah.
all
We did
underrated.
almost
We're all
have
Nugu
7
for
of these.
some sort of reason, but honestly, I like their music.
A
at least
lot
the
of
ones
them
they've
are
released.
sales
Yeah.
related.
Yes.
None of these boy groups sell that well, but
No.
like thrive. Kingdom
Kingdom
weird
had
concept,
one really good
one
song
very
and
good.
one like really weird song, but they did.
it was odd,
fine
but like I
overall.
wouldn't call it bad. Is
It wasn't
the thing.
bad. It was just
Also, Kingdom
confusing.
sticking
Weird.
to the your old
We're like
timer
2 years
kinda
in now, and they're
concepts.
still in the same.
Well, they
they're
are
still sticking
kings.
to it.
They are
It's
going
sort of-
for
it is the
Korea
group
this time
concept.
around, I will say.
They
But
fully
I mean, I think
committed to
they've
the
gone for
concept.
Korea like 3 or 4 times.
I mean, yeah,
'cause
they like
can't
the old
do
school
China.
Korea concept for them. So
I mean, that's like
makes sense. It's a
yeah,
K-pop group,
that's-
so
Yeah,
Blitzers made bangers.
yeah.
Blitzers does make bangers.
Fucking banger. Noisy bangers,
Noise
but
bangers.
bangers. But like different noise. Because I would say
Yes.
Bobbin is a noise music song, but
Very
like
noise.
not in the traditional way that K-pop makes
It's
noise
not.
music
It's
now.
not in the noise music way that it's got like weird sounds in the background. It's
It's
in the
just
noise music way
loud.
the instrumental is very loud.
It's just
It's got a lot of electric guitar.
yes, and it's just very, very loud. Ghost 9
Had a really good
honestly-
single this year, eh? I liked it a lot. I went back to it a lot.
It's very good. I enjoy them. There's not 9 of them anymore, but we're fine.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's like a curse at this point. You
It's a
put
curse
a
when you
number
put
in
a
your
number in
name,
your
and
group
it's
name.
bound to you're
It's a
gonna
curse.
lose someone. It happens all the time,
Or,
except
you
for
know,
GOT7.
2.
GOT7's like the only one I would say that hasn't happened.
SF9
Yeah, and I don't.
also.
and SF9 didn't.
Well, until recently, but
Well,
They-
no, they're just
no,
in the
no one left
military. They're just in
SF9.
the military.
They're just not around.
Yeah.
oh, you're talking about SF9. I thought you were said Firmus
Yeah.
9. I'm sorry.
No, SF9 didn't lose anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, SF9.
Elast,
Okay, those are like the
uh,
only two, though, to be honest. Everyone else has at least lost someone, for sure.
But
It's a
most
curse.
K-pop groups lose somebody.
No, yeah.
It's a curse to
That's
put
just
a
a
number in
thing.
your group name.
Like, every K-pop group loses. All of these groups have lost somebody, more or less.
Yeah.
Except for, one of them. One of them just is a
One of them
mishmash
was just,
of
one of them
people
was just
from other
very
groups.
sad.
Just very. We'll get to them.
Yeah.
Elast made a good single.
Great.
this year.
Love
Creature.
them.
Fun song. Really unique,
came
eh?
to love Elast this year. I like them a lot.
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Yes.
you're a big fan of them. Like,
Big into
Creature,
Elast
really,
now.
really nice single.
I love that song
Yeah.
so much.
I wish more for DKB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Sober
could be-
was
They
fine.
could be better.
But they've
Sober
done
was
better.
fine, but they've done
Sober
better.
was okay. Sober was maybe my favorite thing they've done in the
a
last
while,
2 years.
Yeah. It was pretty
But
good.
it's mainly the thing of like I haven't liked anything they've done in the last couple years, honestly.
Also, very now confusing to have a group that's DKB and DKZ. But you know, that's the
Yeah,
thing that we have to deal
fair.
with now.
And like one of them just like superseded over the other one in
I know.
popularity.
I know, right? Ironic, eh?
And then Omega X is just sad.
Very sad.
Great
So sad
single,
for
but
Omega.
just sad to hear everything that's come out about
I
them.
mean,
Because
they had
really, it's
two-
an
They had
example of
they
like.
had
two
two
really
songs
good
this year,
comebacks,
and they did
two
very
really
well.
Good ones,
They
and then
do
they
had
had a
two of
really
them.
sad time at the end of the year.
We
Because a
wish
lot
the
was
be-
revealed about their company, and it sucks that they're
We
in such an
all-
unfortunate situation.
all we're gonna say, and I think all we're gonna say is that we hope the best for Omega X in their legal proceedings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get
And
out of
also-
there,
Also,
Omega
they're
X.
gonna
And
win
also,
this
they won the
category.
award. Congratulations.
Yes.
Also, we
Yep.
decided that this award before everything happened.
They were gonna win this award before the lawsuit happened, and then after
anything,
it
they
happened,
deserve
he's
it
like,
even
well, now they
more.
have to.
Yeah, they deserve it
so,
even more.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Moving on.
Moving along, eh?
Best boy group debut.
Woo!
Always a
Boys.
fun category.
Always a
a
fun
very
one,
fun
eh?
category. We like this category every
We
year.
do.
It's always the interestingly enough, even this year.
Boy
this
and
is a
girl
more
group
competitive
debuts always
category.
are fun. I always like watching people
But,
discuss
like,
about them,
here's
especially
the
if there's
thing
a
with it,
lot of
especially
competition,
for-
eh?
But here's the thing, especially for us,
Mhm.
even this year, where most people will say the girl group competition was even better than the boy group competition, more contentious. This is still our more contentious award than
I
the other
agree.
one.
It
This
is.
is still our more contentious.
It truly is, and it's also a better
Every year.
category than it was last year. 'cause
And here's
last
the
year
other
it was
thing,
in a
Like,
weird
yeah, maybe
place.
the boy groups aren't selling as much as, like, say, some recent girl groups, but that doesn't
But
mean the
here's the
quality
thing.
of them are
I
terrible.
would say
They're pretty
overall, because we have 5 nominees for both.
good. Yes.
I would say if I had to average out my like for these 5 groups versus the 5 girl groups that we nominated, and honestly, it is maybe our best girl group nomination
This is the
we've
best
ever had.
girl group debut year in like years.
Yeah.
Like it's so good this year.
I still think I might like these groups over like the boy groups as an average more than I like the girl groups.
You
I
know,
think that a girl
if
group
you
one
I might
average-
agree
if
with you because there's
average all of
really
them
two
together-
that I
Some of-
really
there's a
like
couple
from the
average
girl
groups that
group.
like
If
way
you-
down.
There's
the
like
girl
two
group.
I
That's what
really
I'm
like
saying.
from the
Yeah.
girl groups.
If you
I would
average
say.
if you average out 5 versus 5,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
boy groups might
Yeah,
come out
yeah.
on top.
Yeah, I say
There's
there's a
two
little
groups
bit
I
more.
like more, but I'm
Yes.
just saying that the overall average. And again, there's nothing on the girl groups. We're just not girl group fans. And if you
No.
want to like
Well,
girl
except
groups,
for- I'd say
go
me.
to somewhere
Another
else.
podcast.
Except for me, kind
Go
of.
to
Somewhere
another
else.
podcast.
Go to a
please.
different awards. So the nominees for this are Octopath and Team, Nine Eye, Tempest, and Trends.
Oh, really
Most
good
people
selections,
don't
eh?
care about any of these groups, and I love all
I know.
of
I
them.
love them all so much.
All of them
Octopath
are
and
amazing.
Anti in particular
All
are both the KJ-pop crew.
Yes. So
Um,
K-pop
good
Octopath
group.
is all contestants from Produce Japan Season 2, and they're under, not Lapone, they're the Yoshimoto.
No,
There it is.
That one,
Th-
I think.
They
Whatever that
they
company-
are the Japanese half of Lapone, who
Yes.
takes care of I and JO1.
Yes.
Not the one affiliated with CJE&M.
No. It's like tangentially
It's
related.
tangentially. Everything is connected.
But everything is connected.
They're technically the
Great
same company
circle
as
of K-pop,
OWV.
you know.
OWV, yes, in the same
OWV
company.
is also under that company, and they're all
Uh.
kind of in the same company as JO1 and I.
A little bit, yes.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And Team is the group from And Audition. Yay.
Yay. Really
But,
enjoyed their
Octopath,
release this
I
year.
really enjoy. I thought that they had fun little comebacks. We love a song that calls itself a bop,
Yes.
because that's fun.
It is a bop.
Perfect is actually very.
Perfect
I
is
really
great.
liked Perfect. I
Yeah.
thought it was really, really fun.
I like that style for them better than It's a Bop too. It's more
same,
fun.
same. But I also feel like every KJ pop group, they're gonna do
They
two
go
styles,
all
which
of them,
is
yeah, all KJ pop groups.
all
do both
KJ pop
styles.
groups have 2 modes,
Yeah.
and they switch between them.
Yes, yes.
I will take it over the K-pop method of I have all of the modes and I will do
Right.
any song. It's like no, you got 2.
yes.
We got the fun bops and like the more intense bops.
Yes,
that's
yes.
it. I really loved And Team.
And
I really
Team.
loved
Oh,
And Audition.
fantastic.
I thought
Uh-huh.
And Audition is one of the best formatted survival shows
Mhm.
because you kind of forgot it was a survival
It's
show
kind
for
of
a
like
while.
it's
You
kind of
do,
like
yeah.
mix and match, but done incredibly better than mix and
It's-
match.
Yes.
was.
Exactly, because again, you are just nowhere in the. This did have a bit of a voting element, but thankfully, no one pretended that the people were fully making this group. Everyone was very upfront of your vote counts, but not nearly as
Only a
much as
little
these
bit.
professionals. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fair, yes, correct, yes, absolutely. Don't let the people make a K-pop group. That's proven a bad idea, and then had to be changed, and then caused people
Like,
to go to
like
jail.
if anything, they might have used it to influence maybe those that were on the cusp or anything of who would stay and who
I
would
mean,
go
if
kind of deal.
anything, also, or at the very minimum, it was a way for it not to be for people to vote and also not make it illegal. Because even
Yeah.
if literally every single person voted for the same one person, it still didn't give them enough power to supersede over the rest of the people. They did not give the people any power, and I
Yeah.
think that
Which
was
is
the
great.
correct move.
Love that, honestly.
Give the people don't
Give the
let the
people less
public make a
power.
K-pop group. And honestly, no matter what would have happened, I think And Team would have been a very, very good group. Very happy we did not get the super young kids because
Yeah, it would have been. I'm
would've-
always confused why they always include like the super young kids in these when
because
it's like
those
Yeah.
kids can. Well, the thing is, one of the super young kids did end up in Hypen. Nikki
Yeah.
was the youngest one there.
oh,
Well, Daniel, I think
You're
was
talking from
slightly-
Island, right?
From Island.
Yeah,
Nikki
that's why.
and Daniel were super young, but one of them did end up in the group. And when I say super young, they're always like 14. So like that's not super young to debut in a K-pop group. That's pretty average now for a maknae. But like the super young kids didn't debut. I think that kind of works for And Team's concept,
Yeah,
the werewolf of it all.
the werewolves. Yep.
Yeah.
But
To the unhyped
also those kids. Also, we'll see those kids again because those kids are gonna debut in like 5 years somewhere
Oh,
else.
yeah.
That's always why they're there.
Yep.
But yay for them.
Or if
happy
not,
for
they'll go
them.
elsewhere and do whatever.
They'll debut. They'll debut somewhere. Is what
Yes.
I'm saying. Somewhere
yes.
in the K-pop universe.
Yeah.
Nine Eye. I think we've talked about
Love
Nine Eye
them.
every
Love
couple
9eye.
categories.
They're great.
Uh,
Love them.
I'm so happy that they're doing okay. They're not doing terrible.
They're not
which
doing
I'm
terrible, but they're
like-
not doing great.
they're not doing great, but like they're not doing shit.
Yeah.
And like that's all I can hope for. Maybe get them
Honestly.
through another year.
Mhm.
Tempest. What can I say about Tempest? Is just
Tempest
male
was
teen crush,
robbed
and
at
I
the
love male
mamas,
teen crush.
period.
Tempest,
That's
so this
the
is not
fact.
not based off of my actual opinion of these groups, because spoilers, Tempest is not my favorite of the groups
Tempest
here.
is
But
Tempest
I
is
mean, it's
maybe
not for
my
me
has-
either, but I still
Tempest
believe
has-
they were robbed at the
Tempest
mamas.
should-
no,
should've
they
won.
easily are the
Tempest
most
should've
popular
won.
new boy group of this year, and we're absolutely
yeah.
robbed of every rookie boy group award
It's
because
insane
of
to me.
JYP Entertainment, and it makes me upset. I hate it
Because
a lot.
JYP Entertainment couldn't fucking rig it so NMIX won, so they had to
So they had to
fucking rig it
for
so that
Xylophone
Extraordinary
Boys.
Heroes won.
Yep.
That's the BS that happened. They couldn't rig it for NMIX. They
So we had
couldn't
to
even
rig
rig NMIX to be in like the top 3.
They couldn't
much
justify
less
a rigging
winning.
for NMIX at
They
this
can't
point.
they can't pull it off. Well, the other thing is that they don't have the power to pull it off.
No.
They don't, because what is their collateral?
Yeah,
They have
there
nothing.
isn't much.
And I feel so bad for them because they also got invited to perform at all of these award shows, and they
And
didn't
they're
win,
performing,
and they didn't
they're
win
doing
anything.
so well. And
I feel bad.
And
I feel-
Extraordinary
I'm so
Heroes
mad
can't
about it.
perform because you can't perform live as a band.
Because they're
So none of them
banned,
could
and
even
they're
be
also
there.
bad.
And also they're bad.
also
wants them there.
no one cares about that.
No one does. Again, it was
I think
so
they're
rigged
even
against
less
Tempest.
popular than Day 6 was, so they're like really not doing
yes,
great.
absolutely. And then Trends, probably the least popular of all of these.
Perhaps, but
They're more
TNT is still
popular
a
than
bop.
9i, actually.
TNT.
Maybe it's they're in the same
They're
realm.
in the 9i realm.
9i
but
maybe
they're
a little
also-
bit more less than them, but
I
I
think
mean,
I don't know.
9i
It's
is
all,
maybe a little bit more
that's like
Nugu,
splitting
but,
hairs
like,
at that
yeah.
point. But Trends,
Great.
TNT, Villain,
blow it up like
good songs.
TNT, eh?
Good songs. Good songs
Yeah.
from them.
So this
So
was
this is
really a
really
battle
hard.
between two groups.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was 9i and Team.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I kind of pulled for one entirely for one reason.
Yeah.
So,
One
Ant
person,
Team wins.
really.
Look, here's the thing. Team won because K got his debut.
Because K.
Yeah.
Look, K got his debut.
Good for
I
K.
have been waiting for this for years. Let him have this. He deserves this.
9i also got onto our
Taki and
top
EJ
10
and
songs of
Nicholas
the year.
and
so that
Also,
was
probably the
good.
But
best
also
version
K.
of a Wolf song I think I've heard
only-
ever.
The only good one.
Yeah.
Only good Wolf song.
The only good one. Them and like that one tracing
Wolf
song.
Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, Wolf Baby.
But
But-
it's great as a Wolf song because literally Wolf songs are the bane of our existence in K-pop, and
They
they came
keep
out here
being
with
the
a
thing
Wolf
we
song
talk
that
about.
isn't a Wolf song, and I'm like, this is great. I'm like,
But-
this is so good, and
It's
for
Wolf
no reason-
adjacent.
and it's Wolf adjacent, but it's not. There's like nothing about it. Had
Look.
you not know their lore as werewolves, would lead you to believe it's a Wolf song. Like,
Fair.
It's
And
great.
also, here's the thing. If you would have told me when we started a podcast that K-pop wolf songs would have been a very niche topic that we know too much about,
we have a
Mhm.
lot of
I would have
opinions on.
I would have been like, what? What does that even mean? And now it's a niche topic we have too many opinions
Too
about.
many opinions
The
about
only
it.
good one is Team. Thank you, Team, for selling the debate that you can make a good
You can't.
K-pop wolf song.
You just
It's
can't.
just
you just
no
don't
one-
make. You just don't
don't
make it
howl.
about being a wolf. Like,
Don't howl in the middle of your wolf song.
Yeah.
I don't need people to howl. It's
It's great.
weird.
it's good.
But yay, Team.
Good
Also, that
execution.
album is really good. I
It
think
is.
that they dance really well. I think the whole show was really, really well done. Honestly, watch if you were sad about Island and you thought you were going to be sad about Audition, way better show.
Yeah.
Audition.
And you
had
can watch
life
it on
and
YouTube,
levity.
and they have subs.
Yes.
It's on the Hype channel.
Yes.
This is also the second year in a row this award has gone to a J-pop group.
I
so-
know.
Yes. And also, this is a full J-pop group because
They
I had
are.
to fucking buy their CDs from
CD
CD
Japan.
Japan.
Still
Yep,
done
yeah.
via Hype, though, so there definitely is a
And
K-pop
also,
influence,
all of their,
but still.
I mean, there
I mean,
is
they're making
K-pop.
they're making
as-
K-pop music as the way that all K-J-pop groups do.
Yeah,
So.
like all most of the K-J-pop groups we talk about are K-pop adjacent.
Yeah.
JO1 is CJE and M.
Yeah.
They're technically sibling groups to Kepler.
Yeah, basically.
If you want to do it that way.
Everything
They're
connects
technically
together,
sibling-
eh?
Wait. They're technically sibling groups to Hypen
I know.
They are.
with the CJE
They
and M
are.
connection. It's all connected.
I mean, they're double connected to,
it's all connected.
they're double connected to
And Team
Hypen.
is essentially the NiziU of Hype.
Basically.
And honestly,
But they're
way better than
Way
NiziU.
better.
Yeah.
NiziU sucks.
Well, NiziU is making straight J-pop music, and that's
Fair.
why. So
Fair. But still, That's what we're saying.
I have particular pace in J-pop music, and it's not as much NiziU. I'll leave it at that, eh?
Yeah, but
fair.
a lot of K-pop, a lot of J-pop is NiziU, and even the J-pop that's not NiziU is questionable.
Yeah.
But so now we get to best girl group debut.
Woo!
So the nominees are New Jeans, Kepler, Prickle, Lee Seraphim, and Name.
Before
we start going into each of these groups,
Yes.
I want to point out that we have such a struggle in this category every year that even in a year where people say there were dozens of good girl groups that debuted this year,
We have one
still
Japanese
had to
group
resort.
and one Chinese group.
We still had to resort to 2 foreign groups because
Don't
we
you
don't
love
like anybody. We don't like anybody. Look,
Like,
K-pop
also-
girl groups dead debut.
Well, it also didn't
recently
help that there
are
was,
the
I'd
bane
say,
of our
2 in
existence.
particular that definitely, well, maybe 3 that took our attention away very much.
Well, there
so.
were only 3. Well, here's the thing. What other good ones are there?
I
There's a
mean,
couple
there's
of
only,
other
for
good
me,
ones.
there's
There-
only like
there are a
one
couple
other one
that
I would say,
There
but
are a
like even
couple
I'll admit,
decent
I don't think I
ones.
would have put them
There
on
are
this
a couple
list, so.
decent ones
decent ones
had
that I
we-
would have put
Had we
here.
needed to last year put them on a list, I would have been fine with it. Like, I think 50-50 is okay, and I think
50-50 is
ILY3 is
fine.
I would have been fine
Yeah.
with Ive, but like,
Even like certain
yeah.
triple S. Well, Ive is somewhere else.
Ive
Maria.
is in a different
I
category.
know.
Ive is in a different category.
I
Ive
know.
doesn't count.
I know.
But yeah, 50-50. I would even say like certain triple S
Even the
things were
triple S
fine.
subunit
I know,
group.
Triple S
Yeah,
is
but
not even
not too bad.
Not
Like,
even bad, but I'm just saying that we still had to resort to this. But we're not that excited about any of those groups.
No, like they're just inoffensive
They would've-
because a lot of girl group
they would've
debuts are
filled the
sometimes
category.
offensive. Yeah.
and that's the thing. We don't fill the category of the boy group debut.
Oh,
Those
CSR
are
is
groups we
also
genuinely enjoy.
inoffensive.
Inoffensive.
Yeah.
But like, here's the thing: the reason you're nominated is because you're inoffensive.
But that's all we resort to with these girl group categories a lot of the time. So
We got to resort to
here we
what's
are.
inoffensive and what'll fill the category.
Or what's actually genius.
like we had to put on 5. Like the minimum for our rewards
5.
is usually 5 people. We had
one
to
of these
find 5
categories
people.
doesn't have that this year, but it's fine.
One of them?
The band category.
Oh, the
Oh,
band
true.
category.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with the band categories: we didn't have 5.
we don't have. They just aren't here. So
Yeah, they're
we
just-
didn't have a choice.
a couple of them just
Well,
decide not to
there's
do work
another
this
category
year.
that also doesn't have 5 people.
This is true. Also,
we'll
there's
get
that
there.
Category.
But okay, so
To
New Jeans.
start,
New
so-
Jeans, great.
Yeah.
New Jeans, fan flipping fucking
Here's
tastic.
the other
Love
thing:
them.
is I feel like we've already talked about all except
Most.
the two groups that are in contention for winning. We've talked about ad nauseum, so I think
Yeah.
we can go through them a little bit faster. Like New Jeans, great, phenomenal,
Love
attention
them.
grabbing, all of the above.
Literally,
Yeah.
hype,
Literally
boy,
attention
indeed,
grabbing.
the house down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Come
They're
back
gonna
soon,
have a new
too.
com-
Woohoo.
By the time this comes out, they'll have had another comeback. Probably great.
Yes.
We don't know
we
about
pro-
it.
I will
We haven't
probably
heard
like
it.
it
We
for
haven't
sure,
heard
at
it.
least.
We'll probably all have very much enjoyed it, but like,
Yeah.
who knows? We can't speak to that at this point.
Kepler
Lee
mostly here
Seraphim,
because I
great.
like Kepler a lot.
You like Kepler. I'm
Kepler had a
50-50
good
on
song.
Kepler.
I liked at least
Kepler
one of their
had
title
a
tracks
good
this year,
song.
so I liked Up a lot. So
Kepler
I'll give 'em that.
had. I'll say this. Kepler had one song that kind of grew on me with remixes, one song that I found inoffensive, and one song that I hated. In
Mhm.
that order.
Yes.
Although I think the one that you don't like is also consistent with people not caring for it as much either, though. Too. to
That
be
song,
fair,
That is
so.
that's a
that song
choice.
is a
That's-
lie.
it's a choice.
That song was a. I think even Kayla thinks that song was a choice,
It's not
and
great.
she
It's
likes
a choice.
Kepler.
It's
It's
incredible.
And then we
Right,
got
by the
Hooning
way.
Kindawig
It is
taking
such a
over the
Kepler
world.
song, but it was also a choice.
It was a choice, and also it essentially that song highlights. Well, I think what is that song called? We
Refresh.
on
Refresh.
No, the middle one.
Oh, Up.
We
Up.
Yeah.
Up.
Up I like
yeah,
a lot.
Up. Well, Up is I think everything that's charming about Kepler.
Yeah.
Which is fun, fresh, and young. We Fresh is everything that could be irritating about Kepler,
Mm.
like cranked up to an 11. It's
Mhm.
like really loud. They're singing really loud. They're singing
It's
really
got one of
high
those
for some
choruses
reason.
with like weird noises
Yeah.
in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like, well, again, I think Kepler can be very good. I think a lot of the Wadada remixes have been very, very good. I think Up is probably what Kepler should be doing.
Yeah.
Refresh is like questionable, and I think what they are going to be doing, and that's not great.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with. I mean, considering this is only a temporary group too, I'm not quite sure why
Yeah, but
there
it's
isn't
like
as better lead or direction for this group, honestly.
Because they don't. Here's the thing: They don't need to. It's gonna sell, and then they're gonna disband.
And then they're gonna die. Yeah,
I guess.
They're gonna die, and
But
everyone's
I mean,
gonna move on.
Eyes One had much better direction than these guys for the most
Well,
part.
the thing with Eyes,
Minus their Japanese releases, I would say. But like the Korean
like,
releases, spot on, I'd say.
Yeah, the Korean releases were good.
Well, the
Good
thing is
to
I don't think
There's
Kepler
some
lacks
fine.
direction is the thing. It's just that the direction they have chosen is a choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've
all of them are
been pretty
consistent with that
consistent
direction.
sound-wise. Yeah.
But they're not the choice of sound, because I do think that they kind of want this group to be like the opposite of Eyes One, because you know technically Girls Planet isn't Produce season 5
In a wig.
Sure.
technically. Yeah, it's Produce in a wig. It's a
Kind of like how Bai's
Scooby-Doo
Hunin
mask.
wig.
Yep.
It's like Scooby-Doo mask of Produce. It's like, oh my god, Produce season Girls Planet was
I'll
Produce
get you, you
Produce season
meddling
5 this
Mnet.
whole time.
I'll get you meddling
Yeah,
Mnet
it's fucking-
producers.
it's a fun, and your little K-pop groups too. It's like a Scooby-Doo villain.
At this point,
Mnet's the
I
Mnet-
prefer it at this point. It's better than any
Mnet's
other.
the Scooby-Doo villain.
I
Yeah.
prefer a
yeah,
Scooby-Doo villain
so
every
I
day
think
over an
that
actual
they-
villain.
But every day, like I think they did want it to be the opposite of Eyes One, which makes sense. I think that like all of the groups had their own identity. I just think that this one is not particularly suited to like what we like, and also I don't think particularly suited to what the girls should be doing.
I think it's really the epitome of like what 4th gen K-pop girl groups is apparently, like
Yeah.
sadly, but that's just what they are. And
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate. But
Purple
anyways,
is the FNC Japan group.
they
We
were
like
made
them.
on Who is Princess?
Who
that
is
was
Princess,
a
yes.
Japanese survival show. Yeah.
because FNC
Honestly,
saw what
I enjoy
JYP
them.
was doing and was all like, "I want that," so they did
Except
but
that.
they're
also
better than
did it better.
Yeah.
Because Prickle is a better group than Niziu could ever be.
Woohoo!
Yes. Their music really good, really fun. It
Maria,
is
this is
very
not even the-
J-pop,
the
but
lit-
it's definitely J-pop, but it's not
It
sung
is.
in the nasally
I
J-pop
think
way. It is way more fun.
it is the J-pop. It is what I think female KJ-pop is going to be.
Yeah.
Which I think female KJ-pop will always be like slightly more on the J-pop side, because they can't do like the full like badass girl group concepts. I don't think they're gonna do that.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
They're
think
gonna
so.
do that. I think they're just going to do a fun pop like bubblegum song, just not sung in the J-pop style. Which
Yes.
like is the best version of that imaginable, because like bubblegum pop can be really really fun, and also the worst thing about J-pop is how they make those girls sing.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
honestly I like it a lot more than regular
I
J-pop.
really like them. Yeah.
So yay for them.
Mhm.
What more can we say about Lee Seraphim?
Les
that we already
Seraphim,
said?
We already know our
period,
opinions
on
on Les
God.
Seraphim.
They're great. We've said
Great.
it so many times.
Fantastico,
And
amazing,
also keep saying it
spectacular, immaculate, just amazing, top tier debut. Period.
And Name is just another Yehua group.
It was
They're-
Chinese girl
they're-
group.
And also, like, they're doing C-pop, more rap heavy, more
Yeah.
like all of that.
They're
But
just doing
they're
girl
doing
group
C-pop.
C-pop.
And you know what? Sometimes C-pop's fun to listen to. C-pop's weird, but like,
It's really
a
weird.
fun weird.
Yes. Yes.
they're
yes.
a fun weird.
The
So
winner.
Lee Seraphim wins.
Yeah, clearly.
I
The
mean,
winner.
Clearly.
It was. I mean, let's be real
When
here. It was
you
going to be
make-
them or New Jeans, probably for sure. It was going to be
And
one of
also
those two. But for us, Les
I
Seraphim
love
just
Les
And the
Seraphim
other
was
so
the
much. I love them.
tier,
They're great.
top
They
tier.
made a great song. Also, the fact of like, if you want to get down to it, they've done more than New Jeans, because they.
Yeah.
Well, they also
at
did
this
debut
point when
sooner,
the-
but
Yeah, but also. Yeah, but that's like, part of the thing of like, this is end of the year awards.
yeah.
We can only
New
judge
Jeans
what you did this year. New
arguably
Jeans,
more popular than them, but we
Yes.
like them better.
But we
They're
like Les
stylistically
Seraphim
very
more.
different than New Jeans, and I like Les Seraphim. Like,
But
whole
that
concept
doesn't mean
is
Les
super
Seraphim's
better.
doing
Yes.
terrible. They're doing well in
They're
sales
not.
They're all
currently.
doing well. Like, the groups, like, we're not saying that, like, you're. K-pop is not a you are number one or you are in the garbage. Like, there's levels.
I
They're
think
all
it's, if
doing
anything,
great.
it's a
They're all
testament
top-
to Hype.
all in
be-
the-
I
they're
think,
all-
yeah.
We
They're in the
we always
top
talk
girl
about like
groups
A
right now.
tier and B tier groups. They're all in the A tier.
We're in
Yeah.
like
They're all
they're
in the-
both in like A+ tier, really.
Exactly. Like,
really,
they're all
for
up
us.
there in the
I-
popular.
If anything,
Yeah.
it's a testament to the fact that Hype can help through different labels produce multiple really good conceptually and musically girl groups. If anything, that's amazing. Because, like,
Or
it's
just
pretty
groups
easy
generally,
for
'cause,
difference
like,
to...
Think about this.
Yeah.
Hybe has won both of the categories. Hybe won the best boy group debut
girl
too.
group.
They won and
Both.
best girl group debut. They
Oh,
won
yeah.
both.
Oh yeah.
In one calendar year,
Yeah.
they got us 3 groups.
Well, one calendar
technically.
year they debuted 3 very successful groups.
3
so-
very successful.
We'll see how
very
next year
popular,
goes, but
very
I'm
good
looking
groups.
forward to next year too
Mhm.
Yes.
from Hybe because they can do it, and the
think
Seraphim is
next
like
year's
the
just gonna be
clean, crisp, like one
mean,
that I
think
relate to
between
the
them
most.
and New Jeans, I will be interested to see where they transition to in like their year as a because like a debut year. Where it's interesting because in K-pop, a lot of times the second year is where you really like see a group flourish or flounder.
Yeah.
Because a debut year, you have years to figure out what to do. You then have to follow that up with like comebacks,
Yep.
Mhm.
and that's really where you see you flourish or you flounder.
Mhm.
Not saying that they're gonna flounder. Hype has managed all of their groups very well through that transition. I'm just saying, like,
We'll
I'm
be
excited
interested to
where they
see
go.
these two next year, though, how they pan out,
Yeah.
especially with the newer groups from Hybe being
And also,
released.
continue to go back to the fact that we can't fill a fucking underrated girl group category.
No,
None of
we
these girl
can't.
groups are gonna be an option for that.
They won't.
That category might disappear next year. Sorry, people.
Oh well, too bad. How
Oh well,
sad.
too bad. So sad.
All right, best male soloist. This is like one of the weirdest categories of these awards this year.
Look,
Truly is, eh?
It's a
It's
weird
just like this
category.
was a category we also had a really weirdly hard time filling.
Yeah.
And also picking a winner of because it was just so average across the board. We were like, what
Yeah.
do we even do with this year?
I mean, the thing is, everybody did stuff, but they were also doing so much other things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, all the male soloists are either in the military, changing companies, having,
You
like,
know,
life
doing a lot of
emergencies.
things.
Like, there's so much happening.
A lot of things. So our nominees here we have B.I., Woods, J-Hope, Jin, Psy, and Noah. It's like, what are we doing with this
What are we
category?
doing here?
Like, what is
The
this?
other thing I would say with this is that in retrospect now, because of Indigo, I would probably put RM on here.
I
Sorry,
would
you didn't get
absolutely.
nominated.
I
It didn't
would
come
put
out in
RM
time.
here,
He
Sorry.
did not come out
It
quite
did
fast
not come out
enough.
in time.
Yeah.
My apologies to
I
you,
mean,
sir.
RM Indigo was my
Um,
favorite BTS release this year, if I'm being honest. So, like, solo
There were
BTS
only
release.
We
yeah,
had like 2.5
Yeah.
other ones. So
yeah. With the
No
with
shade to
the
Jin or
only
J-Hope,
one
because theirs
other
were good
album
too.
and
But, like, I
did a
really
song.
love RM's
Right.
solo work, so.
But like, look, one, I'm happy Bi's back. Yay
Yeah.
for Bi for being able.
He's
to
getting
make that
some
comeback.
success.
for
It's
him.
good for
Yeah,
him.
he
I'm
is.
glad he's
Good for
able.
him.
I'm glad that he's been able to bounce back from his drug scandal and actually try to make a name out of himself. And it's great. It's great to see.
Woods hurt me this year.
uh-huh.
Woods personally hurt me this year. Great song, great album. Not anything about that. Love that.
Yeah.
I'm
But
never getting a
but the
unique
the
comeback
unique
ever.
of it all.
I wasn't gonna get it anyway.
However, he did
But-
join IU's label, so that's
How
an
does that
interesting
help
move of
me
events.
with a unique
But
comeback?
because of that, he did only have one comeback this year.
Yes,
so
he
he
did.
did not put out as much music as I would have.
But I did like what he did put
it was
out. I
good.
very
He
much
had a
enjoyed
good-
it. was
one
very
really
good.
comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And then he destroyed my hopes and dreams. So unfortunately,
did.
Woods is out of the race. Sorry. J-Hope. Love the new direction, J-Hope.
I'm glad he took a darker
into
kind of
it.
turn this year. Not like too dark,
I
but
would
like
him to go back. Like, do I still prefer the other tone? A little bit. I think
Yes.
has more fun that way. But like, it's good to just change it up sometimes.
I definitely preferred this album of his to his other previous work, though. I will say I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I definitely
I like the
I
other
like
one
the
more.
elements of like older school hip hop he brought into this record because I definitely am a fan of hip hop, like from the States and stuff, like 90s rap and shit like that. So some of his samples are like actually from those like older songs, and I'm like, ooh, I know this one. So that made me happy. But I liked this project from him. Yeah, I like that he took he tried this kind of concept. He'll probably go back. I feel like he's gonna go back to his lighter concept at some point. But this was a cool direction for him. I like that he's challenging himself. So good for him.
I want another Ego.
Yeah,
I want another Ego. Ego is great.
I think he'll pull it off. He'll do it
Jin,
again.
if you told me before that Jin plus Coldplay would make one of one of my favorite songs of the year, I would tell you you're insane. But also, it happened and it's great.
Yep.
And
It's great.
fun,
He did
it's
a great job
emotional.
with it.
Love it.
Good luck, Jin, Army man.
Yep.
Have fun.
He in the army now.
Have a nice
He's in
break.
the army.
Don't worry, your other homie's
have a
gonna
nice
join you too
break.
sooner.
Honestly, is really what it is.
Have a nice break, buddy. I hope you enjoy that.
I don't know if it'll
Get
be
some
as
sleep.
much of a break, but at least a break from
It's a
the
break
cameras
from
and the
the
media
public eye.
obligations.
From the
yeah.
public, really.
A break from the public, hopefully.
I bet you they love that.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna like that.
Thriving.
Thriving.
Psy in his old age thriving.
Psy always thriving. Like, he's great.
He's
Very
still
much
running
so.
a company. He released a boy group this year. His album was pretty
look,
solid.
I don't think we can talk about how his company is thriving, considering they lost
I don't know if the
almost
company's
everybody.
thriving
Yeah, they
right
lost
now, but-
some
His
people,
company's
but
not
like,
thriving.
I mean, the
His
company's not
company
shut
lost
down yet.
almost every. Well, Psy makes enough money that it's
P-Nation,
not,
not thriving,
like P
but
Nation.
Psy is
Not.
just-
I don't
Psy
think
is
P
still
Nation
has-
begging
he
for
still
money.
has Crush and Haze and then his idol group. So like, you know,
His
Crush and
idol group,
Haze
but
are
I
big
don't know what
names.
I don't know if he knows what he's doing with his group though. So
He
like,
does not.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna tell you,
yet.
I don't think he does. I think Psy is just having a good time, and you know what? Thrive. That good. Celeb, fine.
not as good, but fine.
Not as good.
Noah,
Noah living
love
his
him.
best life.
Great.
Love Noah.
If you
He's
don't know who he is, former YG
Japanese.
trainee.
And he's
Japanese soloist.
J-pop
J-pop.
soloist.
He did not do a lot of music this year because he has been busy in a fake J-pop group and
J-pop
from a
group.
drama.
For a drama I am planning to watch next year. I will report back if it's good or not.
But he will
It
be
seems
releasing a full
mediocre.
album early next year, so I'm very happy for that. So
Yes.
at least that'll coming.
Fun thing. He looks like he's having a very good time.
He
in that
always
fake-
has a great time. Yeah,
He looks like he's having a very fun time in that fake J-pop.
he
group.
is having a great time.
And also, we gave Noah the award just because I think this is also
Yeah.
retroactive for forgetting about him last year.
I know. I know.
So we had no
we
better
forgot
reason,
that
so
we
we gave
could
it to Noah.
nominate him as a
We
soloist before.
So Noah wins this year.
Yes,
Congrats.
because also the male soloist category all over the place this year. So
Very
like,
much
At
so.
least we picked a person who's been consistent across the whole year.
Yes.
So
And also, it is an apology for last year.
an apology.
Sorry, buddy.
Yep, and this was a good year for us to give up the apology win.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we saw the
Yeah.
opportunity, we took it.
yes. Best female soloist now.
Yeah, this one
Better
I definitely
category.
liked more this year.
Way better
It is-
category.
It's a better
category.
category, yes. Because while the groups are meh,
Yeah.
sometimes the ladies
The
individually
female
do better.
soloist, so good.
Female soloists very good. Female groups more questionable. So the nominees are Nayeon, Yoonha, Eunbi, Yena, Changha, and Jo Yuri.
Solid category. Really
It's about
solid.
the
Such a good category.
Nayeon first twice debut did very, very well.
Fantastic.
Yoonha always does well. Like
Yeah.
she's consistent. She's consistent. She's always
Yuna
here every
had a
year.
great year.
Event
Her-
Horizon is also like blowing up like 9 months after
Now,
it came
yeah, like,
out.
9
which is
months after it
fantastic
came
for
out.
her. Good for her.
Which is also
honestly.
funny because it's like a freaking repackage.
I
It's
know.
not even an
Yeah.
album.
A
I know,
repackaged
it's
song.
literally got 3 new
It's a
songs and it
repackage
came out in
from,
like
like, an-
January or February and all of a sudden decided
and it's a
Event
repackage
Horizon's
of
the
a
song of
song-
the year now.
I know, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
and it's literally a repackage of an album from 2021.
I know. It's really
Jesus.
funny, but great. She's doing great.
We
Yes.
got Eunbi. Stellar year this year.
Thriving.
Absolutely loved
Yeah.
Glitch and Underwater. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Glitch.
She is coming to
Glitch
her
was
own.
not. I don't particularly want her to go back to Glitch that often, but I do. I
Underwater
loved
was
Underwater.
great.
Underwater was so good.
That
I
was
also,
hot.
Made up for
I'll
that.
say-
I also
say
really
that now,
like
that was hot.
Esper, which was the song she did for Universe. I really like that one.
That one
Mm.
was good. One of the few good Universe songs.
I know.
The Universe does not put out good music.
It does
That's
not.
the app, right? Or
Yeah.
The weird app,
Okay.
yeah, that puts
That
out like
weird app
really
that
bad
puts-
music every month.
I don't know why
like every
they.
month or
I'm-
like
I'm-
every or bi-monthly. It's very weird.
It's
so
weird.
weird,
It's a
yeah.
weird time.
Yeah. And then Yena.
Oh,
thriving.
what a ball joy
Absolutely
she is.
thriving.
She's
I love
fantastic.
her so much. She's looks like she having the time of her life. I love her.
And also just doing a unique concept.
Yes.
It's giving
Finally.
like more quirky e-girl, but like in the best way.
I want
Possible.
to crochet this outfit she's
This
wearing.
is like
because this
who
is a
made her this
crochet-
outfit?
This is a granny square crochet outfit, and I could realistically make that.
That's
I'm
fun.
looking at it right now. I was like, I want to make that.
Kayla,
That's very
you
fun.
just cosplay as Yena from her
Yeah.
photo book.
For what?
You just gotta get bangs now.
Yep.
Bangs are a choice. Maybe clip-on bangs.
Yeah, maybe-
Bangs
maybe
are,
clip-on
bangs
bangs.
are a very permanent
I've
choice.
never in my life had bangs. And don't think I ever want to.
Do
That's
clip
what I'm
on
saying.
bangs
Is
then.
bangs
Yeah.
are a. I'm like I never encourage anyone to get bangs because that is a very almost
permanent.
choice because it will
Yes.
take you too long to grow them out.
So
As
long.
someone who had bangs as a child,
Mhm.
don't get bangs. Get clip-on bangs, and then figure out if that's a good idea
Yeah.
for you.
I don't
You
think
don't
Jenna
know-
Ortega listened to that suggestion. Apparently,
But
It's
Jenna
fine.
Ortega,
It's
yeah,
fine.
but Jenna Ortega is a multi-million-dollar celebrity
True.
who could buy expensive extensions if she wanted to.
yeah, some like legit good ones.
Do not just cut bangs on a whim. Just saying.
Think about it a little bit.
Think about it a little bit. Buy some like $5 Amazon clip-on bangs. We'll discuss in a minute. Do not cut bangs, and do not especially cut bangs if you've been drinking. That's
Yes.
the knee slapper.
Or
PSA.
get a
Yes, yes.
tattoo if you've been drinking or high.
Also, good
Again,
life
don't do that
tattoo.
either.
Honestly speaking, a tattoo is a more fun story to tell later on than I looked like an idiot for 6 months as my bangs.
But
grew
also,
out.
like,
Sure,
tattoos are
get
more
a tattoo.
permanent.
Honestly,
and if
I
they're
would
ugly or super inappropriate or just bad, that's on your
you
body.
can laser that shit off. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
that
think
costs
a tattoo.
money.
I think tattoo is a more funny idea than bangs. Honestly, it depends. If you're gonna tattoo something offensive just because you're drunk, you have more
I feel
problems
like
than anything
just
else.
avoid
Probably.
important life decisions when you're drunk as like a general concept, you know?
Fair. Back to this. Chunga, consistently
Ah,
fabulous
96
every
liner
year.
is killing it so well. I love her. She's just
And
consistent.
then Yuri is doing a little less good than all the other ones, but still very good.
But still very
Like,
good.
she's still got
Still
her own
very good.
identity and stuff, but I feel like the music is just a
I
smidge
like-
not as
I'm
good as
so
the
love
rest of her.
her-
as the
I'm
rest
so
of her
glad
comeback
she's
was-
not a ballad soloist. I
Fair.
was so convinced she was going to become a ballad soloist that I'm very glad she is not that.
Her first
She
comeback
probably will
was
do
good.
OST
Her-
soon, though, to be honest, at some
all
point.
of them. Yeah, but everyone does OSTs, and
That's
OSTs
true.
don't have to be ballads.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You can do poppy songs. But yeah, I liked her first song more than her second one. Her second one was a little bit boring,
Yep.
and I hope that she doesn't fall into that. But otherwise, great.
Mhm. Great.
So we gave it to Yenna because Yenna is living
so
her best
good.
life.
Living her best life. She did so good.
She did.
Yeah,
And
she's
also,
doing
I
great this
need-
year.
She should keep this concept for a little bit. I think
Yes,
it's
I
very good.
really like it.
It stands out from her contemporaries, like, and I feel like she's one of the few people who can actually pull this shit off convincingly.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
and she's a great singer too. Great
she
singer.
is a good singer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She kind of got drowned out a little bit in Eyes One simply because of the sheer amount
There are
of people.
more people in
but
this one, yeah.
but as a soloist, she's really stood out from the other ones.
She
Yeah.
is.
All right, on to
Good
our
for
next
her.
crew, best
All
co-ed
right,
group.
look.
Best
All right,
co-ed
look.
group
Okay,
category.
look. Here's the thing. I know we said that we delete categories if we can't fill them. This is here to prove a fucking point.
It is here to prove a point.
All right, the nominees for
Look
best
here,
co-ed
people.
group are Card, Kard, K-R-D, and Card.
Look,
And then
what other
card,
ones could I have nominated?
capitalized.
Who else could I have even like? Even if I was trying to fill the category with bad groups, who?
Literally no one
Who?
else this year. There's
Who?
literally no other people.
No
put
one
in this
did
category.
shit this year. Fucking, they
I do-
disbanded Checkmate.
What I do
They did.
love is that we got enough co-ed groups in Card's absence to fill the
Absence.
category, and then all of them immediately disappeared.
Fucking
the year
Acmu
Card
didn't
came
do
back.
anything this year. I
They
don't know
didn't.
how.
Fucking
They're all
funniest
back.
shit ever.
Where the fuck is Acmu?
Acme did nothing this year. Checkmate disbanded.
Checkmate disbanded. Triple S is
777,
God knows where.
nowhere to
And
see.
Hyuna and Ton
Hyuna and
got
Dawn
a
broke up.
divorce.
I know.
No, they broke up. But
They're not
basically
engaged
got-
anymore. What more?
They literally broke
They
up.
broke up.
So like, what other option do we have? The card is all.
We go
that's
for the
hanging
guy in the
on.
crop top. That's what we do, Sammy.
We went for the guy.
VM thriving. VM's
holding
living
this-
his best
BM
life.
did a photo shoot too this year where he was just like rocking crop tops and other outfits and shit. And he's just
I
like,
mean, honestly,
vibes.
look at this. Look at Card. Card living their best lives. Card
Oh, yeah.
holding it down for any co-ed anything.
Yes.
Thrive, Card, thrive.
Absolutely.
Without
Thrive.
Card, this category is nothing.
Yes. Yes.
That's why Card gets individual. That's why Card gets a full fucking slide.
Full slide for Card.
because
Oh, by the way, and the
Yeah.
winner is, by the way,
Card.
Thank
in
you very
case
much.
that wasn't clear.
In case you were not aware, it's Card, by the way.
making that crystal clear.
Moving on to the other
Band.
category, we
Best
But
bands
and-
category.
okay. Look, okay.
Where we have
again, look.
exactly 3 nominees who made music this year.
All right, look. There's only 1/4 option, And that still wouldn't have filled the category, and it would have actually killed
Granted,
me
these
to
are
put
not
them
the
on
only
this
bands
line.
in Korea, but we
It would've
mostly pay
killed me
attention to the
inside
idol
to put
bands.
It would have
so.
killed me inside to put another group on here.
It would have killed me to put the other
You
one
know
on
what?
here,
We
but the
probably,
bands
you know what?
have-
We probably could have put the Rose in this category.
We
'cause
could have, but I forgot that they
but
made
I forgot
music.
about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Rose. We
Sorry to the
apologize.
Rose, but they weren't gonna win.
No. So we have One Way, Lucy, and N Flying.
hmm
N Flying really getting in there almost at the wire.
I know.
We gave it to One Way, who for a band
That was in the
2/5 of them
military.
went
half
into
of
the
this
military,
Yeah.
did too much.
Year.
They did 3 comebacks.
Yeah.
They did another one of their fucking Wii recordings that I have to buy with a CD on the outside.
Yep.
I have 3 of those now, by the way.
Yep.
They did a band show where fucking where they got shaded by fucking Nam Taehyun.
Oh god, that was a time.
Crackhead.
It
Yeah.
was a time.
Wait,
Is
is
that-
it Nam Taehyun in trouble for like and
Yes.
his girlfriend? What
He
was
might
it? Was it
have
heroin
meth.
or was it crack?
Meth.
Meth. Even
Those meth,
better.
like
Great.
hardcore drugs.
Great.
It was hardcore drugs.
We don't know if he's
yeah.
we don't know if he's arrested or they're still in their
They're
investigation.
investigating
don't-
because she
honestly, I don't
admitted to
know.
it, and I don't
Oh.
have any updates after
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
No, she admitted it on a live. That's why they
Oh.
investigated.
Yeah.
exactly.
She's an idiot.
Oh.
She's an idiot.
Yeah, she's a dumb criminal.
But
Jesus.
Speaking of One We, who is the person that we're here speaking about, they're very good. Yay, idol bands. They're thriving. How are they doing this much music? 2 of them aren't around.
Honestly,
That's impressive, frankly.
How? Good for
It's
them.
a lot.
I'm very excited for them to be back together again. But
Mhm.
what happens now? There are no bands. What
know.
happened?
We start looking at the indie rock scene then.
But that doesn't.
We
but that's.
are gonna be like in a really bad spot
We're
for
in a bad
bands. Like,
But here's the thing: is that there are bands. Where did FT Island go? Where is
Yeah,
CN
FT Island and
Blue?
CN Blue, who are both out of the military, just decided to not release music this year. And I was
I
like,
know.
well, how did we fill the band category last year? It was like, well, CN Blue and FT Island just
Release
went MIA
music.
this year.
I guess they like to take a
Maybe they'll
year
be
break
back
in
next
between
year.
each. Hopefully. I like
I
for
don't
them to
know.
be back.
Maybe they'll be back.
They
Who's to say?
hopefully
We
will.
we will get a new FNC band next year though too.
That's
with
exciting.
That one from the
And
Well-
then
solo debuts.
hopefully we will remember the Rose next year too.
And yeah, we
And
will.
Flying
We
is
will
still
not forget the
around.
Rose next year.
Lucy's still around, so maybe we'll be able to fill it at least with 3 groups.
And Flying, I think we got at least another year
I
until
think
the
we get.
military
I think
starts.
we at least, even if they start next year, we get at least 1 release before
yeah.
military.
And then
Yeah.
Lucy's, I think, like 2 or 3 years
2-ish
off
years,
still.
yeah. And it
Yeah.
depends on like what rotation all these bands go into
Right.
because none of their singers fucking have to do it.
Right.
Wait,
no,
they all
just
cover
Ye
their
Chan
service
doesn't.
already?
Well,
No,
Wei
so
Sung is
Wei Sung
gone
already
in.
did it.
Sang-hyup has a medical exemption, and
Because
then
he has
Sang-hyup,
chronic pain
who is
issues.
the main vocalist of Lucy, is already gone, and then Ye Chan is also already gone.
Already done it.
So-
Wow, they already
so,
did it
like,
earlier,
really-
some of them. That's amazing.
Well, well, some of them weren't celebrities when
they
they
were
did
not
it.
celebrities.
They
yeah,
were,
so
like,
they just
no, yeah,
just
that's what
like
I
a
mean. They
normal
managed to do it
person.
before they debuted it. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because all of them debuted. It's their bands. They all debuted as adults.
Yeah.
All right. So next we have best boy group.
And it's the
This
big
is-
categories now.
Oh, this is the big category.
The nominees
This
are
was a hard category.
Treasure.
I will say.
N
This is a hard
hyphen
category.
Jo Uno 17 Icon and of course Tomorrow by Together. Star for
TXT.
Boys and from YG Treasure. Surprisingly good this year.
Way
fun year.
so good this year for really
They
turning
finally
it around.
figured out what to do.
Really turn and
From
it's
bad Christmas music to good music.
I do think
Yay.
it's because they were allowed to start self-producing this year,
I know.
and
Mhm.
that, like, for some reason, like, was a huge switch
It-
in that music.
Again, I don't know why it took so long.
yeah,
It's absolutely ridiculous that YG did not let them do it for so long. But
I
like,
know.
it really turned that group around.
Really turned it around.
And Hypen continues to thrive.
Thriving.
Thriving.
Like,
we
it's not-
we
not
we
even
love Blessed
thriving any
Cursed. We
diff-
love Blessed Cursed.
It's not even
Thrive.
any different than how they thrived before. It's
No,
just
but they just are
continuing to
continuous
thrive.
thriving. Yeah.
Like we just continue to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
JO1 Korean debut when?
Please. Or
I mean, they did
World
appear
Tour.
on
I
a
need
they did
this to
appear on
happen.
a music show this year. So
I
I
also
mean, they
want-
debuted on music
They've been
shows
doing
since
that
they debuted.
multiple times already.
They do that every year.
yeah, they need
Yeah.
to come back, eh?
I also need a world tour from them.
They do.
Would love
They
that
do.
from them.
17 again, continue to thrive.
Mhm.
No stopping the thriving.
Yes.
Icon.
Also
I'm just happy Icon's
also
still
thriving.
around.
I'm also very happy they're around. I don't know how much
every
longer
year.
they're gonna be around.
No
but
idea
Icon
either.
They're
Scares
still
me.
here.
Icon scares me every
It
year.
scares
I'm
me
like,
a lot
is
that
this
we're
the
gonna
last
lose them
one?
soon.
Because also all of their songs kind of sound like the last song.
I know.
Because they're all kind of sad. So I'm like,
Yeah.
is this it?
I
Are we
think they
done?
do have an expiration date, and it is like soon. And
It
it's
is
just how
soonish.
it's really just a question of how soon.
Aw.
It's sad.
I hope they
I'm
end up
sad.
doing solo stuff.
I hope
know.
so.
They're so good. Or at least June. Give June a solo album, guys.
I
This
would
list is
also
too
love
good.
like more Bobby solo music.
Same.
Even
Yeah,
I know
let Bobby
he has a
release
child
more. He
now
got
and
a
is
child now. He
father,
needs to make some
but,
more
like,
moolah, you know?
Make some money for your child.
TXT again continuing to
TXT.
thrive.
They still
unstoppable.
they got the
thriving.
B-sides down to the ground. Good. Gucci.
Their B-sides are
Killing it.
phenomenal, except for the disappointment though with Trust Fund Baby.
I know it's
Why
sad.
is Trust
Yeah,
Fund Baby
Trust
a
Fund
Fund
Baby
ballad?
was
Why is
not
Trust
what I
Fund
was
Baby a
expecting.
ballad?
Why did you make a
But-
song called Trust Fund Baby, and why did you make it a ballad? Like,
Oh, I was so
Questions.
sad. But
I mean, to
again,
be fair,
Thursday Child
I will
makes up
never be
for
a
it.
trust fund baby too, so you know what? It is kind of relatable, I guess.
Yeah, but like you kind of stop being a trust fund baby like 5
The-
minutes after
the
you're
second
born
you're
if they don't
born.
give you a trust fund.
yeah.
That's true.
So like 99% of people will never be a trust fund baby.
Exactly, they say it too.
It's
Never
not
be
really a
trust fund
thing you
baby.
have control over.
No control over that, really.
Yeah, no.
You can't really be sad about it.
Yep.
But even their title tracks, Good Boy Gone Bad, continuing emo boy aesthetic.
Yeah,
Basically.
They're gonna have another comeback by
Although
the time
if they ever become parents someday, way off in the future, their own kids could potentially be trust fund babies. So who knows? I mean, I'm
Okay,
being
if you
real
wanna
here.
think
Depending
of-
how much money
if
they
you
make
wanna
in the
think
future.
about it like that, sure. But I think this was figuring out the winner for this.
This
we
is
kinda
gonna be
went
like
with
the
a
most
more-
one of the most surprising
Yeah.
categories of this award.
because
Yeah.
like with a lot of these we said like they're continuing to thrive. We're continuing to thrive. We gave it to a group that started thriving
to
this
thrive.
year. They
We gave it to
they
Treasure.
figured it out.
And that would
figured
be
it out.
Treasure wins.
Treasure.
That
Wild,
Treasure is
wild that we
so
would
good
ever
this
be
year.
giving best boy group to
If you
Treasure.
told me
To a
that
YG
last
group.
year,
Wild.
Treasure,
To a
where
YG group.
Treasure was almost on our worst list last year because of that terrible Christmas song that
I know.
they made.
Oh god,
That
yeah.
it wasn't even a Christmas song.
I
It came out
know.
in like January, and it was like Christmas adjacent.
And
it
then,
was
like,
awful.
remember the weird spot they were in right after they debuted when it was, like,
Yes.
after Boy, but they were doing I Love You and that other
Weird
that really
song.
uncomfortable song? Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
And that was, like,
Yes.
a weird place for them to be in, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a lot.
And
but
here they are with Best Boy Group of the Year.
look at them. I think between
I mean, the
think
only thing I
Hello
will say
really
is sad
solid-
the fact that a couple of their members did leave this year,
yeah,
which is
but,
sad. But
if we hold that against them,
Or
no
Bangy
K-pop
that's
Dan
not
ever
again.
will
That's
never
not
win.
held against them. It's still sad. I wish they could have stuck around, but you know that's how
Yeah.
life
Well,
works.
Bangy Dan,
I
I
think
think,
Bangy Dan
realized
finally
he's
figured out
wasted
he
his.
didn't wanna be an
I think,
idol.
yeah, Bangy Dan realized he wasted his whole childhood to be a K-pop idol and then didn't like
he
it
didn't
once
like
he
it.
was a K-pop
Which is
idol.
like the most tragic of all.
Yeah.
Because damn.
Although I
he
do hope
wasted
though
his
he
whole
does have success
childhood.
when it comes to producing and stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
he
I would
produces a
hope,
lot of
I
good
hope
music.
for him.
I
he's
hope
able
he
to.
honestly continues to produce for Treasure because I think
Yeah,
that'd be like
that would be
it's so,
fun.
he
I don't know if
produces such
he's.
good
Do we
music.
know if he completely left YG or just the group?
I actually
I
am not
don't know.
sure about that.
I'm not
Yeah.
positive on that. I don't think we'll know that for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think what really solididified this was Hello is so good.
So good.
Yeah.
That
Like
album
Jikjin
also
is
like really good.
yeah. Like Jikjin
And then the
is
Dowdy
good.
remix, and it's just
yeah,
like
the Dowdy
damn.
remix.
Oh yeah.
Just like living their best lives, looking like they're having fun, making noise music, but that sounds like it's fun.
But fun music, yeah.
Fun music. I would even say Hello isn't like them
It's not
stepping away
noise.
from the noise,
Yeah.
but also is giving male teen crush.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, thrive, boys.
They're
Thrive.
great.
Yeah.
Happy for them.
Yay. So next we have Best Girl Group.
Mhm.
Best girl group.
It's the same girl groups that we
We
enjoy
nominate
every
every
year.
year.
So we got Stacy, Oh My Girl, From Is 9, G Idol, Ive, and Twice.
I mean, well, Ive is, I say, a newer
Ive
addition
is new,
to it, but
like everyone else is been
I
here.
was questionable whether or not we
Ive
were gonna
is-
put them in
Ive is
debut
here
or
for
in girl
one
group.
person only.
Yeah.
Ive is here for one person only. Maria, would you like to talk about Ive first?
I mean, yeah. So you're talking about me. I'm the reason why
Look,
it's here.
Kayla and I weren't
I
gonna
don't. I mean, I
nominate
don't
Ive.
like them.
I mean,
We don't like them.
I guess I'm the outlier of the crew here, and I actually do like Ive. I will say I think their other contemporaries are mainly the Hive ones are better. But I also didn't think Ive's music was terrible. I really enjoyed Love Dive. I really enjoyed After Like. I like their debut. Yeah, and they have been pretty damn popular. And I don't really consider it to be a debut year because I thought 2021 was their debut year. So like, yeah, I think it's fine.
They also did debut like
they were in December.
Mid-December of 2021.
So I guess kind of near 2022, but like,
like I don't know if you can make your debut year half a month.
Yeah,
I don't really know either. But I know Kayla and Sammi feel different to that, but I like them. I think they're better than other groups on this list. Not necessarily. We'll get to that. But I still think they did a solid job, and I think Starship did so far a solid job with them. I do think though the group does need improvement, mainly in like the dancing area and the maybe let's give them some more songs. You know, maybe just maybe, and not make it the Wonyoung show. But otherwise they have some chances, and we'll see how it goes from there, I guess. And now on to the other groups that we like. How about Stacey first?
No. I think Kayla and I have to speak on Ive really
quick. Okay, maybe do a quick commentary on Ive.
I personally, I don't know if Kayla found this. I find Love Dive a bit bland.
I don't like it because it's so clearly a rejected Sunmi song, and that's also has been confirmed that it is a rejected Sunmi song.
It's funny that I didn't catch on that, and I love listening to Sunmi, which is funny.
I just find it, and I don't know if it's maybe just the performance that the girls are putting out there, because After Like they did fine, but like it's just kind of boring.
Nothing about it is
interesting.
I also Wonyoung and Yujin were also my two of my least favorite members of IZ*ONE, so like them debuting in a group to begin with is not a thing I was ever going to care about.
How blatant Ive is.
Ive is just Wonyoung and Friends.
Here's the thing.
Remember IZ*ONE and Friends?
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to take it a step further, because people have called for a minute Hyuna and Friends. Ive isn't Wonyoung and Friends. Ive is Wonyoung and backup dancers.
Oof.
Yeah.
They're not even.
Which is wild, because Yujin was also very popular in IZ*ONE, and it was just also in IZ*ONE, and is also just shoved to the side for
shoved
Wonyoung.
in a corner.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she's as shoved to a corner as the other Ive members, but she definitely feels like there's a tier against her and Wonyoung for sure.
Maria, there's a difference between being shoved in a corner and shoved in a basement. The rest of them are shoved in a basement.
Yeah, so she's the corner, the rest are in the basement.
She's at least in the same room as Wonyoung.
I mean, I just hate to say it, Love Dive for some reason became my most streamed song this year for K-pop. So like,
and you know what?
I don't know why. I don't know what about it was addictive to me. I don't think it's the best song, but for some reason I listened to it a fuck ton. So I don't know. So I must have liked something about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. To go to Stacey. I feel bad for Stacey.
I feel really bad for Stacey because Stacey is being forgotten about.
I think Stacey had a great year. I really like
People are forgetting about Stacey, and that doesn't make any sense.
All because certain people just didn't care for Beautiful Monster as much. They're like, they're trash now, and I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Even with Run to You, I noticed people being like not caring about Stacey
because there are newer, shinier girl groups now. People are abandoning them.
Because that happened, but then that happens with every girl group, and that's why girl groups fucking die. Is because girl group fans, and no offense,
I never understood that mentality because I never felt that way for the most part. For me, it always came down to music, but like I that's like a mentality I just don't understand. For me,
a lot of girl group fans will just move on. That's why girl groups often have phenomenal rookie years, and then don't.
Unless you become like top tier, like a like a Twice or like a
exactly, but like there's only room for so many Twices
apparently
in the world. Like you have a phenomenal debut year and then poof. I'm starting to see it happen, honestly, a little bit with Ive, to be honest.
Yeah,
already, and they've been around
already, and it's been just what, 6 months?
barely a year.
And they were breaking records this year too on like the Korean charts as well, which is insane.
People
are just already going on them.
I was like, oh, but New Jeans is here now. Like,
but we got this new shiny girl group. I'm like, this is why girl groups disband.
Mm-hmm.
But no, back to Stacey. Beautiful Monster, Run to You.
I think they had a great year.
And also, Young Love.
The B-side.
Fantastic B-side. Fantastic B-side. I think they had a great year. I wish fans weren't as, short circuit brained and like actually appreciated music when it's released and shit like that. But
And also,
that's
like,
a fandom problem, you know.
I also feel like people have one bad comeback and immediately just drop an entire group, and I'm like,
Girl groups.
you spent
Please,
so
please.
much time
Girl
invested
groups.
into this group, and they make
Boy
one
groups
bad
will
song,
make
and you're immediately
At least judge
out.
girl groups and
Here's
boy
the
groups
thing.
consistently
Here's
the
the thing.
same,
Yeah.
y'all. Jeez.
Girl groups.
Yeah.
Boy groups will make 7 bad songs in a row and still sell 5 million copies.
This is true.
Look at NCT.
Yeah. Yep.
Somehow.
Just saying.
This is true.
127. Let's not bring Dream into this.
Fair. Anyways,
Oh My Girl had one comeback, but it was really, really good.
It was
Well,
really
Oh My
nice.
Girl,
and it was a
this is
full
the
album
kind
too,
of-
at least.
lost
so.
a member, but
This-
they still did it.
it's
It was
a
a great send off.
re-signing. It's a re-signing. That's
Yeah.
like a perfect, like, reasonable time for Remember to leave.
Yeah.
Also, I really enjoyed that Oh My Girl is finally at a point in their career where it's like, we always complain like certain groups only do one comeback a year. Oh My Girl is the perfect example of a group that can do and does do one comeback a year, but that's because they're like, we're 7 years in at this point.
And
but,
they're
like,
also,
it's a
you know,
good
actually
one
having
comeback.
other projects individually that they want to do. So it's like, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
But they did great.
From it,
From It
Promise
did great this
doing-
year. Oh my
They
gosh.
did. They're kind
They
of
did.
falling apart now,
They-
which is sad.
They did
they
lose
lost one
Geary,
person.
but that's
And
also
then there's-
but let's be
there
real
are
here.
also-
Who
there are
didn't
also
see her
other
going the full
members
acting?
who are on hiatus, which is like a little bit questionable if how many of them there are going to be in the future.
Who comes back? Fair
Yeah.
enough. But also, that also happens when a group is starting to reach their re-sign period.
Yeah.
Again, girl groups have a different kind of shelf life than a boy group, usually.
I'd say part of it's due to certain societal issues, but that's another time and place to
That's
discuss
a whole
those
other
problems.
discussion.
That's a whole other
That's a whole other
And
discussion for
also-
another day, but I still think that the music From Us 9 put out was phenomenal this year. Fantastic. Absolutely adored it. And then
G-Idol is here.
G-Idol,
Like, the comeback
fantastic
of
year for
their
them.
entire career this year.
Fantastic year. They sold the most they have ever sold in their career.
They're like
After losing
top,
a member.
They're a top, like, they are like, that's almost the top girl group right now. It's like they
Yeah.
are
Insane.
doing incredibly well right
And
now.
to think that we were afraid for them, that they were going to like have issues with losing Soojin and shit, because we were concerned. And I'm glad
they,
that
like,
that
came
has
back
been,
from that
at least this
so
year, has
well.
been wiped away for now. And
Yeah.
that they're just killing it. They're thriving. They're doing fantastic. Absolutely adored their album, full album release. Nude was all right, but like happy for their success. Killing it. Soyeon's getting praised as a producer and a writer. Fantastic. Fantastic.
They're doing great,
Yeah.
thriving.
And Twice is still showing that
Always
they
good.
fucking got it.
Twice is
Twice is
absolutely
always
thriving.
good.
I love Twice.
They still
I
fucking
love
got it.
every year. Twice is just like continuing to just be like, oh no, we're here. We're making good music. We're thriving. You can't forget about Twice. Twice
Yeah.
is always just gonna be here and
Always
thrive.
here, always good.
And easily
good.
my
Love
favorite
them.
JYP girl group at this point in time. And I love them. They're great.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say the best JYP group. Like,
Yeah.
Ever?
no, of at least like current.
Oh, current? Yes. Yeah.
Like, there's what competition is there?
I mean, I know people who would like to argue that, but we won't get into that.
I will fight any of them.
But
They're
I
children.
still think Twice is doing a great job. I love
Twice
their
thriving.
comeback this year.
Mhm.
It was great. And more, it definitely in their style, but an elevated, mature version of them.
I
their
mean,
style.
I think it is just them continuing. I mean, I wouldn't. This is just sort of them continuing that phase of like your feel special, your what's the other one? Can't Stop Me. That whole era of Twice is just
Mhm.
continuing, and I think it's like the best era of Twice.
Mm-hmm.
But there can only be one winner, of course.
Only one winner.
And that winner is the one, the only G-Idol.
Yeah.
Killing it.
They
Even though their
had such
company
a good
is
year.
trash, just garbage company.
Well, that's
They're
not
the-
their fault.
That's not their fault. The company's trash, but these girls are thriving.
And I
they're
also feel
killing
like I
it.
don't want to give Cube any of the reasons for their success.
No,
Because
exactly.
they self-produce everything. So
Soyeon literally carrying this group on her back,
Carries
and
the
so and the
entire
other
group.
members also contributing as well. They're not fantastic group, fantastic
well, all of
members.
them produce music for their albums now too. So.
Exactly. They are a workhorse team right now. They are in sync. They did not let losing a member due to, whatever bullying scandal that was happened, they were like, we're gonna fucking slay. And slay they did, and albums they sold.
Knew that they
and
had
they
to
did
come
it.
back, they really had to get popularity this first comeback after losing Sujin, or their career was gonna be over.
And
then
they
came
fucking
back and
did
it.
it.
They
fucking did it. And I am so happy for them. I'm so proud of them, honestly.
I know. I'm so
Tomboy,
happy for them.
fantastic
I love
single.
them.
Just
I loved
killed it.
all of their music this year. I loved both. I Never Die is a great album, and then I also loved
Can't forget
I don't
about My
remember the-
Bag. 5 red
Oh, My Bag
diamonds
is
in my
great.
bag. Oh,
and
such-
the other mini album that Nude is on, that's also a great album.
Yeah.
I also really like that.
I love how My Bag also became quite popular too in Korea. So
I know.
that's crazy. Great for them. Great to see
So
them
happy for
thriving.
them.
I'm glad that they proved us wrong at least this year. For because we had concerns, and for now those concerns are not around for me at least.
Yeah.
But we shall see what happens in the future.
Well, I mean, I think it would have to be something really dramatic would have to happen for them to immediately lose all of the popularity that
Which
they
I hope
currently
doesn't
have.
happen because they do
yeah.
not need more drama.
Mhm.
But anyways, moving along, we got now.
The Wangy Bo Male Bias
Woo!
Award.
The best award of every award show.
Maybe we need to
If you
explain
are
about
new
Wang
to-
Yibo.
If you are newer to the podcast, this is called
Why?
the Wangy
This is
Bo
the
Male
third
Bias
time we've
Award.
done this.
If you're new for some reason, we call this the Wangy Bo Male Bias Award because if it was not named after Wangy Bo, we would attempt
would
to
win
give it
every
to
year.
him every year. So this is the Wangy Bo
Iconic,
Male
legendary
Bias Award.
man. He is an icon of our time.
Yes.
So this
He was
year's
in the group
nominees-
Unique, FYI, for people who might not understand. The same group that Woods was in. So
Yes.
He's an icon of our time.
An icon.
Yeah. So the nominees this year are Kay, Woods, Kiho, Psy, Kygo, and J-Chan. So
Mhm.
Kay, obviously in the group and team, thriving.
he did it.
Finally
He
got his
debuted
debut.
it.
Yay. He deserves it. I
We
was
were
very happy
also-
for him.
We discussed a little bit for Woods. We're just like, how insulting is it to Woods to put him in the
If he-
Wangy Bo Male Bias Award?
Who's to say? He
category?
was here last year, I think.
He was, but
was.
we're just like, how insulting is that to him? But
I don't know.
who's to say?
I don't know. Considering
love
also
Woods.
he is older than Wang Yibo
I
in
know.
Unique. I
By
don't know who's
exactly
to say.
1 year.
But also he did prevent a Unique comeback, so I don't think he cares that much, huh?
True. This is true.
Again, Woods will not win for this reason.
Yes.
But also, when was the last time Unique had a comeback?
2015.
Don't question me.
I am just making
Don't
the.
question
I'm
me.
just
Don't
stating the obvious,
question
mate.
Don't question the hope. Fucking Girl Generation got a comeback. When was their last comeback?
But they're also under SM,
They're under Yehua Entertainment.
and they were popular. They were
You know
wicked
how much
popular.
money Yehua Entertainment has?
So much money.
You know how much money
That's
that is?
stupid amount of
Honestly,
money.
I just
Stupid
think
money.
the Unique members didn't
Stupid
want to do
money.
one. So
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's two Unique members don't want to do one.
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
But
hello
anyways.
and hello.
Yes. They're both
Hello
here.
award name. Hello award nominee.
Yes. They're both right
They're
here.
like,
They're-
no, we don't
these-
want to do this. We like to
Well,
solo
the
people.
other one also, the other Chinese ones also are very popular.
They're also
It's like
busy.
they're
No,
so- they're-
the rest of them
everyone
are
is
all
And then
so
the other
busy.
Korean one, no
busy.
one knows what happened to him.
He went into the military.
He went into the
Oh,
military.
okay,
It's
that's
fine.
it then.
Everyone is
Yeah.
so busy. I
So
don't think
busy.
it would be a logistical fucking nightmare.
It would be awful. But anyway, Key
but
Hope of
spe-
P1 Harmony,
Kiho
thriving. Absolutely
Thriving.
thriving. He's great. One of the best vocalists in fourth
Yeah,
gen
absolutely.
K-pop. Like, incredible.
only makes bangers.
Yep. Psy's living his best life this year.
Psy is here because you know what? Psy is consistently here and having a good time.
Yep.
Yep.
You might as well.
Kygo
Kygo.
consistently here, looking sad
Consistently
but having
looking
a
sad,
wonderful
but having
time.
a great time.
Hey,
He's got
he was also in.
He's got resting
fucking-
sad face.
He does. He also is resting sad face while running.
He
Oh.
does. He was
As
on
we
Run
learned.
for the Money on Netflix. So he wants to see
Yes.
Kygo in a Japanese variety show.
Oh, jeez.
Very good. Honestly, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And then
J-Chan.
J-Chan
DKZ.
single-handedly resurrected
Saving
DKZ.
his entire group.
All
on his
because of a
back.
web BL. The power of web BLs, y'all. What boys love shows, by the way.
And you
for
know
anyone
what?
who doesn't
Discuss
know.
that.
And you
We
know
will
what?
discuss that later, Marie.
And we appreciate the hustle.
We always
so-
appreciate the hustle.
But it's
But
impressive. Just
J-Chan
one
out
show helped elevate his
Well,
group. So therefore,
And also, like, honestly, you gotta give credit to the group where it's due. That group
Yeah.
capitalized and made good music.
They
out of
did.
it.
Exactly,
They capitalized
exactly.
on it so
Not saying
well.
Donkeys ever made bad music, because Donkeys actually didn't make bad music.
Yeah.
But, like,
But Jay Chan
thriving.
single-handedly
Jay-Chan-
saving his entire group the winner. And
the
I
winner.
for Jay
That
Chan.
is king shit. That's
King
king
shit.
shit, bro. That is king shit. Let's go.
And because we are equal opportunity, now we have the Wangibo
the Wangibo
female
female
bias.
bias.
They
award.
were
We are- Look, we are equal opportunity.
Equal
Wangibo does
opportunity.
not discriminate.
Yes.
He is an icon of our time. So
Yes,
our
yes.
nominees.
We have
Are-
Hyolyn,
Mhm.
Yoonjin, Chunga, Danielle, and Chaewon.
Note that 3 of them
Hyolyn
are
is
from
here.
Hype.
No, it's fine. Don't worry
Also,
about
note
it.
that 2 of them are from the same group. We are aware.
It's
Yes.
fine. Don't worry about it.
We didn't. It wasn't. It was.
Don't worry about it.
It was not an.
I might have
oversight
been
on
the
our
reason
part,
why
okay?
that happened, but it's fine.
Not necessarily. It's like we wanted one Lee Seraphim member. We couldn't decide between the two.
So we have
we
both.
thought, why not both?
So here's both.
So here's
Hyolyn's
both.
here for Queendom 2 purposes.
And also can't win for Queendom 2 purposes because she
Yes.
was the best part of that show, but she was
also
also
Queendom
on
2
that show.
was a not fun time. But that's not
we
her
did
fault.
not have a good time. No,
That's not her fault.
No.
Mhm.
Chunga thriving.
Thriving, always
Still
thriving.
killed it. Our 96 liner homie.
Honestly, here's the
Fantastic.
thing. I don't think she's ever looked better.
Yeah.
This
She looks great.
Sparkling,
Oh, she looks
looked
so
amazing.
Oh,
good.
the music
So
video
good.
was great too.
Styled so well.
It was actually
She
done
was
in a
styled
set.
so beautiful.
pretty.
Lee Seraphim thriving for both of them, and then Danielle, love her. She like
Adorable.
burst
We
Burst
love
onto
a
the
little
scene.
Aussie white girl shuffle in Cookie Gal. She's killing it.
And she won.
Mhm.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay for Danielle.
So Danielle.
Yeah,
Love
so the
her.
winner's
She's great.
Danielle. Party.
Mhm.
Party.
She killing it.
Yeah. So now I think we're on to the last of the music awards before we get to our miscellaneous bullshit.
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
yes.
So this is Artist of the Year. So before we talk about the nominees, I think we need to preface this by explaining what we take into account when we
Yes.
decide on Artist of the Year nominees, because
Yes,
it is not
yes.
what most people think.
No.
Yes.
Artist of the Year, when you are nominated, not only takes into account what you
As
if
a
you're a
group.
soloist, your individualness, but also every single individual thing the members of the group did
Yes.
contributes to to that group's nomination.
Yes, yes.
So
Solo
subunits
subunits
count,
also
solos,
count.
acting, all of the above
All of the
count.
above count.
So that is why these awards look weird, but
But
we
if
will
you
get
think
to
about
it.
if you think about it, it's
Think
not
about
weird.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will explain.
So, our nominees are Twice, BTS, Astro, JO1, 17, and G-Idol. So, the most basic one to just get out of the way,
Yeah.
G-Idol is here because their group like
They fucking killed it this
resurrected
year.
their
You
entire
can't
career to
argue
become,
that.
like,
They're the most
the most
yes.
popular girl group in K-pop.
Yes.
Like
they're
incredible.
they're here for the basic
Yeah.
reasons. JO1 also here for the basic reasons,
Yes.
for their stuff as a group. Also, they did a lot of variety stuff in Japan this year.
They did a lot of
Congratulations for
variety
that.
stuff in
Yes.
Korea this year.
They did a lot of
They
variety stuff in
did.
Korea this year too. Great. Twice. That Twice is where we get into a bit more of the complicated stuff. Twice had all of their group stuff and also Nayeon solo,
Which was
amazing.
phenomenal this year.
Amazing.
Great.
They
Wonderful.
Phenomenal.
also renewed contracts this year.
And they
so-
renewed
We'll get
contracts
Twice
all
for a
stayed
all
couple
of
together
them.
more
this
years.
year.
All 9 of them.
I know, 9 people. Wow. We'll talk about. I'll go through the ones and then we'll get to the winner last. I think.
Mhm.
Astro. Astro had 2 different subunits.
2 subunits, both.
Both of them
so
phenomenal.
Both thriving.
Both phenomenal. And also
Yeah.
MJ
Thriving.
living the trot dreams. of his
Living a
life.
trot dream, but also going into the military. But
Yes.
also,
And Eunwoo-
also Astro
And
had
Eunwoo
a
Being a
living
hip
his
exorcist priest.
actor life.
hip actress priest,
His
also
best
Afterlife.
actor life,
Island
yeah.
just started airing Live Your Best
His
Life.
best hip
Eunwoo.
exorcist priest life.
And also they had a full group. They had a
They
full
did.
group.
And that was
comeback.
phenomenal. I
That
love
was also
Candy
good.
Pop.
Candy Sugar Pop. Very fun.
Yes.
And then 17 also, a lot of them had solos.
Yes.
Or,
so
like,
many solo songs
many
all over the board.
Like,
And
so
a
many
phenomenal
solo songs,
comeback
so many
and
OSTs,
repackage
so many-
release.
a repackage,
Great
and an
actual
album,
just
and
group
a lot of stuff.
activities and music.
Yes,
Thriving.
living their best lives, self-producing kings, already thriving.
Love
Yes.
it.
So the winner here is obvious.
Yes.
Take a wild
It's
guess.
BTS.
It's BTS.
Look, okay, it's not just because of the
It's
military
not just
thing.
for proof
It's
because
not just-
that's not enough.
Also, Proof. I think Proof is like it's. I think everything about this year was BTS saying, we have all of the power and all of the cards are in our hands.
Yes,
We put out one of the in the list of highest, like, selling K-pop albums. It's not the highest, a different BTS album is.
Yeah.
But Proof is still up there in some of the, and it's a fucking greatest hits album.
It's mostly a
It's a fucking greatest hits album.
New songs
and you know
on
what?
it.
Live your best life. Yeah. Live your best life with your greatest hits album. I think every big artist needs a greatest hits album.
Yeah.
And we gotta talk about the solo releases this year.
Solo
Phenomenal.
releases.
You had great solo songs, and then
the military of
great,
it all.
Indigo's great, Jack in the Box is great, and then you get to the military thing.
And then
this
Jungkook
is
performing
really
at
the nail in the
FIFA,
coffin is the
Jungkook
military
performing with
thing.
other
Look,
collabs.
here's the thing with the military thing. The military thing clinches this award because I respect
That's the
anybody
nail in the
that says,
coffin,
fuck
the
you to the
military
government.
enlistment.
Yeah, I respect anybody that is very blatantly fuck you to the government.
It's
I love
honestly
it.
so good. It's so good that the Korean government could not make up their minds. And BTS is like, well, we're
And
going to
BTS
make
was,
up
"We
our
will take-"
minds before you can even make your decision. Because
Thrive,
you're being too
kings,
annoying
thrive.
about it. It's great.
Honestly, they
I love
did
that so much.
For a group that went on hiatus this year, they did so much.
So
this
much
year.
They
shit
did.
for a group supposedly on
And
hiatus.
you have to respect it. You
You do.
really do. You have to respect it. Yay, kings, thrive.
We
artist
love
of the
saying
year.
fuck you to the Korean government.
We love it.
Kayla, is
Great.
this where we make the promise?
Oh yes. So you've
Okay,
now
so
you've
here's
now
the thing.
realized that this artist of the year has now only gone to BTS or JO1.
We're in the year 3, and it's really been a 50-50.
It's
It
been
can't
BTS,
really go
then
to
JO1,
BTS
and then
again.
BTS again. It's probably not going to go to BTS next year.
But
But
we have made a promise that if JO1 either does a world tour or makes a Korean debut, they
JO1 gets
automatically
it next
win.
year.
And that's also not saying that if they don't
That
do
if they
either
don't,
of
they
those
still
things,
can
they don't win.
But
They
if
can.
those two happen,
But if
one of those two, that's an
either-
automatic win
It's an
for them.
automatic win.
Yeah.
So we'll come back in a year. We'll see what we said.
Because
But
I
it's an
really
automatic.
enjoy the concept of us giving this award only to JO1 and BTS in alternating years.
I think it'd be hilarious.
It'd
JO1
be
just
so
gotta clinch
funny.
it for 2 years, and then
I
I,
know.
think BTS comes. And then when BTS comes back out of the military, that's an immediate
And then it's
BTS
when they
wins.
come back from the military,
Are
that's
you kidding
another
me?
good
The
another
triumph-
Oh,
win
yeah.
for BTS.
The triumphant return of BTS. It's
Exactly.
absolutely gonna
Killing
happen.
it.
Definitely a year they win this award again. So
All right.
Now
So
we
now
on
we go on
to
to the
now we're into
miscellaneous
the miscellaneous.
bullshit.
These are really the Maria Sammy awards. These categories.
well, this
have
one's
nothing to
this
do with
one.
these
The
categories.
next few several are going to be the Sammy Awards for sure. Though.
Yes.
So Sammy,
All
take
right.
it away.
Look, I watched a lot of dramas this year, guys.
Mhm.
Watched a lot.
No,
we
you
talked
did.
about many of them.
No.
I
We
did
talked
not.
about many
Yeah.
of them
So
this
the
year.
thing is I did not watch a single drama this year that we did not make content on. So
Hell
that's
yeah.
only my drama consumption for
You
this
watched
year.
like 4. I
Yeah.
watched like 100.
Yep.
But they also take like a day to watch, so like what else am I supposed to do? They're very short. So
Alright.
for best drama, for people that aren't aware, I also watch dramas from like 4 countries. So like this is a mishmash. It's a lot. Also, I did watch a lot of BLs this year because of a lot of BL content we made.
But a whole month of half a month of BL content.
We did.
Like Sammy, you
did.
pretty much watch Korean, Chinese, Thai, and what? Do you count Japanese?
I do watch a bunch of Japanese shows.
And then
I
technically, I
watch-
guess the Philippines, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to
I
that
have
one.
watched
Filipino,
more
it's
than
really
just.
it's not a good
Here's
time
the
for
thing.
the Filipino
I have
representation
watched
this
more
year.
than just that Filipino show.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I have watched more than that. I have gotten to the point where I can't add any more countries. This is already too much to fucking deal with juggling.
Yeah, that's 5 countries already.
That's a lot of
So
countries.
many
Yeah.
countries.
I don't watch that many shows from the Philippines entirely because of like accessibility issues. Like they're not as easy to watch and find on the internet.
Yeah.
But a bunch of them, but the Thai ones, the Chinese ones, and the Korean ones, and some of the Japanese ones are like exceptionally easy just to find. But so the dramas I nominated for best drama of 2022 are City of Streamer, which is Chinese, Kin Porsche, Tomorrow, Bad Buddy, Samantha Care, and A Business Proposal. I have spoken at length about many of these shows with both of you.
Yes.
But so
Yeah.
City of Streamer is a Republican era drama. It has the mob. It has revenge. It's about this girl who like infiltrates a family as like their tutor, and she's entirely there to get revenge because they like fucked over her father. And then she falls obviously in love with the young master. But then it all goes to shit. There's the mob. It's wild. Republican era shows are always about either spies or war. and then like half the cast ends up dead by the end. It's great. It's a good time all around. Highly recommend. Also, for some reason, they do a lot of ballroom dancing at the beginning half of this show. I don't know why, but it's really good. So Kin Porsche. Okay, here's the thing with Kin Porsche. You gotta have... How do I describe the show? So, in its most basic elements, it is man becomes bodyguard to the mob, and then it becomes gay and explicit and violent. And explicit in both ways.
Well, you got
also,
the mob involved, so it's gonna get violent at some point.
There's a lot of violence. It's R-rated in both ways of R-rated.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sexy.
Oh,
It's sexy. It's not like, you see ass. You see,
That-
you see bare ass.
You see
You
butt.
see bare ass.
You see the butt.
I feel like that's
But
a
you
common
don't
thing with
see-
the BL, I feel.
You do see it's the only one here on this slide.
Ooh.
That's explicit enough to see bare ass.
Oh, okay.
But this one, very good, very wild, very like, it's like dark and sinister. The production value, impeccable. Also the production values of the stream are also impeccable. Very well done. Soundtrack, acting, all of the above, wonderful. Tomorrow is one of my favorites, what I like to call Korean episodic death shows.
Yep.
Similar to like a Doom at Your Service.
Yep.
Mm.
Which is about, and a Hotel Del Luna, which is about, Korean ghosts figuring out how to go into the afterlife.
Mm.
This is maybe my favorite one because it tackles, it's this group of people who are trying to prevent people from, this group of like ghosts essentially, who are trying to prevent people from committing suicide. But it takes it in such an interesting direction where it's not as straightforward as that can be, because a lot of these shows, episodic ghosts can only get you so far. Sort of similar vibes. This one, very, very good. Rowan's in it. Rowan's great.
Mm.
I cried multiple times. It's just, there's a lot of stories to tell, and it tells them extremely well. I like how it does give enough time for each of the episodic stories to be told fully, and it's not incessantly about Rowan running around like a fucking comic. It knows where to be funny, it knows where to be serious, and it doesn't make it all about Rowan. I love that Rowan essentially becomes like the third main character by the end. Thankfully, because he's sort of the least interesting one.
Huh.
It's the best part. Bad Buddy is the sweetest show I watched all year. Bad Buddy, I count Bad Buddy as a 2022 show because it ended in 2022, even though it started in 2021. That's my personal way of counting these shows. It is essentially a gay Romeo and Juliet story, and it's very funny, and it's very cute, and it had my favorite couple in it of the whole year. Semantic Error is the show that made DKZ a group.
Yes, it did.
That's Kayla, you've watched Semantic Error.
I did see Semantic Error. Very cute.
It's very adorable. How would you describe the plot of Semantic Error?
It's like a cute college, like, enemies to
to
lovers,
lovers?
college romance,
Romance?
I guess.
I don't know. Park So-ham becomes the biggest menace in Jae-chan's life, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a menace in that show, and I adore it. A Business Proposal is a show I went in expecting to not enjoy because it's a Netflix K-drama. And turns out I really like it.
It is not a Netflix K-drama, though. It's just
not a
Netflix
Netflix
just has the
K-drama,
rights
but
to it, so it's better because the actual
Fair.
Netflix ones are bad.
But it feels like a Netflix K-drama. Like, it was promoted all over Netflix. Netflix lies about and says a Netflix original. Shut up, Netflix. You don't own this. Sejong, it's a very cute, like, a contract marriage turns into real love situation. That is one of my favorite tropes in all of dramas. That's just an overall very, very good time. So my winner is Kin Porsche because it's gay and sexy and violent.
Mm-hmm.
3 things I greatly
course.
enjoy in a drama.
Yes.
It's gay, sexy, and violent. What more did I want?
It's the Sammi specialty.
The Sammi
Sammi
trifecta. So get her on board for any show
Yes,
or movie.
yes.
Gay, sex, dramatics,
Violence.
and violence.
Hey, I also like rom-coms.
That's why you
I
love
also
horror.
Like,
Horror
that's why I love
movies,
horror.
yeah.
Gay,
Kin Porsche is kind of horror movie like. a little bit.
I mean, there are a lot of change. There is a Stockholm syndrome situation definitely occurring there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just becomes sexy. And also, you know, you can't. What more can you want? Also, I both want and do not want a second season to this show.
Yeah.
I want a second season. For anybody that it's aware, I want a second season with different writers because those writers are creeps.
Fair.
But moving on. That's the best K-drama of the year. I was going to be Bad Buddy for the longest time, but I think that overall Kin Porsche is maybe a better show in terms of production value.
Mm-hmm.
Even though maybe I go back and forth on between that and Bad Buddy, but that's my own issues. So Retroactive Best Drama. Retroactive Best Drama is the fact that I watched a lot of dramas that didn't come out this year that I think also deserve recognition. So the ones I got here are Weightlifting Fairy, Kim Bok-ju, A Man Who Defies the World of BL, Sunshine of My Life, The Gifted, Go Ahead, and Unforgettable Love. So Weightlifting Fairy, Kayla has seen, which is the only reason I finally was, like, watching it, and I'm like,
Very
it's cute.
That's a show I've heard good things about.
It's a sports anime, really.
It's
and a
essentially
K-drama.
Yeah. Of these 6, it's kind of, it was a little, I think it's also because of its age, it was a little basic. Like, it was a very, like, coming-of-age story, very simple romance. A Man Who Defies the World of BL is the funniest show I watched all year. It's a satire about, it's based on a manga. It's Japanese. And it is about a guy who lives in essentially a BL, in the manga, it's a manga, in the show, it's a show. And eventually everything around him is gay, and he just falls into the worlds of, like, the stereotypes, the tropes, and all of that. It's hilarious. Thought it was very, very funny. You actually do get a fun little romance there, both with him and with his little brother, who just is in a BL story and is the protagonist. It's hilariously fun.
That's really funny.
It's just really funny. And also the episode's about 15 minutes, which I think is about how long you can sustain a joke for. So I think it was really, really good. I thought it was hilarious. I love a good satire. Sunshine of My Life just falls into a very specific trope that I really enjoy, which is I really like dramas about the fashion industry for some reason. Not that I enjoy anything about the real fashion industry, I don't care. But dramas about, like, embroidery I find very entertaining. And this one also takes place in Paris, which is very, very fun. And it's Chinese. It's really, really good. The Gifted, and I put The Gifted here, but also I'm in the minority of people that also very much enjoyed The Gifted Graduation as a show, is essentially Thai lower budget X-Men, if that sounds interesting to anyone.
Interesting.
Yes, all of them have essentially, you go to a gifted class where all of them have special powers. The special powers are varying of, like, hey, I can send things into another dimension. I can learn anything I watch, like, once. I have power over technology, to I don't sleep. Period. That's your power, is he doesn't sleep. And it does drive him insane, which is unfortunate. But The Gifted Graduation was even, I enjoyed that one too. Both seasons are, you know, it's a pretty basic superhero story, but I did enjoy it a lot. Go Ahead has interesting. So it's about this, like, 3 kids, 2 of their fathers, and the fact that somehow, like, these 2 dads both lose their wives and end up, like, co-parenting the 3 children. It's very fun. Some of the worst mothers I've ever seen in dramas. I hated all of them. They're terrible. You can't abandon your kids and come back 10 years later.
That's
Wow.
not great.
That's fucked.
But nice to see that the dads decided to, like, team up together to try to attempt to raise kids together. It's kind of cute.
Yeah. And, like, one of them isn't even either of their kids.
No.
Aw.
Well, is it
He's
like a
just
cousin
like,
to, like,
well-
someone's friend or something?
No, so his mom was, like, dating one of the dads, but, like, she then just up and disappeared.
Oh.
And just sort of left the kid with her family, but her family is super poor, and, like, he's like, I'll just raise this kid.
That's
I can, like,
fucked. Damn.
yeah.
That's messed
and-
up.
Yeah. It's a lot. That show's a lot. That show is very, very sad, but also very hopeful. Like, it is, they're fucked situations, but all the characters are like, well, this is life. Like, it's done very well and realistically. It's like, well, you gotta evolve and all of that other stuff. Unforgettable Love has the cutest child in it imaginable. He is so charming, So the girl is essentially a speech pathologist, and the little boy doesn't talk. Not that he can't, he just doesn't. So the dad, he's raising this child. Takes her to him, and like they're trying to they make a family. That's fun. That kid is adorable, and that's why they're here. So the winner is The Gifted. I think it's just overall the best made show out of all of them. It's an ensemble piece, very well done. I think that the acting is really good, and just overall the concepts are very fun. Worst drama. My goal is by next year this category doesn't exist.
I also hate that this is the category I've seen most of the shows on this list.
Yeah, is it bad
That's
that I know of like a couple of these in particular?
Because I've talked shit on them. These shows are very bad.
We're gonna unlock a memory for one certain show in particular for some K-pop fans.
Hey. Yeah, my goal is next year this category doesn't exist. I'm planning on not watching bad shows for content next year.
Please.
Or at least not 6 bad shows for content.
Or at least not intentionally you don't plan on doing that.
Yeah.
With at least 3 of these, they were intentionally watched for content.
Yes.
4 actually. 4 of them were intentionally watched with the sole purpose of making content. So the nominees are Unforgotten Night, Snowdrop, Kissable Lips, Love and Leashes, What the Duck, and Rainbow Prince. No, all of these did not have to come out this year. Most of these are old, but I was not also gonna watch 6 shitty shows.
Yeah, remember Snowdrop and Love and Leashes, K-pop fans?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So the ones watched explicitly for content were Snowdrop, Love and Leashes, What the Duck, and Rainbow Prince, and we didn't even make content on Snowdrop.
I know.
Why did I watch that? I don't remember.
I told you about how half the show is a hostage situation.
Oh, and then I was curious what that meant. And then I watched it because I had Disney Plus.
What makes it a hostage situation?
It's literally a hostage situation.
What is...
So we'll get there in 1 second. Unforgotten Night is just Kin Porsche but bad.
Oh.
It came out the same year. Ooh. It is also a mafia story.
We were about to watch that for content, and then didn't.
And then I watched the first episode and was like, Kayla, we can't even make content on this.
Yeah.
This is bad. It's really shitty. It's not good. It's just shitty Kin Porsche. It was not a fun. I didn't even have fun watching it. It was just bad. It was also way lower budget than Kin Porsche. Snowdrop. So the reason Snowdrop is a hostage situation is that Jisoo falls in love with a North Korean spy. That North Korean spy with his 2 North Korean spy buddies then take over the school that all-girls school that she is in, and take them all hostage. Literally.
And that is literally the plot.
That is half the show.
That's more than half the show. That's more than half the show. Situation.
I know that there was some scandal regarding like the historical accuracy that Korea was involved with.
Yeah, because the show is shit.
It's bad.
The show's shit.
Bad show.
The show is bad. The show makes it like he's a North Korean spy. Yeah. And I'm supposed to be sad?
And she falls in love with him? Stockholm Syndrome?
It is
not even Stockholm. No, not Stockholm Syndrome.
It's really? It's a really bad representation of that era of South Korea's history. Like, it's a very bad representation of it, yeah.
It also has really bad, like, political side characters of, like, police and, like, members of the government, and I'm like, I don't care about any of you. All of you fucking suck. What's going on? And then, like, the hostage negotiations don't matter. The fucking main guy ends up dying, and then Jisoo's upset that her kidnapper's dead. It's not Stockholm Syndrome, because he's in love with him before.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a whole lot of... Jesus fucking hiding him in the fucking attic for a while.
It's just a bad show.
It's just a terrible show. Jisoo also, you can see this in the poster. She looks like a deer in headlights the entire show.
That's the one.
Which
she's
is fine for the bits where she's being kidnapped, not so much when she's falling in love. She looks frightened. And you know what? It works for like half the show. Doesn't work for the other half. Jisoo, you can't look frightened to the guy you're in love with.
So basically, they probably should not have put her in a lead role, is what I'm hearing. Already.
Not that soon.
Absolutely not.
So kind of like a Joy. Basically, YG pulled a Joy.
A little more time. She needed a little more time.
Doing a lead role immediately is like not the way.
Kissable Lips is a terrible vampire BL.
We've talked about that before.
You watched it. Did you watch that with me?
No.
No, you watched it.
We watched the one with June.
Yeah,
Tinted
you watched
with You.
Tinted with You. Tinted with You is better than this one. This one is also terrible because 1, they don't end up together. 2, it doesn't make any sense why he won't drink his blood. 3, worse acting. 4, no chemistry. 5, I hated it. Moving on. Love and Leashes. Love and Leashes.
I've heard way too much about this to make a
episode on Love and
judgment.
Leashes, everybody.
I'm
We have
so
a
young.
full
This wasn't it, girl. I know you weren't the one tied up, but still, why?
It was
Just-
bad.
no.
It's
Shouldn't
bad.
tie
It's,
anyone
it's
up.
God.
so bad. The
Also, this
whole
is
thing
an
bad.
example of
The
what not
Office,
to
by
do
the
in
way.
the office space.
Don't
be
fucking
kinky
have,
in the
don't do
office.
don't bring your kinks into your workspace.
Don't bring the kink into the workplace.
Do not do that.
What the Duck I also watched entirely for content because I was trying to do a BL video and then realized I should probably watch what is widely considered the worst BL of all time. And it did. And it is. It's awful. I hated every minute of it.
Oof.
It is somehow about, it is about office harassment. It is about cheating. It is about almost giving your partner AIDS and not telling them.
Oh,
It is,
fantastic. Just what
It
we
is-
need to teach
it's about
people out there.
again, they
Just what
find
we
out
need.
later on, no one gets AIDS, but why was that a plot point?
God damn, that's
It's
fucked.
about
Ugh.
office harassment, sexual harassment, emotional manipulation. I hate, and it also has an awful soundtrack.
Ugh.
Sounds like shit. The acting shit. I hate everything. Why did I finish it? I also didn't watch season 2, if anyone's wondering. I'm never going to.
I
This
don't
is
think
an
you
awful
should.
situation. And now, Kayla, would you like to introduce this one? 'Cause
Oh,
I can't. I hate everything.
Okay, so we got Rainbow Prince. We also have an episode on this show mostly.
This is trash.
Tinted with
This
You.
is utter
This is
garbage.
Okay,
Absolute
this
trash.
is this we thought it was gonna be fun, like in a bad
The
bad
first
in a fun
episode
way.
was fun.
Because it was like kind of like a Disney Channel original musical, but then the farther we got, it just got like bad in like a really bad way.
Yeah.
It's about this guy. He's the prince of this country that doesn't exist.
Doesn't
and We
exist.
don't. It is and questionably in a place in the world. And is
Questionable
having like
Kazakhstan,
a
questionable.
questionable. His uncle's throwing a military coup, so he like escapes to the
Uncle, only
Philippines.
one that looks like he understands what show he's in.
Yeah. He escapes to the Philippines. He meets this other kid whose parents like are like I don't know if they own this hotel, but are like concierges at this hotel, something like that. And then it's just a weird romance with him and the hotel people, and then there are drag queens for some reason that don't add to the plot even a little bit. And then there just is hijinks with him and the people from the prince's country trying to find him. And then this is also a musical, remember? So there's just
And no
songs
God,
that
the singing is
there's just songs
garbage.
everywhere.
Oh my
And they're
god.
and no one knows how to sing, so you can imagine
No.
that the songs are not good. It's got really bad CGI. Like,
If you
It's a
really
lot.
want to watch the
I hate
show, it is on
everything.
YouTube. You can see how terrible
No,
it is for your
don't.
own eyes.
Don't.
We're gonna tell you
Don't.
no, but if you are
Don't.
curious, it is
But
on
here's
YouTube.
the thing: the first episode lulls you into a false sense of security, and then it
does.
gets really shit by episode 2.
it's really bad.
God.
It's
Don't
bad.
watch any
It's
of
terrible.
it. Don't bother.
It really is.
So we gave it to Rainbow Prince because even though What the Duck is probably far more
It's just
problematic,
like, what's
I
going
hated
on with this show?
This show just proves that not everything that's gay is great. I hate to say it.
This dog,
Unfortunately.
the best part of the show. Love
I
him.
mean, that entire worst drama category kind of proved that not
It
everything
does.
gay is great.
True.
Most of those were gay.
Yes.
Oh wait,
this one,
all of
this
them?
one in particular, really.
Most.
You
really
mean
bad.
you mean the ones that aren't? Well, actually, no. Wait, one of the Korean ones is. So like the
Two
other
of them.
2 Korean ones. Okay.
All four of the 6 nominees were gay.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's shit. It's shit. I hate
It's
it.
really bad. One of the worst things I've ever seen, and not
Oh,
even in
awful.
a way that's fun. Just bad and like,
Awful.
truly, this is not good. This is a bad
Yeah.
show.
Just terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible.
it's like watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, except just
So
no, not
now
Avatar.
they're
Sorry, not
movie?
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Holy shit, The
I
Last
was like,
Airbender
the movie
What?
Avatar. the
God
Last
damn! I
Airbender.
repeat, I love Avatar: The Last Airbender, that cartoon show. The movie though, terrible, trash, garbage,
Yes.
not even funny, shit, boring, hate it. This is like
Not
Rainbow
even
Prince,
good.
except
Not
it has
even
worse
bad in a
singing
funny
and
way.
cringier dialogue somehow. Fuck it.
All right, so best drama actor. I also gave myself 7 nominees. Don't question me.
Well, you also watch a lot of BL, and
Uh,
that's like double the amount of men. So
That's fair. I do watch a lot of BL, and that does increase the amount of men I have to work with. So we get so our nominees are Bible from Kin Porsche, Gun from Not Me, Ohm from Bad Buddy, Josh from The Player, Timmy Shu from City of Streamer, Park Soham from Semantic Error, and An Hyosum from A Business Proposal. So I'm just gonna talk about who didn't win. Gun played twins in Not Me, and they were phenomenal as both of the twins. He played two, you know, the stereotype with twins, polar opposite twins. But one twin has to pretend to be has to go undercover and pretend to be the other twin because the twin is in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's him playing a character, playing another character that's also played by him. So it's just levels, and he did a great job. Bad Buddy is such a fun show. I think did such a good job. I think he's very underrated in that role. He is just, if you can describe, like, a golden retriever boyfriend, please meet Pat from Bad Buddy, because it's adorable. I have Josh on here, not so much because I like The Player, because I did like The Player. It's mainly just the fact that I watched, I think, 4 shows with him in it this year, and I think he needs to be nominated for something. I rewatched 3 Will Be Free. I watched Mama Go-Go, and I also watched Nabby, My Stepdarling, so, like, that was a lot. He was in a lot of shows I watched this year.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy Shu just did a really good job in City of Streamer. I think we talked about Semantic Error a lot. Park So-ham is a fucking menace in that show, but still keeps him charming. And that is a feat, especially for me. And then in A Business Proposal, he's the main lead. That show is just very fun. He's another character that could get on my fucking nerves, but doesn't. But the winner is a character that should have gotten on my fucking nerves. So Bible and Kin Porsche wins, and it's mainly for the fact that Vegas, the character he plays, is a fucking sociopath. Literally.
Yikes.
He, in one of the scenes, which I think I showed Kayla, he pulls out an in-ear bone.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yikes.
teeth in the beginning, but no, he takes a bunch of pliers and pulls out, I think, one of the bones inside your ear.
Ugh.
He's a sociopath. And then
Ew.
also kidnaps Pete, keeps him, tortures him, but then also falls in love with him, and also plays his character moments of absolute abuse extremely well, to the point where, like, sure, it's Stockholm Syndrome, sure, he's a sociopath, but, like, I'm into it. Vegas is a reprehensible character. It's giving very Hannibal Lecter. Not in the cannibalism, but in the villain that you just can't help but watch kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, loved it. Absolutely phenomenal. You gotta give credit where credit's due. So then for Best Drama Actress, I watch less, there's a lot less women to work with. And also mainly because I find a lot of the women in dramas to be some of the less interesting characters in the show, because they are underwritten, and I think that's mainly an issue with drama writing and not with the actresses involved here. So we have Jin Tan from City of Streamer, Kim Se-jung from A Business Proposal, Kim Hee-sung from Tomorrow, Sol In-ah from A Business Proposal, 2 from F4 Thailand, Boys Over Flowers, and Yang-zi from The Oath of Love. God, I feel like I'm just talking about the same shows over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're good.
That's fine.
Jin Sung from City of Streamer, she just did really, really well in that show. I think that show also very much falls on more her performance than anybody else, because she is the one having to navigate this, like, mob world. I also realized there's a lot of shows about the mob on this list.
A lot of mobs.
That's an interesting realization
Yeah.
about myself. Kim Se-jung puts in a phenomenal performance in this show, considering that she had to be funny, and I think most characters that try to be funny in K-dramas fail spectacularly. She did a very good job. I was very happy for her. Kim Hee-sung in Tomorrow puts in one of maybe the most heartbreaking performance of any of these people. It is probably objectively the best performance, and she probably should have won. She doesn't, but, like, maybe she should have. This is like the Ji-sung situation I found myself in last year, where it's like, I don't want to give you this award, but, like, objectively, you should win it.
Yeah.
But this year I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
but no, she puts in a heartbreaking performance. I don't want to go too much into spoilers on that show because it like really is super well done.
Like one of those
But,
shows
like,
that you really don't want to spoil the people. Just let them
it's not
experience
that
it.
it's not that the spoilers would be bad because they do project them very clearly in the beginning. But I think it's just something you need to experience because me explaining it won't be as good as just watching her like have these super emotional scenes about her past. And I'm just like, oh, that's sad. But also just in the present, comforting people and all of that stuff is also really good. I have 2 characters from a business proposal on here, mainly entirely because this side couple was phenomenal. I love the side couple in a business proposal. I didn't have room on the men's list to put the second male lead in that show, but she just does so well. She's, I think, even funnier than Kim Sejong because she is the one pining for the guy. And she does it so well. She's so fun. She's a bit of an airhead, but that's adorable. We have full episodes on Boys Over Flowers. I think we have 2.
2. Yep.
2 episodes on Boys Over Flowers. We talk about her 2's performance a bunch in that, but she is the best version of this character by far. Like, the closest thing would probably be Meteor Garden, but I think she's still the more fleshed out of the 2 of all of the main leads from that series. And then The Oath of Love was just a really overall very good performance from Youngsa. I absolutely love her relationship with her dad in that show. That was a really heartbreaking thing to watch. But I gave it to from F4 Thailand Boys Over Flowers. It's the best version of this character. This character's been done to death. Too many people have played this character.
So many.
Too many.
A lot of people.
Too many people. But she did, I think, the best job. Kayla's seen the shows.
It's very good. She's
good.
definitely the best iteration of that character, for sure. Like, not even
I think
close.
that there's also something to be said for playing the character for a 5th time. 5th or 6th time. And then making the character, 1, still your own, and 2, the best version of the character. Yay.
Yay.
Do I have another one?
Yes, you have one more.
You do.
Oh. So this is a new category entirely because I don't know why I made one, but I did. I think because we took out a category.
Perhaps.
We
Moment.
took out knee slapping moment. But we also added in 2 completely unrelated categories at the end. So.
Look, we're getting there. So for best drama OST, I did not have to watch the show. There's 2 shows on here I haven't seen yet.
It's fine.
But we have Slot Machine's Freefall from Kin Porsche, Lucy's Little Star from Bad Prosecutor, Lee Sen-kyub's Red Light from Tomorrow, Blitzer's Beautiful Day from Cherry Blossoms After Winter, Yuju's Real Love from Love in Contract, and Ken Smoke's Not Me from Not Me. So the interesting thing is that Freefall by Kin Porsche is actually the same song but different songs. So there's a Thai version and an English version. I nominated the English version because I think I like it a little bit more. But they're both like the same song with different lyrics for each of the main characters. So the Thai one is more from the perspective of, I believe it's the Thai one's in more of Kin's perspective, and the English one's in Porsche's perspective. Or I could have gotten that flipped around, but they're really, really good. It's just a very good rock song. We love everything Lucy's ever done. This is just an anime opening.
It is.
I haven't seen Bad Prosecutor, but Bad Prosecutor also kind of feels like a live action anime. It
kind of feels like it's an anime a little bit. I mean, look at that poster and tell me it's not.
Fair. Look at Dio's face.
Look at Dio.
Just look at Dio. The Bad Prosecutor's on my list for next year, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Sang-kyub just did a really good song for Tomorrow. It's just like a chill banger, and I enjoyed it. And I think that show really needed a chill banger. Blitzer's Beautiful Day sounds nothing like any other Blitzer song, but I really like it. Yuju is here just because it's my favorite OST from this year sung by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then Not Me just as another good rock song. We gave it to Lucy entirely because I just think that song
anime
is
opening.
So good. And I want Lucy to make a real anime opening.
Yes.
Because, one, it could just be Little Star just sung in Japanese, also.
Mm-hmm.
But
they did make a song on their album just called Opening. That does sound a little bit like an anime opening. So
fair enough. It's a good song. So that it was the Sammi Awards.
And now it's the Maria Awards.
Maria time!
I
All
mainly
right.
did try to talk fast because I can't talk for 20 minutes straight.
I don't blame you. Don't worry. All right, now it's my turn. With the same 4 from the years prior, starting with Best Hip Hop Song of the Year. And the nominees are Blase for Pop It, Untel, Where Are You From, Zico and the Homies, New Thing, Bombing Tiger, Sexy Noon Kim, Unofficial Boy, and producer Jazzy Moon, Khalifa, and producer Freddie Castro and Diesel for Hell Chosen. Yeah, hip hop this year was interesting because I don't know, in my perspective, that there was like one definitive person that dominated it, but I also happened to like a lot of releases this year. Like it's great to see, for example, Untel continue his like ever-going streak of improving. He's one that I've paid attention for a couple years now, and he just dropped a full-length album this year. Well, he didn't just drop it; he dropped it earlier this year. But it was a great album. But Where Are You From? I had that on repeat. I absolutely love the production on this song. Phenomenal, and he's a fairly young player in the game. So keep it going. Zico and the Homies. Nice to see the Homies, which are basically the Migos, except they're all same age friends. And the Migos is/was family. R.I.P. to Takeoff there. He died this year, unfortunately, from the Migos. But basically same in the sense of it's 3 people, but also they do trap a lot. And then Zico, he finally came back from the military. He released an EP this year, but I think based in the public conscious, New Thing was what really brought him back to the forefront again. I guess this is the one good thing of SMF, of Street Man Fighter this year, was that they actually released some decent songs for the show, for the dancers to dance to, and I think New Thing is one of them. I also prefer another one too, from BP and Yoon Min Rae called Law. That one I really like as well. But New Thing, super popular, stuck around for a little bit, had a trendy TikTok dance. Nice to see the Homies get some general public attention, and nice to see Zico, prove that he still got it. He still got it as an artist. All right, Unofficial Boy and Jazzy Moon. This was a pairing I did not see coming. Unofficial Boy has had a busy year. He's done quite a couple collabs this year, but I think the one with producer Jazzy Moon is probably my favorite of the bunch. Definitely more old school hip hop vibes, and I really like Khalifa a lot as a song. I think it really represents the project well. And Unofficial Boy is a great artist to pay attention to as well, and such. So we got Blase for Pop It. Blase is quickly proving himself this year and last year to really probably be the only Korean rapper who should just do drill. Like, he is the one that does it the best. In my opinion, he's the one that it's very consistent. He's very convincing. Like, I question whether his biggest influence was the UK drill scene or the New York drill scene, but either way, he fucking owns it, destroys it. He dropped his Blase album right before the turn of the new year, so I still kind of consider that as part of 2022. He did an EP with Chillin' Homie, which I thought was a great EP, and then of course he did Multriverse, which is where Pop It comes from. Great, and he's been on Show Me the Money too this year as well. He's just killing it. He's doing a great job. He's convinced me to really like what he's doing with drill. Let's see, Freddie Castro and Diesel. Diesel dropped a couple projects this year, but I think I definitely prefer his project with Freddie Castro. It's giving definitely old school Wu-Tang influence, in my opinion, and I really enjoy that. I like dipping my toes back into like that kind of 90s, like really spoken word kind of hip-hop vibe, and that's Diesel just really proves that he is a highly talented rapper. But of course there can only be one winner, and the winner of this award goes to Bombing Tiger for Sexy Noon Kim. So this award, this one I really thought about that, and I know what people are thinking. Maria, you chose this because RM's in the song. No, that's not the reason why. Honestly, I wanted to give Bombing Tiger an award for a long time because I really love this music collective. This is such a fun group for me. The stuff that this collective does is just so creative compared to a lot of their contemporaries. They really are bending the genre of what hip hop is or rap is. I'm glad that RM gets to work with that kind of music and in a way maybe influence him in the future. And Sexy Newcomb did quite well, although I think a lot of it was due to the fact that RM did feature in the song. But I hope it definitely exposes people to, Bombing Tiger more and maybe convinces some of them to check out the hip hop scene a little bit more. And I think Bombing Tiger has had a great year too in general. So yeah, great for them. That's why I kind of chose Sexy Newcomb, because it wowed me. And RM really wowed me in that song. All right, next, best R&B song. All right, this one was also an interesting choice this year, because I didn't really feel like there was a particular person or not that was like the winner. So this is like more so like, but I think as the year kind of went on, it kind of became clear to me what was probably going to be my favorite. So the nominees are for best R&B song: Rad Museum, Offline; Davida, Bonnie and Clyde; KHH, After Effect; Soleil, Ore Ore; Say, Summer in Love; and Babylon with Beautiful. Yes, a very interesting year for R&B indeed. Definitely some more woman representation, I'd say, but then again, I think R&B in Korea kind of has a lot more woman representation in it. Speaking of women, let's start off with Davida. Wow, Davida. Great sophomore release. Really enjoyed Bonnie and Clyde. Really fun song. Unique music video for sure. I mean, hell, we have cats dancing in the background. I still don't know why that happened, but it's there. We're just embracing it. Maybe she likes Cats the musical a lot. I really don't know. But yeah, great song. Great use of her vocal in fluctuations. And then we got Say for Summer in Love. Say's been an artist that I've been paying attention to over the past several years. She has put out great R&B music, and also even like one pop song too, pop-based song that was like phenomenal. She released probably excuse me, her biggest album yet, and it is a really smooth album. It is fun. Summer in Love is just fantastic release. We got Soleil with Ore Ore. So glad that she is thriving and killing it. Also another fantastic release. Her type of R&B is, at least in this album in particular, is not one I usually go for. So the fact that I really enjoy it this much, I think says a lot to how well produced and how well Soleil performs as a singer. KHH, After Effect. KHH has been one I've been paying attention to since the Automatic remix dropped, which was about a year or two ago. I'm trying to remember when it was released, but yeah, I love that remix. KHH I've been paying attention to him. I just really enjoy his vocal tone, and it's very unique, I think, compared to his contemporaries, and I like it a lot. And After Effect is a song that I constantly had in repeat. Babylon also finally released a fuck ton of music this year. He was kind of quiet for a little while. Then he dropped like an album, I think about a year or two ago, and then he dropped I think technically 2-ish albums. Was it 90s Baby, and then like another 90s Baby 2 very recently. This is just a great representation of like a classic R&B sound. And it's great to see him actually putting out a ton of music. And he's just doing phenomenal. But of course, as usual, there can only be one singular winner, and the winner this time is Rad Museum, Offline, because that's a song that came out earlier this year that was stuck in my head constantly. Just so catchy. And plus you have Dean. Dean finally reappears as a feature. Thank God he's still alive. He does great. And of course, E-High is also here as well. And she does phenomenal in the song as well. It's such a catchy, unique song. And also, like, I think kind of speaks to a little bit the lyrics about maybe disconnecting from the internet's, a good idea sometimes. But yeah, such a fun, creative, produced song. Rad Museum killed it. He did a phenomenal job, and this has been a song that's been on repeat for me constantly. And so, moving on to Best Hip-Hop Artist. Boom. The big one. As you'll see, a lot of the nominations are not surprising. we have Blase, Until, Unofficial Boy, D-Cell, Bombing Tiger, and also Siwar. For most of these guys, my commentaries, I would say, is pretty much similar. I already talked about some of their projects. I already talked about Blase, Until's, Unofficial Boys projects, Diesel, and that sort of stuff. Siwar, he is definitely a newcomer in the scene. Very, very new. But his project really surprised me. His album he dropped. I was very shocked by how much I enjoyed that album. I think he has a lot of potential in the future. A lot of potential. So he is one I'm keeping my eye out for. I think to get more into other projects, Unofficial Boy also did a project with oh god, what's the producer's name? I think oh god, what's his name? But that was also a really good EP as well. I really enjoyed that. Until, similar as before. Blase, I already mentioned his projects, also fantastic. Diesel also did release a solo project that I thought was also phenomenal too. But I definitely preferred his the project he did with Freddie Castro. But winner in this case is actually consistent with the best song, and that is Bombing Tiger. Not just for Sexy Noon Kim, but also for Omega Saipin. He dropped an EP this year that I thought was really freaking solid. One of the songs, Plum in particular, actually being chosen for a worldwide Apple ad. So proud of the dude. Fantastic song. I replayed that song so fucking much. So proud of him. Among the Student also released a single too. I think it's something Science. Also a really good single. Similar in vein to his EP that he dropped, I think, a year prior. Phenomenal. I like the fact that there are individual members now starting to get more open stage appearances and being pushed out more to the world. And I love that their work's starting to get more recognized. And I'm just so happy because I've loved these guys for how many years now. It's wild. So really happy for Bombing Tiger. I think they absolutely killed it. All right, Best R&B Artist. The nominees are Davida, Rad Museum, Soleil, K-Vish, Babylon, and Say. Yeah, similar as the last round. Again, phenomenal artists. Just killed it this year for me. Absolutely killed it. So much fun. And just, I don't know, it's just, because R&B is not really I listen to a lot of kR&B, but it's not usually my first genre to go to, and these guys really kind of helped continue to me to focus and pay attention to the genre. Although the winner is kind of surprising to me because I thought it was going to go to someone else. But when I've thought about it more, I'm just nah, she deserves it. And that winner, for sure, is Soleil. Soleil album for me really surprised me. Especially, I mean, the way I see it, I say it's a good thing if they make me a type of sound within your genre that I usually don't go for. Yeah, I say that's a win. Because, it is just a well-produced album. She does phenomenal. She's someone that, hell, even Davida has recommended people to check out. She's like, you like my stuff? You should listen to Soleil. Phenomenal. I've had my eye on her since I first saw her in, I think it was some ad promotion song for I think Michael Jordan's or something like that. But she did a phenomenal job on that, and since then I've been paying attention more to her. Because I really thought I was going to go to Davida for this one. But honestly, Soleil's, I can't deny how great of an album her album is to me. It's just phenomenal. I was looking at these awards, I'm just I need to give it to a woman this year. I really do. So, give it to Soleil. She earns it. Congrats. And now moving on to some bonus awards. Because I decided to do a thing.
Yeah, we added 2 award categories last
I decided to be chaotic evil.
Literally 2 days ago, added these award categories.
Because I decided to be chaotic evil. That's why.
Yep. So there are 2 bonus awards that no one knew existed until right now.
Surprise!
Which are Destiny Slappin English Media.
Yay.
Hooray.
Great naming convention.
Yep. First one is Best Movie. So we have here Everything Everywhere All at Once, Glass Onion, X, The Menu, Nope, and Scream. Wide range of movies here.
4 of these being movies Sammy watched by herself.
Yes, yes. One of these being a movie only I have seen.
That me nor Marie have had the chance to see.
Because Glass Onion is not available right now unless you saw it in theaters the 1 week that I saw it in a theater.
And then also X, The Menu, Nope, and Scream are all
Sammy movies.
They're all me things.
Those are Sammy's horror movies.
I really do want to see The Menu because me and Anna Taylor-Joy are like birthday buddies, so like I gotta check it out.
If anyone cares about what my 4 favorite horror movies of the year were,
here they are.
The only thing I wish I had seen is I did not get a chance to see Barbarian. That might have made it.
Oh.
The only other one I didn't really watch that I'm semi-curious that would not have been nominated, but I didn't watch Terrifier 2. That wouldn't have been nominated, but also it's a thing I didn't see.
Yep.
But yeah, those are my main 2 gaps. Barbarian could have been nominated. I haven't seen that one though. But yes, X, very funny, very fun. All of these I found kind of funny. X is one of my favorite slashers of the last like couple years because everyone is just so. It's one of the few slashers where I'm like, no, they don't need to die. They didn't do anything wrong.
And it's like, well, too late. They're gonna die anyways.
But also, they are killed by a bunch of 80-year-olds.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious.
It's hilarious that 80-year-olds are the murderers this time around.
But then also kill themselves.
Of course.
Because they're 80.
Yep.
Of course.
The Menu, very funny. Nope. Nope is at this point my second favorite, possibly favorite Jordan Peele film. Also, it has it is probably the least scary of the 3. With the scariest sequence. That Gordy sequence is the scariest thing I've seen in a very long time.
Fair.
I do not enjoy it. I do not enjoy wild animals.
Yeah.
And this is why.
Fair.
That Gordy sequence might genuinely... Of all 4 of these movies, that sequence is including everything about X, that sequence is the scariest thing out of any movie all year. The Gordy sequence is horrifying to watch. But I would recommend this movie. Highly recommend. Also, the sequence at the Steven Yeun's. Can I spoil Nope?
I mean,
I want to watch it, but I guess I don't know. It's fine.
That sequence where they get eaten by the alien is the most horrifying. Also, another horrifying part of that.
Oof.
Little less horrifying than the Gordy thing, but still horrifying. Also,
Kiki Palmer still getting roles. Good for her.
Also, Scream 5. Who would have thought that Scream 5 would be good? Scream 4 was good. The only bad Scream movie is Scream 3, to be honest.
Interesting.
Fair.
Why? What makes Scream 3 bad?
Scream 3 is just weird and doesn't work, and also the script for that movie changed like 4 times. The script for that movie is awful. It's just a weird script. Scream 4 is fun. Scream 5 is actually pretty good. I'm excited for Scream 6.
Yeah.
How's
Kayla, anything for Glass Onion?
So Glass Onion is like it's kind of a sequel to Knives Out. It only has the same like detective in it. It doesn't have any of the other characters from Knives Out, but he is kind of going on like a new sort of murder mystery type thing. Can't really talk about it at all without spoiling the movie.
Everything?
But it'll be on Netflix.
I don't want to know spoilers. I watched the first Knives Out movie.
It'll be on Netflix at Christmas. I really liked it. I didn't like it as much as Knives Out, but I still really liked it. It's got the same kind of vibe that Knives Out did, so I really liked it.
Yeah, I like Knives Out, so I'm excited for that.
If you like fun detective film, mystery detective films, like that's for you. Here it is.
If I'm being honest, The Menu is maybe my favorite movie of the year.
Maybe. Damn.
I think it's The Menu or Nope. That's
Fair.
the 2 for me.
Then there's my pick. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. God damn. This was a movie, because I saw it was coming from A24, and lately I've been like, every A24 movie I've watched, for the most part, it's been solid shit. So I went to go see this again, because it's Michelle Yeoh, and then the guy who played Yun... Who was a kid that was in Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, and then he was also in The Goonies. So, like, wow, though. Never did I expect this movie to make me cry. It made me fucking cry, but it's also fucking hilarious. And it's also just to see Michelle Yeoh and the other guy. I think his name's Eddie. I'm trying to remember his name. Or something, or Eugene or something like that. God, those two kick ass in this movie. Like, actually do kick ass. But yeah, the plot line, though, with, like, without spoiling too much, like, for like Michelle Yeoh and then her, movie daughter, wow, really hits hard at certain points. It is like, oh god, it made me cry in theater. I was crying. Like, I did not expect that to happen with this film, considering how wacky and essentially it's about multiverses, because it ties into the plot. But like, this is one of the best multiverse concepts I think I've seen that isn't tied to a freaking superhero movie. And oh my god, the fact it's a very wacky movie. There are points where I fucking laughed out loud, but I did not expect the emotional like poignancy that hit me in this film, and it's just so well done. Great action, great emotion, great humor, and a lot of like real life shit that comes off too in this film, which is like insane how it just does it. Literally, it's everything everywhere all at once in the figurative sense and the multiverse sense. But it's such a unique, fantastic film. It's great to see Michelle Yeoh and like I forget his name, but Indiana Jones kid actor that's now an adult, like actually get like a restart in their careers again because of this film. Phenomenal, fucking nominal, and yeah, they won the they won the award. Yeah, phenomenal.
Really good movie.
So now we go into an even weirder category.
Yeah, so this is Best TV Show, which is also, I want to point out how hard it was collectively for the three of us to come up with 6 TV shows that we have even watched this year.
Yeah.
Which was
that
wild.
wasn't tied to an Asian drama.
That was not an Asian drama.
English language TV shows. It's like, how do we not have 6 TV shows among the three of us?
We tried. We do.
Because unfortunately, the only other thing I watch is like cooking competition shows and like true crime. We can't really put true crime on here.
Because that's
a mess.
I didn't even watch true crime for this year.
If we put true crime on here, we become the people we hate.
Exactly. We don't want to do that.
So we're not doing
Plus,
that.
I don't know how you can like theoretically judge a true crime show.
Who's
honestly
to say? I feel like some idiot's gonna come up with a way, and I'm gonna hate it. But
yep.
We did come up with 6.
We do have 6.
Again, 2 of these are Sammy bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Well, 2 of them are me, and so
2 of these are Kayla bullshit. It's all.
Actually, I know. I think 3 of these
bullshit.
are mine too. I think me and Kayla overlap on something.
Oh, because you also did Love Is Blind, yeah.
Yes, we overlap on Love
I
Is Blind.
I start half of these shows and I never finish them because I don't care about these people's relationships.
They're a hot mess of a show, and I love it.
Love Is Blind is just the continuous hot mess of a dating reality show.
It's the biggest hot mess of a dating reality show, and I think that's why I love it so much, is because it's a disaster every single
And it's just a reminder of, like, never become these people. But also, it's better than season 2, so thank God.
Season 2 was bad.
Yeah, season 2 was bad.
The nominees are Heartstopper, Chucky Season 2, Wednesday, The Mole, Love Is Blind 3, and Bridgerton Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, Heartstopper, I watched. Heartstopper is adorable. Heartstopper is, like, of all of these, the most wholesome thing ever. Genuinely. Yeah, of these 6, it's the most wholesome. It's just a fun, like, gay coming-of-age story. It's great. It's adorable. They're getting 3 seasons. It's great.
Woo!
Yes. Chucky Season 2 is the most wild thing I've ever seen in my life. Chucky Season 2 involves, for people that don't know, Chucky, the fun thing with the Chucky movies, the Chucky movies started out as a very simple, straightforward horror movie about a killer doll. Then proceeded to become horror comedies about a killer doll, then went back to being sinister, then became a TV show, and now all of those movies are still considered canon. This show contains a Jennifer Tilly, the actress Jennifer Tilly, playing Jennifer Valentine, who at one point was a doll, who then left that doll body to inhabit the body of the actress Jennifer Tilly. That's this show. Also has their children Glenn and Glenda, who at one point were the doll child of Chucky and Tiffany, who then proceeded to be the 2 sides of the same personality, who then transferred into the bodies of 2 human children, now being played by like now Glenn and Glenda are 2 non-binary characters who are the same twins but of different personalities. All of this while also having a buff Chucky, like regular Chucky. There's Fiona Dourif, who is the daughter of the guy that voices Chucky and has played Chucky for years, who plays a woman who has all 4 of her limbs cut off and is possessed by Chucky, but also kind of in love with Tiffany, and also gets a robot
There's
arm.
just a lot happening
also,
for a
Fiona
horror show.
And also Fiona Dourif plays the young, because at one point Chucky was a human. So Fiona Dourif, who is the original actor of Chucky, who still voices Chucky, but he's obviously older now because the original Chucky came out in the 80s. She plays her father as a young person, because they do have flashbacks to the 80s where you do see Charles Lee Ray, and that Charles Lee Ray is also being played by Fiona Dourif, essentially in drag. And then also, you also have Brendan Sawa playing no less than 3 different characters, none of which are related to each other in any capacity. But one of them is like a priest, one of them is the dead dad of another kid, and then also and also in the middle of that,
There's so much for this show.
There's
Holy
so
cow.
much. And also their last episode of the season is a Christmas special. You get to see Chucky in a
God.
Santa hat.
Oh my
man.
god.
Now, all of this 100% happens, Maria. 100%.
Did someone
all
take
of it
crack or
happens.
something? Or like shrooms?
Truly, it's honestly good.
How is it all good? It's so I'm
It's
so confused.
wild. Because sometimes you throw so much shit into a show, and it's insane. But at the heart of it, there is still a heart. There are still people. That it is made with love and passion. This show is not made for cash. This is not made for anything. This show is made with love and passion, because Don Mancini really loves Chucky and really loves being the creator of Chucky. And you know what? He somehow made all of this work, and I respect him immensely for it. It is wild to me that this show is still allowed to go on, but I hope they get a season 3. Because honestly, this show has so much heart for what it is. They have references. There's a Chucky exorcism. There's a point where they turn a Chucky doll and they Clockwork Orange it into being quote unquote good.
Oh.
There's so much happening. It's amazing. Highly recommend Chucky, the TV show.
All right, I'll talk
So
about
what happened to the mole?
Oh wait, who wants to talk next?
Who
We'll
watched
just
the
save
mole?
the winner for last. Why?
Yeah, I'll talk about Bridgerton right now then. Bridgerton season 2, easily better than season 1 because Anthony and Kate are a hot as fuck couple that was hot shit, slow burn, haters to lovers. Fuck yes. I mean, that's really what I can say. And it's more Bridgerton, and it's fun.
I wouldn't say it's much better than season 1. I think Bridgerton will continuously be the same.
I don't know if it's fully much better, but I definitely prefer the main couple. I think
it's a little bit better, but I also think it's just because it's season 2, and also there's just more money and characters put into it.
Yeah, fair. I definitely prefer the characterization of Kate.
I'm excited for season 3.
I'm
excited for season 3.
Season 3 is going to be interesting, for sure.
So who watched The Mole?
I watched The Mole. I love The Mole. So it's a show that initially aired like in 2000 or something, and they made there's 3 normal seasons of it and 2 celebrity seasons of it, and then it got revived on Netflix this year, and I really like it. It's essentially a reality show where I have all these people on it. One person is the mole who is trying to sabotage every single mission that they're doing, where they're trying to win money to put into like the final grand prize. And then every episode after every like couple of missions, they take a quiz on who they think the mole is, and whoever scores the least on that quiz gets kicked off the show, and they keep doing that until the finale and they figure out who the mole is. It's very fun. I really hope they make more seasons of it, because I loved it when I was a child, like when it was a show previously, and I really liked the reboot as well, because it kind of is exactly the same thing as it was before, so it was great. And then, yeah, we talked about Love is Wine season 3 a little bit before, but that's always just fun disaster.
It's fun trash. It's fun
like such a trash show, but because it's so trash, it's like really entertaining.
Oh, I think it's a better season than season 2. It doesn't. I don't think it hits season 1, but it's way more entertaining this season, I think.
Yeah. So season 2 was a hot mess, but in like a really bad way. Like,
yeah. Just like certain people on that season are not to say that this season didn't have certain people itself. There's like one in particular I'm thinking about. But
but it's better than season 2 was for sure,
Yeah.
And then the winner, because this is the only show that all 3 of us have watched.
Yeah, all 3 of us watched this.
And honestly, she's technically nominated for 2 other Best Movie Awards, so the only Wednesday, because wow, this was a surprise this year.
I watch exactly one Netflix mini drama a year, and this year it happened to be Wednesday.
This year it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Fair.
All I can say is it is Jenna Ortega's world, and we're just living in it. Because holy shit. 3 freaking movies released this year, and this show? God damn.
Wednesday is like
seriously.
so good in the just Riverdale way that
In the Riverdale-esque way.
Because really,
that
this
it
is a
really-
Riverdale-esque
it's-
show,
this
which I
is
think
River-
some...
like,
It is a
it's
teen-
Riverdale, but it's like not as it's not going off the rails like
No,
Riverdale
it
is
is-
going
At
off
least,
the
yeah.
rails.
Again, you
we'll
don't
have to see
know.
for the future
Hey,
seasons, but
Riverdale
this
season
season...
1
yeah.
didn't go off the rails. You
Right.
never know.
Fair.
Yeah.
Riverdale season 1 was normal.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
it is very much a stupid teen show,
Yes.
but in the good ways that you can have stupid teen shows.
Like, it has its flaws with certain elements of the plot and stuff like that, but honestly, this is such a great show just to watch Jenna Ortega just do her damn thing as an actress and kill it at this role. Like, she is her and I would say the actor for Thing, the hand actor, because yes, it's not
Thing
CG.
is the best
that's
character
Thing,
in this
that's an
show.
actual hand.
Thing is amazing.
Thing is
Thing
great in
the
the
best.
show.
Thing is the best part of that show.
Love him.
God.
Love.
And then, like, there's a few other characters as well, like, say, Enid, too. Oh, by the way, shout out to her actress, Emma. Homegirl is a K-pop
17.
fangirly.
Love
She's
17.
She is a
fan.
huge 17 fan. And I think, Sammy, you and her both went to the exact same concert back in
No,
early
we did
2020?
not. No,
Oh,
we
you
did
didn't?
not. We went to the same tour. We
Same
did
tour,
not-
okay.
She was not at the concert I was. I've not met this woman.
Oh,
We were at the same. They did multiple stops on that tour.
okay, same tour then that
You
year.
cannot
Close
get me
enough.
that close to this.
Either way,
woman.
you both love 17. If you ever meet in person, you'll have something to talk about. But it's great to see the fangirlies, get up there and get some nice acting roles. And also, what was I gonna say? Also, I love the random TXT connection we got because
I know.
Wednesday's
I
Child's
know.
Foe, whoa,
Thursday's
Thursday's
child
Child.
poem of it all.
Yeah.
The TXT TikTok was very fun.
Yes, TXT is aware of.
TXT knows.
They are
TXT
aware.
knows fan
They
fucking
know.
tastic.
It's amazing.
I mean, the show has its flaws, but honestly, it's just a fun show. This was just fun for me. Like, really fun. And just, I mean, in my opinion, the star of the show is Jenna Ortega. She did so much for this role, too. Like, had to learn cello, had to freaking learn German, fencing, other shit. Like, she just steals this show for me. It's phenomenal. Like, I think her nominations for some Golden Globes, just for her acting alone, I think is pretty fair. In my opinion.
Very
I don't think
good.
the show will get anything because I think there's better shows that I haven't
The
seen.
show
but
does not. Oh, trust me when I tell you this. The show overall is very fun, but the most I think it does deserve is a knee slapping K-pop
knee
award.
slapping,
Yeah.
That
K-pop
is its,
best
that is the
next
honor.
But Jenna
nominee.
Ortega,
that
I
is
think
the
definitely-
overall honor it deserves.
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, the reason this Jenna Ortega and like the hand actor for Thing make this show for me really because
Yes.
they're just both phenomenal in this show. Like, and Jenna, she really makes it her own, this character. And it's going to be interesting seeing how her character evolves in the future. I hope for the best. But, because this is the first time we've ever seen Wednesday as a teenager. Which is a lot
She
to
was
think to
no, she-
develop,
no,
like, a
no,
whole personality for
She
that.
was a teen in the 90s one.
I don't know. Christina Ricci did seem younger than that, though. Because technically, I think Wednesday's implied to be, like, 15, 16.
No, but I think she was still a teen in the younger one.
Maybe like early teen, but like this
Okay.
Wednesday's a little bit older teen. But yeah, no, like it's an interesting direction for the series. I'm curious to see how it goes. I hope it doesn't go the Riverdale route. But like, granted, I don't think the show will necessarily be perfect. It's a teen show.
I don't.
Like,
Well, it's also.
I
I
just
don't
want it to
think
be
it's
fun.
gonna go on nearly as many
Look,
seasons
it
as
will also
Riverdale.
not go on
Yeah.
nearly as many seasons as Riverdale.
No, I think there's a definitive ending at some point. I
Yeah.
think if this show could get at least 3 or 4 seasons, I think that's pretty solid. And it would make sense because it's high
It's a
school.
Netflix show. It's also not going to get more than 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's realistic. So like, if they can get it to that point, whoop-de-doo. But yeah, good for her. Good for Jenna. Killing it, clearly. The horror films and the show, goddamn. Goddamn.
And that has been
So that's
the
the
Knee
Knee Slappin'
Slappin'
K-pop
K-pop Awards. Hooray.
Woo, we did it.
Another year worth of awards.
We did it. It's been
Did
fun.
it.
Love
It's
this.
been fun.
Love this for us.
We've also been going for 2.5 hours, and I'm
It's been a lot. It's a lot. This is
Well,
like
technically,
always
there's
what-
another additional hour
There's,
too.
it's
But
it's over like 3 hours. It's definitely over
but
3
this
hours.
recording has been
Close to
2.5
4
hours, and I'm
hours.
exhausted.
This is always one of the longest episodes of the year, though. So
Yeah.
what did we expect? But yeah, so we are available on all major podcasting platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We also have a YouTube channel where we put all of our episodes along with fun clip videos as well. And with that, we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!
Bye.
bye bye.